Are we good? Yeah, we're good.
We are live. Mic check, mic check. Welcome, everyone, to the Faction After Hours podcast. We have a full room here today, which means Malcolm has to stay and do the podcast stuff. Sorry, Malcolm. All right, cool. We have a guest. We've been kind of getting pretty lucky with the guests.
Yeah, man.
I never thought in a million years that we would be having a podcast with you. We have Kay of SUPRLIFE.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yep.
man. I mean, I'm surprised anyone wants to hear me say anything. I'm just surprised you guys invited me here.
No.
Because I personally have questions
Yeah.
about some things that
I got
you
questions, too.
specialize in.
Sure.
Do you want to tell everyone what kind of shop you are? What kind of shop? Yeah, it is a shop, right?
Yeah, dude, but like it's so hard to explain. That's the number one thing. Like down to people who ask, to friends, to family, they go like, "What do you do?" I'm like, "I don't know what to do." I can't put myself in a category or a name because it's not a body shop. I have a sign when you walk in saying, "Not a body shop."
Yeah.
Why
I
do you
saw
have
it.
people coming in there?
Yes, because they're like, "Oh, I want you to fix
Oh,
this fender on my Camry or something." Like, dude, I'm not doing this.
This is why I brought him here,
This
bro.
is not it.
So you're more. I would say like you're more of an artist then.
So, but that's so
But then-
pretentious. That's so pretentious. Who the hell am I to say I'm an artist?
Yeah, it
Like,
sounds that
no,
way,
man.
but it's really not. Though.
I also like that you can't describe it because to me that tells me you're just gonna do anything. I saw
Yeah,
that you
I
guys
mean,
are working on a wagon. I was like, what the fuck is
Yes,
this?
dude,
yes.
that thing
Well,
is sick.
okay. So here's the thing too. To kind of correct that, a bunch of people always reach out and say, "You guys."
and it's just you.
It's just me. I would like. It was a team at one point, and then slowly I just started just doing things. Now it's been just me for a while. So everything that's going on from step one to done.
Do you have like
it's me.
helpers come in and like?
Yeah. So
Helpers?
yeah.
I mean, dude, he can't do. He can't do
No,
this whole thing by himself.
I do.
Yeah.
Because like, of course, I want to do everything myself.
Yeah.
But there are things I don't want to do.
And a time. What do you call it?
Timing matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, because efficient. Well, what my
Efficiency,
time is
yeah,
worth.
yeah.
You know,
Like
That's the
sanding and all
I
that,
mean,
right? Or even that you have to
even
do.
that I
oh,
wanna do.
Jesus.
But here's the thing. I like that part.
Yeah.
though. You know, when I know I have a day like I wake up in the morning. I know I got 9 hours or 10 hours of a workday of just sanding. Right.
Okay.
The best.
Yeah.
The best.
Because you know what you're doing.
I
And you're
love
just,
it.
I'm doing this.
I'm in the zone.
Yeah.
I got nobody talking to me. I got the music going. It's the best. It's the
Oh
best.
my god,
I
that's
understand that.
Frankie's
It's the
fucking
best.
wet dream.
Well, I was gonna say if you want to
best.
have a comparison, I usually only work in there when I'm alone, like on a weekend,
That's true.
Mm.
and I usually get a lot of shit done if I come here on a weekend.
Unless I
again.
call you.
Yeah, unless you call
And then
me
you ignore
and
it.
we go hiking or something. Then it's different.
No, I haven't gone hiking with you in
But I
weeks.
understand what you're saying.
Being alone is the most efficient way that I've seen.
Yeah.
I mean, by no means am I saying it's the right way, but in terms of what I'm doing
yeah,
alone, because when I had guys there, it's like, sure, I'm working, but my ears and my eyes are over there. I could hear the guy sanding, and I know he's doing it wrong just by listening to it. So I gotta be like, okay, I gotta stop what I do, go over there, tell him what to do, come back. And when I come back, I'm like, what was I doing again? Where's that tool? What was I doing? Where's the paper? So it's just, it kind of slows me down a little bit.
Yeah.
Not to say, again, it's not the right way. I'm just very stubborn when it comes to my work.
Yeah.
So that being said, I do have help. I had a lot of help, especially recently too. I recently called up David Bob. I'm sure. You know David
yeah. I was
Bob.
gonna say you had him working there for a while.
Oh, he's the fucking best. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he came back for a while to kind of help me out, but then he had to do some job stuff. But any kind of small help is good. But as far as having it consistently, it felt like work again. Like I did this so I don't have to work.
Yeah.
But now I'm going in and I got to do this clerical boss shit. I hate being a boss. I just want to work. I hate the office stuff. I hate all the stuff. I just want to work.
I get it.
So when the guys are in there, it gives me now a job.
Yeah.
I got to be a boss. I got to be a manager.
Yeah.
Ugh, God.
I feel you on that.
I'm definitely an artist, yo.
Yeah,
artist
you
vibe
are
right
an
here.
artist,
That's so
Like, what is
pretentious,
it?
please.
Like,
I'm the artist.
Yeah, I just don't like being a boss.
yeah, that is. He's
You're
an artist. Yeah.
And dude, no, that I can completely get that, because then what your vision of something is affected by that. Like, because you have to
course.
rely on somebody else's, like, you know.
Of course,
It's
of
not.
course.
It will never be exactly how.
Exactly. And my line of work is a little different because it's not like it's just a service. It's my eye, it's my opinion, it's a lot of things that go into it. So when I pass that off to someone else, it's kind of against what I did this in the first place for.
Yeah.
Was you're paying for me.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And just figuring that out, like, obviously I've been doing this for however long, 10, 12 years, but I've only been a boss for a year, 2 years, 3 years,
Yeah, I remember when
whatever
you
it is.
opened that shop up. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm still
Kind of the same
inexperienced
as
in that.
me, honestly.
How long have you been here?
Like with employees and working on stuff, and working on customers' cars.
3 years.
3 years, right?
Really? I
Yeah.
thought way longer.
Well,
than
I
3
had the
years.
business since 2012, but we were just selling parts and like
Out of
rare-
where?
out of my parents' garage.
Wow.
Yeah, we would
Respect
rarely.
the hustle, dude.
Yeah. And then
that's nice.
I worked at a bunch of Nissan dealerships. Chris worked at Nissan, so that's what we were doing. And Justin used to work here. Justin Hoytsma and
Justin.
Justin Hoytsma. I don't know if you remember him. He had that coupe, and that was at Final Bout, so you might remember
Oh, at Final Bout 1.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I remember that car. That
So, like-
car looked good.
that. In the beginning,
Yeah.
he was working on cars and stuff like that. Like the
Oh,
last.
okay.
That was like 4 years ago, maybe something like that. Basically, when I lost my
Before
job
I-
at Nissan, then
before
I
I
was
came here,
all right,
yeah.
fuck it, I'll go full in. But we had the shop for possibly 6 or 7 years now.
Oh, shit.
but
wow.
yeah, we had a bunch of like I had Justin and my other friend Nico, and we were splitting the shop. So we were kind of just. It was kind, dude. I always tell everyone, I took the slowest, safest route to where I am right now. That's
Hey,
basically what I said.
But you're here, though.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter how long it took. The only thing that matters is the end results, and
Yeah,
you're
is that
here.
we're here
and
right
there are
now.
other people that are not. And
Yeah.
obviously, the proof shows. Numbers don't lie.
It's hard to like realize that though, right?
Being in it,
You know what I mean?
sucks, of course,
Yeah.
because you're setting this standard for yourself
Yeah.
every single day.
And you're never hitting it.
Never, never. Every single day is like, oh my god, I'm horrible at what I do. Why did I
Yeah.
do this? This was a
Same
mistake.
shit.
Why don't I just get something secure?
Yeah.
Damn it! I wish I just had a paycheck at the end of the week every week. At the end of the like, it sucks.
Yeah.
But there's more bads than goods.
A lot
but,
more.
But the goods are so valuable that I'm still
And-
trudging forward. You know.
And it's like that. It's just that thing that we have where it's like you just don't want to give up. Like it's not an option.
oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude,
Like it's that little thing.
that's the worst.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah,
And
yeah.
I feel like if I gave up, of course, I like me personally, I would be upset, but I would feel like the way everyone looks at me too, I'd be like, damn, like I said all this shit. I
Yeah,
said
yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna do this and this, and I didn't come through. Like,
Yeah.
like no way. Half of it was just me trying to be like, I said all the stuff I was gonna do. I gotta do it. I
Yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
to do it. I said it.
That's good, though.
I said it. Yeah, and like there's times I'll tell people a goal just so they could hold me accountable
Accountable.
for the
Yeah.
goal. Because I don't want to be played out in the end saying, "Oh, look at this fucking
Yep.
bastard." Oh, I'm not sure if I could curse.
No,
Is that
you're
fine?
good. You're good.
I'm
yeah.
like, "Yo, look at this fucking bastard. You're like, he said this shit and he didn't say this. What? He's a liar.
Yeah.
He's this." No. Everything I said, I did.
Or- yeah.
Everything I said, I did. And
That's-
I think that's something to be proud about in all the bullshit that comes with this.
Yeah.
Was having a shop, was that a goal? Like, did you have a timeline where you wanted to do that? Because
Yes.
I feel like that when I saw that, I was like, oh damn! And good thing you said that it's just you, because I'm over here like, oh yeah, he's got a whole operation over there.
No. It's
Like,
just
because also the shop looks beautiful. I like
Thank you,
old
thank you,
buildings
appreciate it.
like that. I'm assuming it's an old building. It
Yes.
looks like an old building. 'Cause
Yeah,
the-
the shop looks awesome.
Thank
I
you,
will
the
man.
say that.
trusses and
Thank
stuff
you
are
very much.
exposed. If
Yep.
Ethan was here, he'd correct me. I don't know if that's the word for that.
What?
The
Those
trusses,
beams?
the beams.
Yes.
I,
yes.
I like shit like
yeah,
that.
it didn't have exposed beams, and I wanted to kind of open it up. I wanted to get away from it looking like a shop as much as possible.
More of a studio.
More of a studio.
Like an artist.
Like an artist.
like a fucking pretentious artist. God, I hate that word.
No, but it does look like it's and you need that.
Yeah.
You need light, like
Yes, yes.
in what
I
you're
got-
doing.
I got lights on the walls. I got lights
Yeah.
everywhere, all around. And I specifically I wanted it to look a certain way because I mean, I don't know, it feels cool when you're working in a good environment.
Yep.
It's an inspiring environment, you know.
Yeah.
I was an apprentice for 6-7 years in a vintage American shop, and the shop, I just had so many ideas. During that time is when I just accumulated. I was like, oh, when I go into my shop, I want to do it like this. I want to do it like this. I want to do it like this. So once I went in, I was ready.
Or you were seeing shit. You're like, I'm not gonna do that.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do this. This is expected. This is boring. This is corny.
Yeah.
Like a couple things, guys. I want to look around to make sure I'm not talking shit. There are guys that spray things on the walls.
Oh, like graffiti type shit?
on the walls.
Yeah.
Oh my!
Yeah.
I said, if I get a can near a wall, I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah.
So everything that I saw that was kind of the opposite, I knew what I wanted to.
I understand what you're saying.
to,
I mean, that's our mentality too. We wanted it to look like when you got here, we worked in that layout for like what, a couple months, and then we were like, all right, we're redoing the whole fucking thing.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean the floor was chipping, the walls were so dirty.
I mean, dude,
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
It's the same thing though. It's like you want to work
Beautiful,
in a
of
good
course,
environment.
Of course,
you know?
of course. And I mean, my environment is very dusty.
Yep.
It's very dirty, but I try as much as I can. Like,
Yeah.
when people come in, they're like, "Holy shit, you don't have parts accumulated everywhere."
That's
you
what
know?
I'm picturing as a body
this-
shop.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. That's very insulting.
Yup, I'm sorry. I had to say it like right at the end. I was like, fuck.
No, I don't care.
No, but that is what you picture, and when you say studio,
Yes.
it gives you, okay, now I'm picturing it, and it's a lot different, because you have to again function in there.
Mm-hmm.
If it's like caked up with dust,
Yeah, exactly.
and you're trying to work, or it's dark and caked up with dust,
oh, it's
shit.
It's all. I mean, dude, when my old shop that I worked at, that I was an apprentice for, there were some areas of the shop that were so dark, and we always laughed about it, but he never did anything about it. But it was just so dark. I'm like, dude, you can get robbed back there, dude. It was just so. It was just, and like we're doing stuff on the outside, so I knew just a main point was lights everywhere, you know. And that was one of the first things I did. But to answer your question, getting into that shop was always the goal from day one, which was 10, 12 years ago, was to always get the shop. But what I was going to do in that shop, that was up in the air, because my dad does a lot of car stuff, and he was a mechanic by trade, but he left industry because he said, yo, there's no money in this shit.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do this. He goes, especially custom cars. He goes, you're never going to get any money with this. He goes, don't do it. So
you did it.
So I'm like, you know what?
That's usually how it goes.
I should do it.
Yeah.
And he was like, this is a bad idea. He goes, I don't think. He goes, if you're gonna do it, do like regular work, regular body shop work.
Oh,
So
okay.
But there
I
goes your
didn't-
passion.
Exactly, out the window.
Yeah.
They, like I sold out. I pretty
Yeah.
much, because it's back to a job. It's
Yep.
back to doing something I don't want to do.
You're like, I might as well
And-
let someone else deal with the headaches, and I'll just get a paycheck at the end of the week.
Oh, dude,
if I'm
I
gonna
mean-
do this shit.
If
Yeah.
it was that, and if it was that easy, I would still consider, because at the end of the day, I still feel like I'm a sellout. I'm not happy.
Yeah.
I'm not happy. If it's not what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it,
Mhm.
then I don't want to do it.
This is the most artistic shit I ever heard in my life.
No, I mean that's
You are definitely an artist. But
No,
anyway,
no.
it's the fact that, okay, so you are kind of, to me, when from the outside looking in, it's someone who is able to like, because I have my shit. I work in an office, and then after that I go
Oh, you
work
do?
on cars
Okay,
and shit.
Yeah.
I work on cars and shit after, and like I can turn my brain off, and then I'm over here and I'm able to fully apply myself.
Envious of that.
Where
yeah, we always talk about
you
that.
you guys cannot.
Yes.
Yeah, especially
yes,
Chris.
Yes.
And the thing is I feel like if that was the case, you'd have to really allow yourself to get obsessed with it. Unfortunately, now you bear a business aspect of
yes,
it now.
yes.
I'm not even that bad. It's really Chris, because Chris is working on cars every day.
What do
I
mean
thought
every
you
day?
were calling
No, but
Chris
the-
bad, and
No,
he's
no.
right here.
No, so,
Like,
so the thing about that is I could kind of relate to what you were saying about what you wanted to do. And to be quite honest, if I stayed in the dealership world, I could be making a fuck ton of money right
Of
now if I
course.
really applied myself. But it just wasn't working out. There was a lot of politics, and it just wasn't what I wanted to do.
And were you happy?
I was not happy.
That's it. That's the only question. Is,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Are you happy?
So-
That just comes out to so much more.
When Frankie hit me up offering a job, and I was like, oh, fuck yeah. Because now I had the opportunity to expand what I like to do, which is work on these shitty drift cars. And
That's the love.
But it's what I love to do.
Exactly.
So
But I
I don't
also
feel like
hit-
I work a day in my life.
I also told him at the
Yes.
same time, hey, so this might not work out, and you might not have a job in 2 months. So if you want to take that chance, feel free. And then we got here. Everything worked out.
But it's been 3 years.
Yeah,
It's been pretty smooth so far.
Has it already been 3 years?
3 years, 2020.
What's funny is when Chris got this job, just the same as how I said earlier, how before I thought you were pretty intimidating. Okay.
Intimidating.
Because
he
I'm
was scared of you.
Intimidating.
Because I'm telling you, because you get somebody. When I think of body work, it's not just it's. And I'm not describing your job as what you do with body work. Well, yet again. But when you're sanding and stuff, like I do that the best when I'm like calm. If you're rushing that shit and you're going there, like it's terrible.
Yes.
So like I'm picturing somebody who's when you're in there, you're in there. You're like,
Oh, of course I'm in there. Yes.
yeah.
That's the exact sounds I make right there.
But
You hit it right there.
that's So that's why I thought you were gonna be intimidated, but you're like the nicest
no.
fucking-
I mean, here's the thing.
You're the only person to compliment the office.
Oh,
Frankie's
that's
never
fucking
heard
nice,
that.
man. Yeah, I walk. I'm like, holy
Thanks.
shit.
Actually, no. Scott might have.
It's not done yet, by the way.
Scott might
it's
have.
not
complimented.
done. What are you talking about?
I need a fucking logo right here. I need shop labor rates and shit right here, and a thing. And then that's probably it. I mean, that was
Two
was
signs.
No,
Yeah.
but still, I mean, even when I walked in the bathroom, you had the cool
The
posters
bathroom is-
hanging
is
up.
my
you had
favorite
the
part.
East Coast Bash posters
Yeah,
and shit,
yeah.
the old ones. That was cool, man.
the
Yeah,
bathroom's
that
my
was cool.
favorite part. You know what it is? Because I don't want to hang, like you were saying, like the graffiti and shit. I don't want to hang shit everywhere outside.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like,
exactly.
where can I put this that I really like? I'm like, the bathroom.
Yes. I have a couple stuff hung up in just the bathroom because if I hung it up in my work area, it's gonna be a coat of dust
that
on it
too.
in like a week. You
Yeah.
know?
The only things we have out there
Interesting.
is like the sign on the wall that Greg literally painted that on the wall, which is fucking insane.
Oh, cool.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I was
that
like, dude, are you sure you want to paint this? Because if we leave, we're not taking the wall with us.
Exactly. It's just there now.
Yeah, he's
it's
like,
just invested
nah.
into the wall.
Don't worry, I could do it. He fucking
I didn't
put
even realize it. Yeah,
he
I
put
gotta go
a
check it out.
projector on it. And
Oh,
Traced
and
it
then
out.
traced it
Yeah.
out that way.
And then
that's a good idea.
hand painted the rest.
Yeah, it was wild.
Oh, that's cool.
and then we got like the banners in the back, but that all looks like almost like wallpaper at this
I
point.
think that took him like almost like 5 hours to do.
Yeah. But your office, I seen photos. I gotta get down there. His office
My-
is fucking wild.
Where is it?
My office is more of like a gallery of like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
work
yeah.
I did.
Is
I'm
it-
in Maplewood.
Is that disclosable information? Oh, okay.
Maplewood?
All right.
Maplewood.
Maplewood.
Yeah.
Okay, where
Wait,
is that near?
Maplewood? Wait, that's by me. That's
No, are
like
you
15,
sure?
20 minutes away from me. I work in Berkeley Heights.
I need to
so
look
like
this up.
that's
I don't know
straight
where
down 70.
anything of Jersey is. Where's Berkeley
there's
Heights?
there's
I
a
don't know where-
highway from Maplewood and in that central. I'm gonna call it Central Jersey. It's about like 45 to what? How long did it take you to get here today?
35 minutes.
That is definitely North New Jersey, but yeah.
Is it North New Jersey?
Yeah.
It's closer to. It's in my direction though.
Yeah, I'm in Maplewood.
You're by
Maplewood. So it's by Newark,
Yeah,
pretty
by
much.
like
It's the-
Springfield and stuff.
It's
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly,
I know where that's
exactly,
at.
Exactly.
Speaking
Okay.
of the hood,
Speaking of the hood.
I did have a question
Yeah.
about a post you made
Which post?
about projectile feces.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
I saw that
man.
shit literally. Dude, you gotta follow. You follow his Instagram, I guess.
I have not.
You
I
gotta start
usually do
doing
that
that,
after
dude.
the pods.
Dude,
Oh, thank you.
yeah, funny as shit, man.
That is that guy is a psycho guy, and he occasionally he walks by and all that shit.
Yeah.
And then one day I show up. It's Friday morning, and I have these big gates that I got built because of crackheads, you know. So I got,
Oh my
so
God.
I got all these like gates, and it's like locked gates and everything, right?
It's really nice though.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I come in the morning and I'm looking at the gates where I open it, and it doesn't even look like shit. It looks like somebody just took hot chocolate and just went like this, right? So I'm like,
No.
because it looked far too. Like I gotta say from here to the door frame, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, it's probably hot chocolate, but I don't want to take a guess yet. I don't want to step on it yet. I don't want to touch it yet. Let me just make sure. And I got cameras everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
So while I'm looking at the cameras, like, man, how funny would it be if this thing was shit? So then it's like 1 a.m, and this guy's just walking by, and then I see it, and then in the video you see he just stops, he turns, he drops his pants, he bends over a little bit, and he shits like. Look, dude, like I'm not even mad. It was impressive. Like it was
Some PSI behind
it was
that
at
bitch.
least 3-4 feet.
Holy
at
shit!
Yeah,
least.
for some,
At least.
for some reason, crackheads have projectile shit. I don't know what it is.
Well, crackheads.
It's
have
all the
superpowers.
crack.
I think because
Yeah.
but I think because their diet is
Yeah, so
garbage.
bad.
Bro, he's
Yeah, you're right, you're
They
right.
were
Yeah.
probably. Was it a male? I'm just gonna say he
It
was.
was a dude. It was a dude.
They,
yeah.
they were probably fucking pushing hard enough to give themselves a hernia.
No, this dude just let it out. No problem. It wasn't even a second of waiting. He didn't even have time to. He just went. He let it go,
Down.
and it was like a pressure valve. Just
Dude,
opening.
he had the compressor
Wow.
hooked up.
So then I'm like I'm trying to hose it off, and it's not hosing off.
It hit that
Oh
shit
my
with some
God.
force.
Dude, I
and,
saw
and what's fucked up is I'm not sure if he did it on purpose, right? He shit on the part that the gate slides up and down.
Oh.
So it's on the moving parts. So it's like, damn, was this a prank or whatever? But I spoke with the guy afterwards. Actually, I just saw him.
Wait,
I just saw
what?
him in the morning.
Wait,
too.
wait. The guy, the culprit,
Yeah,
the villain,
Yeah.
Villain.
the shitter.
Yes, I saw him. Yeah. Listen,
You're cordial.
if it was anyone else, they probably would have done something bad to him. But I got this whole new light. I'm trying to be nice. You know.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm-
you're really nice.
I'm trying to be nice. I usually have a very, I have very low patience for people and shit. So
That's because you're a business owner.
probably. So I'm like, you know what? I'm trying to be nice. Let me just whatever. And I saw him standing outside, and I don't want to go through the whole conversation because it was a lot of foul stuff. But I didn't do anything to him. I just said, look, listen, whatever. I'm saying all the shit to him, and then I said, look, if you walk in front of my studio again, and then after I said whatever I had to say, and then he was like, well, I guess I'm not gonna walk in front of your studio anymore. I was like, all right. So
what a reasonable guy.
so he was pretty understanding. And then, when was it? Maybe a couple weeks back, I'm walking into Wawa. Wawa's like right across the street.
Ooh,
And-
nice.
And
Oh, that's
while
dangerous.
I drink like 4 of these a day. So I'm walking in, and he tries to give me like a handshake. So I was like, dude. I was like, I'm not shaking your hand. Okay, it's one thing. I was nice. I'm not shaking your hand.
It's one thing to clean up your
So-
shit. I'm not shaking your hand.
I'm not shaking the hand. That
You don't
did
know
that.
where
Yes.
he's shitting
That's
now.
Yes.
Impossible.
So
Fuck
I'm like,
that,
you know what?
dude.
This guy's just out of it. So when I walked in, the door was closing in back of me, and then I heard him say, "You fucking wish you could shake my hand." So I said, so I went back outside. I was like, dude, why you gotta say that for? So he's just like, what? What do you mean? I'm like, look,
I heard you.
just don't ruin my day. Please. You want to fuck with anyone else, you fuck with anyone else. Just
Yeah.
don't fuck with me. Please.
These
Please.
people are fucking delusional, dude.
So
he
then
shit on his fucking.
He's shit, and I'm trying to be reasonable with
Yeah.
him. And then he's just looking at me. I'm like, please. He's like,
Fine.
okay. he's like, you have a great day. I'm like, you have a good day too. And I walked in and I got my tea and I walked out. And it was just like a
Yeah.
good back and forth. Yeah,
Dude.
yeah.
I can't believe you got to interact with this dude all the time. Too.
Yes,
I
yes, he
can't
hangs out right
believe-
in front.
Before you say anything else, Carl, I just want to bring up. Remember that time the guy shit in our bathroom on the floor?
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah, we had a shitter.
What?
I'm
I
not-
didn't know about
Yeah,
this.
it only happened once,
I'm not
but
gonna say who it was.
yeah.
Where they came
What was
from.
it was a parts driver,
It
right?
was a parts driver.
Yeah, it was a parts.
Walked
Did
in
he?
here.
Oh, I was about to say, I thought it was like a friend.
No,
or
no, no.
something.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no,
It
he
was-
just walked in here. He goes, "You guys got a bathroom?" Oh yeah, it's right over there. Me hesitating to tell.
But
him where
no,
the
we didn't
bathroom
really
was.
think of anything.
Yeah,
Like we
just
weren't
think-
thinking of it, but then like later, didn't you go in it later and you were like, "What the fuck?"
Wait, like,
It wasn't like a log, but no, wait, was
No,
it?
no, it wasn't a log.
No, 'cause
it
I
was,
think
it was
it's
like a
hold
little
on,
nug on the floor.
okay, but I have so many questions. First one is, how close to the bowl was it?
Close.
It was close. Okay,
Close.
7
so
inches?
Yeah.
he tried. Wait,
Yeah.
7 inches? That's not close.
Like far from the bowl.
Was
Oh,
it
okay.
far? It was far.
Yeah.
He was pulling his pants
Like-
down.
Okay, let me
just went in the
let me
bathroom.
add something
Dropped
to
a
this
little.
story.
Okay.
That dude was definitely overweight. Remember,
100%.
like huge, right?
he probably didn't sit on the seat.
Yeah, he was like huge, and that seat is the small seat.
It is a small seat.
Yeah, it's like the. You know how they got the elongated ones,
That's-
and then they got the regular
No.
ones. That's the
No,
regular one.
That's no excuse.
Dude.
That is
So
no
now
excuse.
every time a parts guy comes in here, if we don't know him, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Yo, can we use the bathroom?" I'm like, "Yeah, don't shit on the floor." And
Yeah,
they're
he
like,
says it all the time.
and they laugh, and I'm like, "I'm not laughing, dude. Don't shit on my floor." Like, and then
Just so that
just
if
in
it is
case
that
you,
guy,
you are a sloppy fuck and you were considering shitting on my floor, you don't now.
that
please don't.
larger person is gonna walk in here slow motion. You're gonna be like,
we never saw him again.
oh
though.
my
No,
god,
we never saw him again.
Yeah.
it was you.
Subaru?
Dude, that's-
was it
He did.
Subaru or what was
He
it?
did come by.
It
last
had to be
week.
Subaru, right?
It was Toyota.
It was Toyota, and he came by.
No,
week.
not the
Oh, I fucking know who it is.
Yes.
I didn't know it
him.
was that guy. He was
Yeah.
here last week. He's the older guy.
Did he
with
shit on the floor?
tattoos?
The older dude.
Yeah,
I think he
definitely
has
has Harley
tattoos.
Davidson. Yeah, that was him.
Kind of
Wow.
little heavy set.
Yeah.
I was standing
I
right
can't
there.
believe he had the balls to come back.
Oh, I was waiting for him to ask him again.
I think I.
For
Yeah,
him to
I'm
ask
s-
me. I
I'm
was standing right there, and I was like,
Did you guys mention it? Or
Well, this was years
discuss
ago
it?
now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay. I
that's
thought
the
this was
problem.
recent. I was like, holy shit, I would have addressed this. Or talked
No,
about
that I didn't even realize it was the
I was
same
like,
person.
dude, you might have like a stomach issue or something.
Yeah.
You missed by 7 inches.
Yeah,
I
there
mean,
was,
that's more than accuracy problems.
there was
That's
shit on
way
the
more than
seat.
accuracy.
He probably
problems.
didn't wipe, dude. He probably stood up and fucking walked away.
I think he squatted.
I don't know. Either way, there was shit on the floor. So people just shit on our businesses all the time, literally.
I mean, that's just it's as bad as it is. It's funny.
It is
man.
funny.
It's funny.
It's definitely
I mean,
funny.
I
Yours
got
is
truck
funny.
drivers.
I mean, we probably just
That's-
made an Instagram reel clip out of this. So
That's
this is
that's new to
definitely worth
me.
it.
That's a hell of a distance for you to,
yeah.
Very impressive.
Yeah,
very
Malcolm,
impressive.
the-
Like,
at first I was mad,
I
and
don't
then
think
I
it
was
was
like,
that guy.
very
What did
good.
he
was that
eat?
guy?
You know?
Dude, that was just and like what's more funny than anything else is like after I got the video, I said, "Oh, this is hilarious." I said, "I gotta post this." I was like, "This is kind of nasty. I don't know if I should post this."
I'm
Right?
glad you did.
I posted up and I just put the phone away. Whatever, it's fine.
Yeah.
Like a day after, it has like 1 million views. I'm so much more happy and proud that people equally found this funny.
Yeah.
and not just like, "Oh, why are you posting this? It's gross." This is hilarious.
Not only that, it kind of worked out in your benefit.
Yeah,
you had to
yeah,
clean
yeah.
up a little shit, but your post kind of went viral, so that's cool.
It went huge, yeah. And everyone thought it was hilarious. Everyone is trying to guess the guy's diet. He's like, "What did he eat? It looks like blood. Oh my god, this pressure." Dude, if you go on there's like 1,000 comments just on that post. I had to turn it off because I'm like, it just gets wild.
You had did you put on like a suit when you went to clean it up? I thought I saw that
No,
in the video.
I just kind of stood as far back as possible.
And you hosed it or something.
Yes,
right?
yes,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
hosed
yeah.
it from
I'm
afar.
pretty sure
and-
I commented on that post.
Yeah.
Saying me after Taco Bell.
You post a lot of good little videos because you have security cameras inside,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And anytime someone does something funny or some shit, he'll just go back to the camera and just pull it
Yeah,
up.
yeah, because I got in all different angles.
Yeah.
So whenever something funny happens, I mean, a bunch of the times it is me.
Yeah, it's you like
Because-
falling or some shit.
I have 100 things on my mind at once. When I'm walking to something, I'm not even thinking about when I'm walking to. I'm thinking about everything else. So
Yeah.
chances are I trip, I fall, whatever. And we always got it. And when I had the guys, and they worked with me too, whether it be a hood just falling on their head or whatever it is, we always had it captured. It
Yeah.
was,
That's
it-
my
it-
worst
it was
fear
comedy.
sometimes because Frankie has cameras in here too to like look. 'cause
Yeah. It's just, you know what it is? It's a pain in the ass. to
I'm
go
over
back and
here.
look.
I'm like walking around the shop like
Our
calmly so that
Oh.
I can shake my balls loose from my thigh, and I'm
I seen you
worried.
do that.
I'm like,
Yeah. I
You
see
know?
do that.
Well,
I mean,
now you did it just in front of
There you
whoever's in
go.
the chat.
well, yeah, well, I was not as well. I was a little more.
You know what we
again,
do
intimidated by
sometimes?
Frankie at that point.
You're right.
some people are gonna think this is fucked up, but it's really not. But see how you can see the outside on the one camera.
The
So-
outside, yeah.
So we'll watch that, and sometimes the door will be closed. And during summer, kids on their bicycles ride by all the time, and those are pretty much the only people that stop by the cars and start looking at them and checking them out.
Yeah.
But they'll be going in. They're looking under shit, and I'm like, dude, come on. And I walk over the door, and I either open it, I go, yo,
yeah.
what's going on? And they're like,
No, the best is when he,
They're like, "Oh,
he
nothing,
yeets
nothing."
the garage door open and it's loud too.
Yeah.
So then they all like,
Okay,
They're all
but,
just like-
but are you against them looking? Does
Not
it
really.
bother you?
no. Well,
Like-
it depends on what they're doing, but usually
It
it's
depends.
all in good fun.
It depends. Yeah, I have this Lincoln Tech that's right next to me, and in the mornings, some of the kids they pass by. And,
Yeah, but they're even older than these kids. These kids are usually
no, yeah, they're on bicycles.
they're usually teenagers.
Oh, okay.
So it's just
I
whatever.
mean, okay, all right. So
you
that's
got you
the
probably
difference.
got people that are trying to get jobs when they come by.
Oh yeah, dude. They're always coming by. They're always and there's sometimes I got cars parked in the front or whatever it may be. And the guys want to see it or they want to walk into the gates. And I you can't just walk into the gates. I have signs everywhere
Yeah.
that says do not pass the gates unless you have an appointment.
Yep.
I don't want to talk to anybody. Don't come in. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to see you. Nothing.
This is
Nothing.
exactly what I want to talk to you about.
Nothing. And I am the king of kicking people out.
Yeah.
I am the king. I mean, I'll do it in a nice way, but friends just want to come and hang out.
100%.
Oh my God, that y'all
Friends
are-
just want to hang out.
We're soulmates. I know.
Yes,
This is why we
they're-
wanted to have you on.
They're just oh, I want to chill. I want to hang
Yeah.
out.
Oh, it's my
I'm
day off.
free. Yeah,
It's my
I'm
day
free. I wanna
off.
hang out. They're not thinking about, oh, Frankie got to pay the bills. Oh, it's wintertime, so the heat's up, you know?
Dude.
It's fucking electric, the water, this. They're not thinking of that.
No.
And I'm not shitting on them for not thinking of that. It's not their job to, but I need to remind them, dude, you got to kick rocks.
Yeah.
You got to go, dude. You got to end up like, okay, all right, understood.
And it's
fine,
so
whatever
annoying
it
to
is.
have to do that because you're like, you don't want to be a dick, but I'm like, well, I guess I'm going to be a dick right now.
You have to.
Yeah.
No one's going to care about your shit but you.
Yeah.
That's it. That's just all it is. I'm very, like, I love when, like, a friend comes by and, like, he talks for, like, 5 minutes, right? And he's like, all right, dude, I don't want to hold you up.
Yeah.
I'll just go. It's fine. Like,
Which is
dude,
extremely rare, but yeah.
Godsend.
Yep.
I love you, dude. You're welcome to stop by anytime if it's for 5 minutes. I said, dude, I don't want to hold you up. It looks like you got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know
course,
what's
of
even
course.
worse? I mean, people are literally gonna text us after this episode and be like, "Yo, man, I'm sorry."
waiting because because I do all of
Because
that.
I'm gonna out them right now. This is what I'll be doing, just so the camera can see. They'll be at the door talking to me. It'll be like fucking 10 in the morning or some shit. Day just started. I'm like this. Yeah, dude.
Oh, my God.
Yep. For 20 minutes.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, can't you get the hint?
Catch a hint.
Yeah.
Get the clue.
Like I'm literally not even looking at you.
Okay, I'm not that bad. I'll usually.
then
If it was
eventually,
me,
I'll be like, yeah.
If it was me and I went to a shop and I see the guy, he's doing
Yeah.
a bunch of shit, I'm hanging out.
You're like,
I'm
I gotta
oh,
get out
God,
of here.
I feel like a piece of shit. I gotta
Yeah.
get out of here.
Yeah.
You know, I can't be bothering this guy.
But it
This is
sucks
awful.
because they could also take the approach where it's like, oh, that guy's a dick. He doesn't even look at me when he talks to me. And it's like, bro,
all right, but
are you
under-
giving me business? What are we
under
doing
these
here?
circumstances,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't look at you
Yeah.
during my work hours.
Yeah,
I'm
dude,
sorry,
it's
you know?
crazy,
And
though.
it's not like you're working an 8-hour day. You're working 10, 11, 12 hours
Yeah.
a day. So that just means you have to put in a lot of work, and anything taken away.
You tell me
hurt
if you feel the same way. At the end of some days, it'll be like everyone, like these two guys leave, and then I'll be like, all right, time to start work.
Yeah. Yes.
Because now I can lock the
yes,
door.
Yes. Okay. Now everyone's out. Now
Yeah.
I can actually start.
I
You know,
literally,
and-
I'll be in here for 3 to 4 hours after, and I'll get home at 11. Like, what's for dinner? I guess fucking McDonald's. Like,
Goldfish.
Yes,
God
yes,
damn it,
Yes.
dude.
But it sucks because, like you said, you don't want to be the asshole
Exactly.
to kick people out. But there are times
Yeah.
where I show up in the morning, and I like to get up pretty early. So I'm there 5:30, 6,
Damn.
something like that.
So you got some
I
hours in
can't
the morning
sleep.
too.
I can't sleep. I can't sleep.
Yeah.
When I wake up in the middle of the night, I'll start thinking about work and what I want to do and all that shit, and then I can't sleep. So I'll just wake up and go, and I'll have a couple hours where the
No
phone
one's
calls, it
there.
won't start yet, and
Yeah.
all that stuff. So that's like
That's nice.
sanctuary time. It's beautiful. No one's up. It's dark. There's no traffic on the way to work.
Yeah.
It's good.
I wish I
It's
could
good.
train myself to do that. I've been working on it
What
for
time
about
do you wake
3
up?
years.
What time?
What time do I actually wake up? 7. What time do I want to wake up? 6. That's when my alarm starts going off.
Okay. Okay. 7. You get up at 7, and then what time do you get here?
Lately, 9 on the dot or later.
Wow.
Cat. I was gonna say cat.
Shop
Okay,
opens
and
at
then-
9.
And
but
then what time do you leave?
usually-
Obviously it varies, but
no, not really. Usually it's 8, 9,
8. Okay. All right. You do
Yeah.
about 12 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
10 minimum for sure.
Yeah. Of
Yeah.
course.
That's
minimum, of
that's
course,
the
yeah.
minimum. I'm definitely here for 10 hours. And then occasionally I'll come here on a Saturday. But we're not open on weekends, which is that's my like gift to myself for the last 2
okay.
years.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck that. We're not open on weekends. But
Yeah,
lately,
ju-
it's like I'm coming here to
But
do
you
my own
still
shit.
come in to take care of stuff. But it's good that you say you're closed because it leaves everyone
Exactly.
else
Yes.
out.
Saturday is more like the day that I'm gonna come here and I know no one else is gonna be here, so I can get shit done.
Yeah.
Sunday is actually the close day where I'm like,
You're actually closed.
I'm gonna try to force myself not to come here on a Sunday.
Yeah, I see. I was never a fan of the business hours because
I am. Yeah.
the business hours bothered me because it still felt like
A job.
a job, a boss.
Okay.
Though, like the hours were the boss.
Yeah.
So like I was like, oh, I was like, I gotta leave, and like sometimes I wake up in the morning and my wife wants to do something, or we want to get Chick-fil-A in the morning, or what, or whatever it is. I can because
Yeah.
fuck 9, fuck 10, whatever the hell. If I want to leave or whatever, and people will say, it kind of helps with appointments too because people are like, oh, I'll stop by. Oh, I say, what's your hours? I don't have any hours. It's whenever I'm here. So you actually have to set a date with me.
Yeah,
There is no
yeah.
stop bys. There is no
That's
pop-ins.
good. That's a
it kind
good
of helps me with that
Theory too. Yeah.
So I have a sticker that says business hours, and it just says
appointment only.
it says whenever to whenever. yeah. It's
I
just-
like that.
Yeah. Whenever to it, and like it's just in obviously it can't apply to everyone, but in my line because everything is appointment based, and I have very few clients per month, per week, per year
Yeah.
that I don't need to be in like constantly.
Yeah. Well, it's like your business is very different than mine because you need to be there to work on the vehicle.
Yes,
obviously.
yes, I have to invest the time. Yeah.
Most of what I was doing before the shop was open was online stuff, my website, stuff like that.
That's a whole lot
marketing.
smarter. That's
But
better.
But here's the thing. You can do that with a computer anywhere. So what I was doing was I'd go to work, I'd be working on my own shit at work, and then I would leave work and I would still be working on my own shit until I went to sleep. And it just was like that for 8 years, 7 years.
Wow.
So that's why I was like, once I hired Chris, I was like, okay, let me try to. I actually had a girlfriend at the time too, and that was really the reason, because that was when it was like, are we ever gonna hang out, or are you just gonna do this always? And I was like, okay, well,
Partner's very man. It could either make or break. It can make or break the business. It makes it either very easy or very difficult.
Yeah,
And,
but I mean, looking back
at
at it, I'm kind of glad that happened, because now, like I said, I'll give myself that Sunday. You know what I mean? And it's like, and I realized that like I kind of need that. I can't, if I'm here every single day all week, I feel like I'm gonna get burned out.
Oh yeah, I mean,
know?
you can't.
Or if I'm thinking about this shit at all times, which
because
is,
it's
I mean,
not
you
a
do.
sprint; it's a marathon.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just go gung ho on one day and not thinking about the next week, the next month, the next whatever it is. But that's the business. I get burnt out, but I get burnt out physically.
Yeah,
not
physically.
not mentally though.
Yeah.
I still want to do this, regardless how hard it is. I love what I do so much, it's worth it.
Yeah.
I'm willing to go through. Yeah, sure, the body can't keep up at times. I get tired. I work 12, 13, 14-hour days. I mean, there were times when I didn't have the shop yet, and I was just doing side work out of my mentor's shop. He gave me like a little space.
Okay.
And I was clocking in 120-hour weeks.
What the
110-hour weeks.
I've never worked that hard in my
Yes,
life.
yes, 110-hour weeks, 115-hour weeks. I logged it in. And it was wild because I would work with him till like 5, and then I'd work on my own shit till like 12, and I'd work on the weekends, and I would do all that shit. But I was clocking in, like definitely minimum 100-hour weeks.
Yeah.
Easy. And I don't do that anymore because I'd like to be happy.
But that's how you could tell
and
that.
be calm. But it was 100-hour.
Well, you found your limits too. I mean,
Yes.
now you know what you don't want to do again.
Oh no.
You mentioned that you were doing side work at first, because I was gonna ask where you were doing this if you didn't have the shop.
Yes. Thankfully, my mentor. Okay, first off, I just have to address. I have a speech impediment. So for anybody that's listening, your internet is fine. You're not buffering. You're not lagging. It's my stutter. It's my speech.
We haven't even noticed though, right now. So you're doing great.
It sucks. It sucks. So my mentor, he was really good in a way where we kind of had this deal where he didn't pay me amazing. It wasn't good compared to what I should have been getting. But in return, he said, you have a spot. And you could take in cars and do the shit. That's all I wanted. Fuck the money. I don't care about the money. At that time, I don't care about the money. I want to build up my resume. I want to build up my portfolio. It gives me reasons to charge more because now I have something to show for what I did.
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to build. Fuck the extra $200 a week. That's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
So he let me do that. And while working with him for those years, I put out a bunch of builds. A bunch of builds while doing that. I mean, it wasn't my ideal.
That's when we probably met. Or
circumstance.
that's when I started, because that was when you probably went to Final Bout 1 too. You were probably doing something like
Final
that.
Bout 1, I gotta say, I was
2015-ish.
2015. I wasn't even working there yet. I was still working out of my backyard.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I was because I wanted to.
That's awkward.
Oh. Nice.
That might be the first time that ever happened.
Someone's calling in.
Lines are hot.
Someone's calling in with questions, dude. We got questions.
Welcome, caller.
You know, it's dangerous. We want to do that, but then I realized how fucking unrealistic that is, because
that's a
people
good idea, though. I'm telling you,
it's a good idea. But here's the problem: people will call in and fuck with us. If you had someone to like check the call, then we'd be good.
So someone to kind of screen it first to make sure
you need
it's okay.
a screener.
But because you're gonna have somebody come on and be like, and just hang up or something like that.
I can name 5 friends right now that'll do that. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Tom, and Tom.
Dude,
Tom who?
You do
Tom,
not give
Nazzaro.
Tom any credit.
From
Okay?
Yeah.
You do not give him any credit. He was really great on the podcast.
He was a good guest. Yeah. He said he wants to do it again too.
See?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you know,
just missed
I
him.
know somebody who would be bad on the phone.
Who?
Me. I would call in and be like, I would go to the bathroom and then call in and pretend like I'm somebody else,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna come in and be like, ha ha ha, did you
We'll
did you get
figure-
my call?
We'll figure out a way to incorporate it because I do want to have
It's literally the live chat.
I know, but a phone call is so much better, dude. And
And
especially if we
Phone
hooked it
call's
up.
good. Yeah.
similar
Like
one
if
right
we
now.
hooked the
phone
audio
call's
up
good.
to the thing and everything, and like you could really hear it, like on
Yeah,
the phone,
yeah.
like
And not only thing, like maybe also like a segment where funny stories, where somebody tells them about their days of riced out cars, or things they did, or whatever. I think it would be funny to have some kind of input
Well,
from
you know,
like, callers.
we do every month. If we don't have a guest every week, we'll try to. We call it a Q&A episode, and that's kind of our bullshit episode.
Maybe we should open the
Ah.
lines during just
Open
that
the
one.
lines,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Let them go.
We have our
Everybody
lines
call
open.
in.
Please call in.
1-800-FACTION.
We're gonna get a different
Call in.
number though. Yeah, we're gonna get a different number.
Get a
so that they
WhatsApp.
don't know
Get a
the shop
WhatsApp.
number. Exactly.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, that'd be a lot easier.
We're gonna.
Okay,
keep
so
that.
now we gotta disconnect the phone line
See?
because it's in a
The
live
lines
YouTube.
are hot, dude. People want to ask questions. Just
Okay.
I want to
can't
ask
hold the
questions
people
about
down.
I guess, like, so you did a lot of side work.
Oh yeah, so yeah, like I was saying, I only started. What year was that? I only started doing like professional work in like a shop in 2016.
I was gonna.
2017.
Did the skills like develop? Was this something that you were kind of dabbling with as you were growing up, or like did you just
No.
develop this skill?
Well, the
Because
way
the
it was-
execution is there. Like you do again limitless type of projects.
Oh well, thank you
kind
very
of
much,
like-
man. Thank you for the interest in my work.
Yeah, yeah.
But
like,
it was never around that realm. I mean, like I said, my dad was a car guy, and we always did like motor shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And years of doing stuff like that, it made me realize how much I hate working underneath the bay. And I gotta get this bolt behind the water pump, and to get this, it just, oh my god, it was just drove me nuts. It drove me nuts. So like I started realizing that the only part that got me excited about building my cars was the outside part, because it's the only part that everyone enjoys, even non-car people. They enjoy it. So I always thought it was kind of the cool way.
Sorry.
No, all good.
honestly, just go answer the phone over there.
Oh, what? Dude, you got a faxing? So, yeah,
Only person I know with a fax machine. Still.
I got a fax.
Really?
I got a fax.
All right, I know too.
Yeah, yeah. Yo, it's not bad.
You should get the paper with the little holes on the side of it too.
Dude, it works.
Yeah.
So then,
You started working, more on the outside.
yeah, more,
and-
and I saw that part was
internet
kind of
thing?
exciting.
Mhm.
So I was like, you know what? Let me just keep doing stuff like this. And I went to college for fashion, so it was like kind
Artist.
of like it was the worst move. It was the worst move. Going to college was the biggest mistake ever. Kids don't go to college. It
Damn.
was horrible, horrible. But I realized I'm like, okay, I kind of like this outside shit. So I started messing with it, and then when I got my Toyota, I was like, you know what? I want to start doing some stuff. And then I started working on my in my parents' backyard,
Mhm.
and that lasted maybe a couple years, and the work was horrendous. Absolutely.
But I mean,
horrendous.
you have to start somewhere.
Of course, you
Yeah.
have to start somewhere. I'm not saying it had to be perfect, but just addressing that it wasn't like the skill that I was born with.
What were you like? Do you have any recollection of like what you were making or
Yes.
attempting to make at the time?
The first thing I made was I wanted to make a bumper for the Aristo, and bumpers at that time, now you could find them, but back then it was very hard to find. So what I did was I started looking up all these things on how I could take the factory bumper, cut it in half, and mount a bottom bumper under it.
That's like what Dave
And
Bob did.
This is what I want to do.
And that's what I wanted to kind of do. And at that time, it was obviously my skills not there. It was this daunting task, and I'm looking it up and how difficult it is. Whatever. So at the end of it, I thought like back then, I'm like, yo, I'm the best. Oh my god, I'm
Yeah.
born with this gift. Holy shit, I can't. Nobody's ready for me.
That is this.
Now I think about it, this shit was garbage.
That's Carl.
Wet
No,
garbage.
because that's
Wet garbage.
exactly.
That's Carl when he
I
makes
have
dinner.
this vision that if I say like an S13 racing line kit, do you know what I'm
Yes,
talking about? It's
yes.
the really like short one, more like little divots on it and stuff, little features on it. I want something like that on my IS300. And every time I come in here, Frankie was like, "Are you ready to interview Kay? Like SUPRLIFE is coming." And I'm like,
Yeah,
"Yeah, I
yeah.
got one question. Can I? How do I do this? What do I do to do this?" But
I'm the dream crusher, by the way.
He is.
With body,
what I am
but
too.
I'm the
with
dreamer.
body people.
I'm the dreamer.
Yeah,
and like
the second someone comes in, like even Dave Bob would be like, "All right, so I'm gonna do this." I was like, "Dude, that shit is impossible, man.
I
How
feel
are
like-
you gonna fucking do that?" And then he
Yeah,
does it, and
yeah.
I'm like, "Fuck." All right.
First of all, I'm not actually gonna ask that because I feel like I want to kind of I fuck around with like fiberglass and shit like that just to
Yeah.
get by. And it's fun for me. So like I kind of want to do it and just do it. Was that really what you did
That's
at
it.
first?
You just have to do it. If you think about it too much, you know how many friends I have with ideas
Oh my
that
god.
are just like, oh, I got this. Dude, just
Don't
shut
get
up.
me
You know you're
started.
not gonna do it. You're
Yep.
not gonna do it. I don't want to hear it.
That's exactly
I don't
why
wanna
I'm not
hear
gonna
it.
ask.
I don't
how
want
to
to
do
hear
it.
it.
But that's
So-
everything. That's business too, right? Don't they
That's-
come up to you? I got this thing I'm
Yes,
gonna do.
so I got this thing I'm gonna do.
And
Okay,
you just go,
then-
"You're not gonna do it."
Yes, I'm like, I know you're not gonna do it, but I fucking put time into it, and then they're like, okay, we'll talk later. Shut up. We're not gonna.
Okay, I
talk
do have.
later.
Well, I guess
We're
I
not
have. I guess I
gonna
have
talk.
one question. I guess because what media do you use to put this idea on? Because you don't just, or are you just free? Like you just make it right then and there?
It's freehand everything.
Because I see why do people use clay? Like what is that? They're doing stuff with like clay.
Clay is more for something where you're gonna have where you're making a mold.
Oh.
Because clay can't stay on the car.
Mhm.
It's just something to build shape because you could get very detailed with the shapes of clay. Like that's why some people will start off with foam as far as building stuff, but it's not very detailed. That's just to get a general shape going on. And then they'll add the clay and then they add the fiberglass on top of that to make a mold. But clay is not the way. It's one of the ways. When it comes to this realm, there's not one way to do something. There's my way, there's his way, there's his way. So clay is just another way.
Do you have
to,
a preferred media to use?
as far as
like if you
making
just had an
something?
idea
Well,
to make
I don't
something.
really. I've never used clay ever because I just never learned it. It just wasn't my style. But because I'm never producing something,
Mhm.
it's always one of one, and I'll never produce the same thing twice. Even if a customer comes to me, oh, you built this, I want this. I'm not doing it again. I'll do something else, but I
Gotta
won't
be
do this again.
a little different, at
Something
least.
different. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want to be like a.
I
same
love
thing.
that.
So because of that, I never had to do that. So most of the stuff I'll do is usually a lot of it's in metal work. A lot of it is in fiberglass work. But the fiberglass work, I'll just get a shape going in something else and I'll transfer it over into fiberglass. But I never produce pieces, which is like I don't have molds for anything because I don't need to make it more than once.
The metal work is something to appreciate because not a lot of people
Yeah,
can
dude.
do that.
Oh, thank you.
So
Listen,
that probably
I'm not
requires like all types of tools and shit.
it's
Like metal stuff, like you in there rolling shit.
that's all fancy shit. It's all fancy shit. No,
Yeah.
because when I was an apprentice, this guy, the guy I worked for, John, he did a lot of old cars and he did metal work and the dude had no tools, nothing.
Just
he did
hammers and shit.
just hammers and dollies and like there's times he would take a dolly and squeeze it in a vise and have the dolly hang out and just shape the metal with that dolly
Yeah,
squeezed
yeah,
on a vise.
yeah.
Really old school ways, and that's the way I learned was that. So
I
now,
love that.
now, sure, it's cool, but is it efficient? It's not efficient. So then when I moved into my shop, I just got like the basics just to
Yeah.
get my basic stuff done. I'm not like a structural fab guy that has load bearing work that does cages and shit like that. You know,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
stuff is very cosmetic based. So everything I have is for thin sheet metal.
Yeah.
You know, whether it be my shears or my bead roller or my metal shrinker stretcher,
Yeah.
or whatever it is. It's just it's basic stuff.
I always just picture like this one clip I know from like
It's probably a motorcycle.
West
Yep.
Coast whatever
West
what is
Coast
it?
Choppers
chopper
and shit, yeah.
and it's the one
That's
guy
the English wheel.
and he's making
yeah,
a
yeah.
fender
Yes.
and he's doing something like
It is
he's-
crazy,
it's going
but-
like that
Yes,
and
yes,
rolling
yes.
on it. That's what I picture when you say
I also
metal
have
work.
that. I also
Yeah.
have an English wheel. Yeah.
Like-
That's awesome.
Yes.
That so that just developed over time. That's where I'm impressed because it's anybody can have an idea. Like you look at it and actually, you know what? Fuck that. It's rare that somebody has a vision and then they're like, "That's what I want it to look like."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've noticed that recently. I didn't know that.
You gotta follow.
Where you can look
Yes,
at something
exactly.
and there's a way that you personally want that
Yes.
to look like.
Yes.
That's rare. I thought.
I think it's rare too. I mean, the shit he comes out with, I'm just like,
That's
I
what I'm
would've
saying.
Never in a million
That's what I'm
fucking
saying.
years.
Thank
I
you,
would have
thank
never
you.
thought to do
Yeah.
that. The fenders on your Aristo. If you haven't
Yeah.
checked out the Instagram or your Aristo, which
Yes.
you've had. Now that you've mentioned that you've had it
Yes.
for that long, I'm like,
over 10 years.
That's-
I gotta say over 10 years.
those fenders.
Yeah.
Metal, metal. Those are actually the second ones I made, because the first ones I made out of metal, and those were the first metal fenders I ever tried it on. And
Okay.
and
What
I,
about the grills? Like there's the detail.
all
in
those
the,
metal
in the
things? I
vent.
made that all in metal. I made that all in. I made that out of metal rod, and I shaped. That's like 4 pieces of metal rod, all welded together, reshaped. That's all metal. You could take that and just actually like hold the whole fender up by just that rod.
But there's got to be filler in some
Oh,
spots.
of course. No, to say there's no filler in the work
That's
is
kind of impossible.
Is a lie. Is a lie. I don't
Okay.
care what anyone says. To how much filler you use,
That's the key.
based on experience, obviously.
Yeah.
When you're good, you could get the general shape done, and then filler, you just skim it.
Yeah.
But there's no way you're not gonna.
There's no way because
Yeah,
it would
no.
just it would look like bad fiberglass.
Yes, it would just look wavy and choppy, and you could do it as good as you want. I mean, sure, guys can get really close, but to get that flat mirror image,
Yeah. Eventually,
there's
you got to
no way.
put something on it.
You
At
have
least a
to.
skim coat.
You have to.
Somebody, I want to get your hot take on something because somebody brought something up in the live chat, and it's that
Live chat, people.
3D printing.
People are in
Have you
there.
Whoa.
seen that?
What?
People are 3D printing kits now.
Yes.
You're gonna break his heart right
Yes.
now.
Illumisthetic, I think.
Isn't
Yes.
that what's your hot take on that? What does the product come out
Okay, but-
looking like? Have you seen it or
Okay, but we're
anything?
talking 3D printing of the kits, right? But
Yeah.
it's not. You're not printing something you can use. When you print that, you could only use that as the plug for a
For
mold.
the mold.
Oh,
It's not like you print it out and go bolt it up. Let's go. No,
Okay.
no.
Thank you.
No,
Thank you.
no,
Although,
no,
you know, now I'm thinking about it,
no.
is there a way that they're doing? No, they're using something else.
You know
There's
what's
something
wild?
else.
Someone I think it was Key Miura of Rocket Bunny. He has this process which I saw. He does everything on the computer, right?
Okay.
And he has this cutter. He has this big block of styrofoam, and it laser cuts
Oh, wow.
styrofoam into the shape. And he takes that foam and he transfers over into fiberglass. But it
sick.
gets done in a second
Because you could just
It's
draw it
all
up.
done. Exactly, and then that's it. It's all done. So that's why
Whoa.
he's able to churn out work so fast, as opposed to the old school ways where places like Voltex or Vealside, they had to sit there with a car on horses and clay and do everything by hand and then make the plug and do everything. Now, guys are scanning cars, they're doing CAD, they're doing all this shit.
Yeah.
That is the future. I will forever be stubborn against it, though.
Yeah,
I don't want to get on that to
Yeah.
do something on that.
I'm with that.
I want to just my hands on that.
This
That's
is-
all I want to do.
You're
That's all
such
I
an
wanna do.
artist, but yeah, no, that
I'm with that.
that's like the old school approach to
Well,
it.
the
Well,
old-
it's-
It is very
you're a
old school.
purist. Yeah.
I am. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I,
like
that's
to
what
think
I was
so.
about to say.
like
Is
to
it
think
takes
so.
away from the purity of it? I guess.
Purist in the craft.
Yeah.
in
yes.
the craft.
In,
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
In the craft. I kind of like the old school way. And if a guy who was learning my craft and he went to school for it and he learned the technical way, if he came to my studio and he saw the way I was doing things, he would have a heart attack because it's not right. It's not like it's
Yeah.
just things I'm doing my way. So
Mm.
it might not be textbook, but it's just the way I like it. I'm old school. When I do 2 fenders,
Mm.
the first fender is fun. The second fender is hard because what I'm doing is I need to imitate
match
what I
it.
just made.
Oh my
the first one
God.
I'm having fun. Oh yeah, fuck this. I'm gonna put a vent here. I'll put a
Yeah.
vent here. I'll put a vent here. And the second one I'm like, oh god, okay, 3 inches to
Yeah,
this
yeah,
vent and
yeah.
3 inches
Fuck
this vent.
that.
So it's never gonna be accurate because I'm going by eye. But
Yeah.
never at one time will someone be able to look at both fenders at the same time when it's on the car.
But if that-
so
if-
I just get close. I get close, and it's human error. It's human made. It's human made.
It's handmade stuff.
handmade.
If someone
Handmade.
gets that printed instead, where's the love in that?
I like
Where's the love?
Yeah.
the 3D scanning and shit like that. I like for mechanical, extremely things that need to be precise.
Yes,
Something that needs
yes.
to be machined.
Yeah.
Something like that. That's what I think of when I think of 3D scanning and like using CAD and SolidWorks and
Dude,
whatever it
that-
is they
like,
use.
Like, there's guys that are printing these interior pieces now, pieces you can't find anymore, and
Oh,
they're just
yeah.
printing it out, and there's like a little piece for the cluster, and they'll have it like.
Yeah,
this
that's-
is
th-
amazing.
that's
yeah,
good.
what a
That is-
time
yeah.
to be alive.
That
Like,
is crazy.
This is beautiful, but as far as applying it to that, and I don't want to get a thing. I'm not shitting on that. I'm not shitting on that style of work.
Yeah.
It's just not my
Yeah.
preference.
The
It's just
when
not
I
me.
think of the
It's just not me.
exterior and I think of custom work, like that's you making something that's custom, one off. that's where you gotta have to go back to that pure
Yes,
type of like
yes.
work, I guess. That's definitely my preference on
And-
it as well.
Seeing the way certain people, like, I don't want to say I had idols. I don't have no idols, but people I respect in the industry, and seeing the way they did it, I think that kind of had a hand in the way I wanted to do it and the way I wanted to be seen, because that's the way I saw them. So I'm like, oh, you know what? I kind of want to do it like this because he did it like this, or oh, I kind of want to do it like this, or he did it like
Who
this.
were some of like your inspirations, would you say?
I would say probably one of the first inspirations was Nakai. Nakai.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah, of Rawelt.
I'm so
And,
glad you said that.
See, that's
'cause
what I pictured
Yeah,
when I was
he
gonna meet
inspires
you,
me,
dude.
and I don't do body work.
He's what?
He inspires me, and I don't do body work.
That's what I was expecting when we were gonna meet. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
man, this guy's super quiet, like cool. He's gonna be like, just like
He's gonna roll up with a cigarette. Just fucking-
Kai-san's
Yeah.
methods are unorthodox too.
That's why I like it. Like,
Yeah.
I watched him work. Like, it was amazing because there's certain things that other people would be like, oh my God, don't do that. When, like, let's just say, for example, he was screwing on this front lip to the bumper, right?
Yeah.
And he's just screwing it on, right? He's
Yep.
not measuring how much in between screws, if it's symmetrical, if it's whatever. It's just on. I like that, dude. And, like, if you did that here, because guys are like, here in America, oh my God, it's crazy. Guys go wild, especially when you talk about stupid shit like wheel spacers, for instance.
It's
They're like,
me, dude.
you'll fucking die,
It's
man.
literally
You're
Frankie.
gonna fucking die, man. I was like,
Yeah.
No, dude, it's okay. But over there, it's different. And like the way it was applied was so cool. When I got a chance to meet him, the first time I met him, like I told him to his face, I was like,
yeah.
dude, I was like, I work 100 hours a week just so I could beat you. Just so I could beat you.
Yeah, yeah,
He was
yeah.
like, what? I was like, listen.
What?
I was like, you know, I love everything you do. Everything. You're a huge inspiration. You know, and I said, I'm just gonna be better. And then he went, I like that. It's good. Yeah. And then afterwards, we took like this picture. He was like, all right, let's take a picture. And I have it posted up. And after that conversation, and I left, I was like, oh my God. I was like, I can't believe I just told him that. That was fucking stupid. Why the hell did I just say? I was so hopped up on this, you know, I'm gonna say whatever. Because I met him in like a way where it was like we went to Japan in 20
Oh shit! You actually went?
yeah. So I went in 2015, I think. And
you really said, I'm coming for you.
that, you know, it wasn't even one of the things to go see him. We were there, and then we were hanging out. It was like the first or second night there, and one of my good friends who went with me, Will, he was like, he's on Instagram. He's like, yo, he's like, they're having a New Year's party.
Yeah, they just like have party.
They,
they
yes,
have
exactly.
gatherings.
So they have all these gatherings and all this
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So that so he's like, yo, RWB is having a party. He goes,
That's sick.
He goes, let's go. I was like, and I'm like a huge introvert. I'm like, no, man,
yeah.
no, and like, well, why would we stay at the hotel? He's like, dude, let's go. I'm like, no, fuck this. I'm not going.
Wait, so you went there and told that to him at his shop?
What? Yeah, no. It wasn't.
Oh,
It was at
okay.
his shop. It was at a party.
Okay.
It was at a party.
All right.
So then,
I was like, damn.
no,
the balls
it
on
would've
this
been at his
guy.
shop.
Jesus. In my own dojo. You
In
came
my
here.
own place, you shit on me. I mean, I would be tight if someone came to my place and
That's
said,
what
"I'm
I'm-
gonna be better than you."
Yeah.
I was like, or maybe I'll be flattered. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
But somebody shitting on the fence, not super pissed.
Not
Yeah, yeah.
pissed.
But you come in here.
No,
We're gonna
that's-
have some problems.
I thought the story was gonna be, because then he came over here like not a few years ago at this point. It's probably like 5 years ago. But he came somewhere over.
Auto couture.
Oh, was it that?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
dude, I missed it. I was like, fuck, man.
And then he went to the Brooklyn.
That's the one I
The
remember.
Brooklyn build, yeah.
Yeah.
And then somewhere else.
I was like,
but,
I was like, oh, it was probably there, and he's probably like, these crazy Americans.
How
Yeah, there's absolutely like no English. It was-
how
Yeah.
wild is the fact that it's still wild for me to accept the fact that somebody flew somebody out here to build something for
Oh
them.
yeah, I know.
To watch and watch.
Yes. And then so
That's
that was one of the questions I also asked too. Was I was like, I told him, so I'm like, aren't these people fucking horrible for being around you and treating you like this? I was like, how do you work? And
Yeah,
obviously,
true.
I'm not gonna do his accent. It's gonna sound very racist. But
Yeah.
he said something like he was like, he said like, oh, I just don't mind them or something like that. I just like ignore them or something like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, You ignore them? I was like, how could you ignore them? They're horrible. People got cameras in your face, and
I get it,
it's the
yeah.
same video over and over again. Like, how many
Yeah.
times can I get? Like, if it was me, I'd be like, dude, how many times have you seen me cut this fender? God damn.
How many times have you seen him do this? Like,
Yes,
Oh,
doing
the
that
dust?
whole,
Yeah, and all
yes.
that- Oh,
No,
the
No,
caulking
doing that whole
line or whatever?
silicone
the
thing.
silicone.
Yeah.
Yes.
shit.
I used to watch those videos all the time, and then I was like, I think I'm watching the same video over and over again.
It's the same thing, and you know when those videos of him first came out, obviously they were very inspiring. But afterwards,
yeah.
it just gets to be like the
Yeah.
same thing. But like when I had went there, we weren't even allowed into the party because you're supposed to be on the list.
Oh shit!
So
Christ.
So like we show up and there's all these Porsches all over like parked. Yo, I
Yeah.
was like, holy shit, this is crazy. And I was wearing this really lame fat lace sweater back then, right?
Yeah.
So
Fat Lace was sick.
oh,
man.
fat lace was the coolest shit. I
Yeah.
put the stickers on my car like
Yep.
sideways and
Yep.
shit with Illest and everything. You
Yep.
know? I was
Illest.
like, yo, I got my
Yes,
stickers in
sir.
the mail if I could put it sideways.
Carl knows about that life.
So
Yeah.
I was wearing this lame fat lace sweater, and my friend Will had this camera around him, and we couldn't get in. So we're like, fuck, like how do we get in? There's like a list, whatever. And then we're just standing there, and then she comes up to us on the list. She goes, "Oh, you guys are with Fat Lace."
yeah.
We're like, yeah. They're like, okay, come on in. We're like, okay, cool. And we're sick. So we're just walking up the stairs, and Will's
That is
like,
amazing.
Will's like, yo, how the hell did we get up? I'm like, dude, just don't say anything. And like, while I'm talking to him, I'm like, dude, this is wild. Someone's at the front. They say, hi, welcome to the party. It was Nakai. So I was like, oh, all right. So I just kind of got shocked, and we just walked in, and I'm like,
Oh my
bro, like I
God,
can't believe
dude.
we're here. So
That's amazing.
and we're like, this is like people, higher up people in the industry.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm like
yeah.
looking around like, holy shit, this is wild. And I'm just waiting for a second that he has like a minute. All these people are trying to come up and talk to him. And I see him, he steps out for a cigarette, out like this exit in the back.
yeah.
And I tell Will, I'm like, yo, come on, let's go. So we just follow
This
him
is
out.
the moment.
And then
I know, this is
I
like a
just run
movie.
downstairs, and I'm like, there's no one around. I'm like, this is the time. I'm like, excuse me. I'm like, listen, I'm this and this. I know this, and I told him exactly what I said. Listen, I work 100 hours a week. I'm gonna be better than you. I'm this. I said you're gonna hear of my name. Watch all this stuff. And then he was like, okay, cool. So we took a picture, and then he gave me his card, and then he put his personal address on there. He put his email address on there, and he put his number on there, and then I left, and then as I'm gonna risk sounding really lame right now, but I walked out,
and you're like,
and I cried, bro.
I would have been
I
like,
cried,
I would have
bro.
been freaking out,
I'm
dude.
like
Yeah.
this. I'm like, I just fucking, I told him what I wanted to say. I fucking did it.
Yeah.
And I'm around these amazing Porsches.
I
and
love
at
it.
that moment, I was like, this is what I'm doing. I want someone else to feel this way about me.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'm like, at that point, I chose, because when I went over there, my dad told me, he goes, when you come back, you got to figure out what you're doing with your life.
Yeah.
You know, you're just hanging, because I was working with my dad.
Yeah.
And that meeting him and the whole kick in the ass, I came back. I was like, that was it.
So what year was that about?
That was 2014, 2015.
Oh,
I was
okay.
doing work a couple years at that time, but it was going to be like a side thing. I didn't think I was going to do it professionally.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it wasn't up until I came back from that trip and meeting him and telling him to his face.
That whole story was like a movie.
That was a movie.
They have so many movies with that story.
Yeah.
It's like, how are we gonna get in, dude? Oh yeah, you guys, right in. Dude, how did we get in here, man?
Yes, I had
And
it.
then there's Nakai at the
Right
top of the
there
stairs.
at the top,
I would
I'm
be like,
yeah, that's exactly it. That was my face. Right there.
0 to
I was
100
like, oh my God.
fast. And
Dude.
then when you said,
What?
I'm just waiting for my moment, dude.
Yeah.
We just gotta get
Waiting
him when
for my
he's
moment, I'm just
alone.
waiting for
Get
my
him when he's
moment,
alone.
waiting for my moment. And like, it's fucked up because like I can't enjoy the moment and where I'm at because I sit down and obviously whoever's there is like higher up in the industry, right? So
Yeah.
while I'm waiting to talk to him, some guy sits in front of me and he's like, "Hey, how are you?" I'm like, "Okay, yeah, hey, whatever." I'm not looking to really talk with him. He's looking to network. That
Yeah,
whoever it is.
yeah.
So he hands me his card. He's the president of Rotiform Wheels. I was like, holy shit! I was like, yo, I'm not supposed to be here. You know, this is not
My
it. You know?
social
This is-
anxiety.
yeah,
I would be
this is
I'm not
not it.
supposed to be here.
Oh, I was felt the beads of sweat
Yo,
rolling down my
oh
back.
my
Yeah,
god.
definitely.
I would be,
Sweat rolling down
especially
my
because
back.
you know you have a task at hand here.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
There was a job that had to get done.
Yup.
It wasn't like I'm here to hang out.
Yeah,
I'm here to,
yeah.
And like you know, and like I don't Like, I don't go to bars. I don't drink. I don't know what to do there. So
Yeah.
I'm just hanging out. I'm like, we're just like weird dudes, just like standing around.
That's it.
So it was just like, yeah, okay, we're gonna look at our phones and make believe we're doing something. We're looking at photos. We're updating our apps. Like, we don't know what the hell
Taking
I'm doing.
fake
You know?
business calls.
Yeah. So it was just.
Why were you in Japan in the first place?
It was kind of like a thing. I graduated college, and it was like, okay, I want to do this, and my parents were like, okay, like we'll pay half your trip, but this needs to be like when you come back, you're gonna figure out what you're gonna do after this.
Wow.
Either you're gonna do it or not. So I said, okay, cool, and I went based on that, and there was a couple events that happened over there that just so happened to be that led me to be like, yeah,
So you guys
I
timed
wanna do
it
this.
where you would
yes,
go there.
where
and-
because we went to TAS.
Okay.
That was the original
That's awesome.
reason why. Yeah, that show.
That's one
and
of
like,
my dreams to go there. I would
oh
say.
my god, dude!
Yeah.
Like the whole show feels like a like I don't remember anything. It was like a dream, a fever dream. The quality was through the roof. I'm going nuts. I'm fanboying
Yeah.
around, acting like a weeb. I'm like, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, it's this car. I remember this car. There. Oh, I remember this car. There.
Yeah.
Typical nerd shit.
That's
And
fine.
Then,
Fuck
and,
it.
and then we went to all these big shops. We went to BR. We went to HKS. We went to
Damn, that's cool.
the Nismo factory. We went to
The Nismo
Mines.
factory is definitely a goal of mine.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
It was wild. And then there was the guy there. He was the editor of Speed Hunters
Okay.
at the time, and I was supposed to have an article back then, and then it just fell through. So while he was there, he saw I was there. He was like, "Yo, do you want to hang out?" I was like, "Yeah, dude. I was like, "Yo, let's
Yeah.
fucking hang out." We go to some place, and he's like, "Oh, I want to introduce you to some people." I was like, "Okay, cool." Like the people at that table, man. Oh my, yo, one of the guys was the chief designer at Lexus, right?
Okay.
Chief designer.
What the fuck?
Because this is all like it's like a speed hunters party.
Yeah.
So he's sitting next to me, right? And he's like, "Oh, like what do you do?" And you have a time in your life where you're not what you say you are yet, but you say it anyways. So I go, "Oh, I style cars and I build cars." He goes, "Oh, cool." He goes, "We're working on a car called and back then it wasn't out yet. It's called the RC." He goes, "Do you want to help with styling it?" I was like, "That's what I do." Obviously, I'm fucking lying. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
You're
I was
good.
like-
I'm with this.
I was like, "Yeah,
I'm
bro,
with this.
send it over my way." So
Have
What
my
the
secretary
I was like,
take
"Yo,"
your
I was
information
like, "Yo,
down.
here's my card." So I gave him my card. My card is bullshit, whatever. After I get back, I'm back in the States. He reaches out to me and he goes, "Okay, do you want to continue on?" I just ignored his fucking email because I can't live up to what he wanted. I was
my
rubbing
God,
elbows
dude.
with people I shouldn't be rubbing elbows with at that time.
Yeah.
There were guys like very much a lot of people there, and I was like, holy shit! Like, I wish I could actually hold up to what I'm saying over here.
I thought the next part of that story was gonna be like, so you know that little part on the fender of the art?
No, I wish, man. Oh
I
my
was like,
God.
no fucking
I
shot.
wish.
No.
I
But
wish.
if I'm gonna ask this, if you could go back, do you wish that you can? What would you have? Personally, I think of that, and I'm like, if I could go back and I had some sort of work that I could show him and be like,
Yes.
yeah, the RC is cool, but check this shit out.
Check out what I did. Check out this.
yeah.
Here's some
Like-
cues from this. I wish I had more. I wish I had more merit to my name and to my work.
At that point.
Because I shouldn't be doing that type of work. You know, it
Still
just
adds to the
it,
story,
It
though.
wasn't right at all. And I was just trying to, they always say fake it till you make it.
Yeah,
Oh,
Fake it.
yeah.
And I've done it for years, and that was a case of faking it till I make it. But he called me on my bluff. He
Yeah,
goes, "Yo,"
yeah.
he said,
But
"Here's the thing."
Dude,
And I
the
was like, I
story
can't do anything
the
with
story wouldn't have been good if you were where you are today and you went. It would have been like, eh.
Yes. That's
Yeah,
I was having
it
a
would have not led to
conversation.
anything, and it would just been a story.
Yeah.
But now, it's kind of bittersweet though, because I wish I could be there now.
I mean, you got to go back and like if you could get in that
Yes,
situation
yes.
again, some of
yeah,
those
yeah.
situations, it would be a
Yes.
lot different.
Because it would be, I would be able to back up what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
just
yeah.
nonsense. I was just spitting shit. "Oh, I do this.
Yeah.
Oh, you want a bumper? No problem. Oh, you want
You
this?
probably
No
had like a
problem."
handful of cars you did at the time or something.
I don't
or-
think I did one.
Not even-
I don't think I did one.
Your
Yeah, yeah.
own or no?
I did my own, of course.
Okay.
Yes, yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
I
So
did
you
my
had
own.
that.
So that was the only thing I was like showing
yeah,
everybody
yeah.
because
It's a reckless
I just kept
interaction
showing
right here.
I just kept showing everybody my fucking Toyota, and at that time it was nothing real. I didn't really do
Yeah.
anything. I was look. I did this little lip. Get the fuck out of here. We're looking for a whole built car. The fuck is a lip? Get out of here.
Going up
dude.
to RWP.
Yeah.
I'm gonna own you.
With this little lip. That I
yeah,
fucking
that's
did.
that's amazing, dude.
Fucking
I'm just imagining,
lip out.
like, yeah, I style cars, and shows a picture of like little Hot Wheels.
No, that's cool
Yeah,
though,
yeah.
dude. I'm glad you had that like mentality then, because I would have never fucking walked up to him and said that. Like
There's
like
there's a bunch of times that I haven't done that, and the feeling of going home with that shit of like I should have
I should've said
is a
something.
lot worse than going there and fighting through all the anxiety.
yeah,
It's a lot worse. Just go ahead and do it. But look, there's a bunch of times I've went up to people in the industry and I've said the same line and it never amounted to anything. It didn't
Yeah,
turn
yeah,
out good
yeah.
at all. There were times
got
I
hit.
went
Fuck
to
you
think,
then, buddy.
they were like, okay. And there was a time I spoke with speaking of Fat Lace, I spoke with Mark who owns who owns Fat Lace, and when he was here on the East Coast, I wanted to talk to him to potentially do something. I was like, yo, that's Mark Arsenal.
Yeah.
Fat Lace, holy shit. So I went up to him with the same spiel. Listen, man, I know you got everybody on the West Coast, but you got nobody on the East like me. If you're ever trying to build a car in the East, it's like me. He was like, okay, sure. Just like,
Yeah.
but I was like,
At least you said it.
Oh, my God. I said it. I
Yeah,
said it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
there's no what ifs. You
Yeah.
know, there's no what ifs. As long as I'm able to go home and say, I laid out all the cards.
Yeah.
If they take it, it's on them. But
Does
But I said it, I said it.
Fat Lace exist still?
yeah, of course, they're huge.
Oh,
Yeah,
they are?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They still have like that paddock and whatever it is.
Oh
and,
yeah.
He's still doing his shit. And
Do they sell clothes still?
I think that was always their main thing.
Yeah, it was their main thing, right?
like the
Yeah.
brand, like the
It was-
lifestyle.
yeah, it was like a
brand.
life. It was like that was the first lifestyle brand I remember.
I had a
from
Vogue-
the car
Yes,
industry.
yes,
I had a
yes.
Volkswagen, man. People
Yeah.
loved Fat Lace,
Illis,
man. Yep.
Fat Lace. And they had it with all the patterns in it and shit.
Yep.
You know, I
Yeah.
got the pink Illist. I got
Yeah.
this one. I got this one. And like back then, I was into Subarus, so they were really into the Fat Lace and the Illist shit
Oh,
and
yeah.
sticker bombing panels and
Oh,
all.
Christ.
Oh, the sticker
and all that
bombs.
and all that
Oh
gay
no.
Oh, you know something from Fat Lace I've always wanted to attend? They used to host barbecues, hella flush barbecues.
Oh, hella flush.
Holy
Hella Flush.
shit! Imagine that term.
Hella
back
Flush was
then.
part of
Oh
Fat
my
Lace,
God.
right? That was like a term
think so.
they coined.
Hella
I don't
Flush, I think was like absorbed by Fat Lace.
Yeah.
I think
okay.
because like they kind of adopted it and they ran with the
Yeah.
merch, and I think they.
Dude, I had those
could be
stickers
wrong.
too.
That's a
man.
club or something?
No,
Hella
it's
Flush?
like- it's
I
like-
thought that was
Wait,
just
wait,
something.
what is?
Hella Flush? I
Hella
thought that
Flush
was
it
something.
was because I mean I used to be part of the original Hella Flush there was
was
like a
in,
crew.
like,
Oh
script.
no, I'm talking about Wrong Fitment crew.
Mm.
Completely different. Hella Flush was a West Coast thing, but they kind of started the whole stance thing.
Stance,
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
they,
sure.
Yeah.
it was them. Like, cause there was no such word as stance. So when you looked up something that was fitted, you had to look up Hella Flush Subaru, Hella Flush Evo, Hella
Yep.
Flush
Yep.
S13.
Holy
Yes, sir.
shit! That's
Yeah.
exactly how I
Yeah.
knew it as. It's
That's
like
I mean, Hella Flush meant the wheel was like
that's
Yes.
just
perfect.
flush,
fitment.
dude.
Was like
Yeah.
perfect and like camber wasn't a thing back then. It was
Yeah, I
just
know.
about like
And what was
we have
starting.
stretch tires.
Yeah.
Holy shit! You know?
I liked that era for a little while.
I like the era when that didn't exist.
What?
I guess, but like,
the stance stuff.
but like the
I mean,
fittedness.
I'm not really
was-
from that era when it didn't exist.
Oh, I
but
see, I see.
It was like I feel like it was the tail end of it.
But the thing is, the
And then
way
that
that
shit took over
something was
everything.
fitted was like way different.
I
Like
mean, look-
it would just like fit.
I kind of like all styles of that. Like I even like the super cambered out. those
Okay.
Super cambered out. But I think they're nice. Like I don't find anything wrong with them. And every time someone posts a picture, the comments, oh, it just looks like somebody stepped on it. It's like a Hot Wheel.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like whatever. It's not your fucking style. So what? Like I still think it takes work
Yeah.
to make it look that cool. It's not like he just changed the coilovers and like, yo, there's arms that go into play. There's shit that he has to go
Here's-
through.
here's my
What
thing.
about the RX-8 that we've all seen recently? That blue one.
Oh,
would
God.
you what would your take be on something
You might
like
not
that?
know it.
I know the
You
car.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
It took work, but wasn't necessarily great work.
Okay,
I
look,
don't know.
Here's the thing.
The
Here's the
execution
thing.
wasn't there.
Look, here's the thing. That car, right?
Yeah.
Look, what are we doing right now? We all stopped to talk about that car, right?
Yeah.
He won.
He won.
He won.
That's true.
He won.
If it forces an opinion,
Yeah.
you won.
That fuck was so good.
You talking about right now? He's winning.
You just
He's
blew
winning.
him up.
Yeah. He's winning. So anyone could talk shit all he wants, and everyone that's talking shit, guess what? Nobody knows about you, dude.
Yeah.
No, but everybody knows about him. I bet you everybody knows his name. I mean, I don't really know his name. I bet you everybody knows his IG handle. I
That's
don't really
true,
know.
though.
But
It is.
everybody
He
knows
won.
it. So
Yeah.
regardless if it's good or bad, if it forces someone to formulate an opinion, you won, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck everything else, bad, good, whatever it is, you won. So regardless how I feel about it, it might not be my style. I might not want to drive the car. You won.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
I
even
think that
want to.
falls under
get
any
into
publicity is good publicity.
Well, yeah, kind
As-
of.
I mean, yes, you could argue that, but it is true though. Yes, because anything he's trying to promote,
In that
if he's
situation.
promoting it,
Yeah.
yeah, sure. It
Faction
works.
sex tape. We're
Faction
going.
sex tape.
Publicity is good publicity.
Publicity's good.
My mentality with the whole like slammed and fitment thing has always been, can the, like whatever car they're using, was it a sports car?
Oh,
If
I
it
see,
was,
I see.
then I'm probably not gonna. It's probably not gonna
Okay,
be my
yes.
thing.
I could agree with that because when I see
Like a Subaru STI, when I see that, I'm like, ah,
That's a
but you
great car.
could've-
oh
to
wait,
drive.
wait.
Those poor
You-
axles.
You said you don't want it stanced on a sports car,
Like a
meaning it takes away from the sport aspect.
Exactly.
Of the car.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I don't know, the fact that he did it to a sports car is kind of ironic in itself. What kind of makes it cool again? Like I've seen, I'm trying to think. Like I've seen an
I mean, you've worked on a lot of
FD and
Subarus too.
S2000s. Like these cars are meant to be sports cars, but when they're
Yeah.
on the ground, it looks very nice.
It does look cool
It
sometimes.
looks very nice.
I'm
yeah.
thinking of like high
Visually.
lux.
I mean, I don't care how things work. Function to me is way after. I don't care if it looks good when it's rolling on the highway.
Yeah, that's what matters.
That's all that matters. Feels good, looks cool. That's all that
Yeah.
matters. Feels good, looks cool.
I'm a mixture of that.
I was gonna say,
definitely
yeah,
care
that's it.
more about the looks than anything else
I'm-
with drifting,
Yes.
especially.
Oh, I'm sure. Yes,
But-
you guys are actually.
But then we need a
drifting
little
your
bit
car.
of function,
But
a little
what-
bit.
what
But I'm not
I
racing the
see-
car.
What's cool, what's picking up, I see guys are doing is like as far as the guys who drift, it's cool to lift your car now.
I know. Yeah, it is.
So it's like
Not here though. Not in this shop.
Not here. Oh, okay. Yeah, 'cause
But-
I
but
see
it
like
is
and like guys are making fun of low guys
Yep.
now.
Yep.
Yep.
So I'm seeing, oh god, you low, you got to raise it up to drive. But like,
Yeah, Front Street.
is that where the thing? Yeah,
Front,
I mean,
on the East Coast, yeah, Front Street's making fun of everyone. Josh
like
thinks
low.
if he roasts me enough, I'll raise my car. But
I
That's
just
what
like
I'm
it.
saying.
I like it low like that. I
I like a middle ground. There's a middle ground
Yeah.
where it's like,
yeah, I just think it
you know.
looks better. Like if you genuinely, from the bottom of your heart, think it looks better where the gap where I can stick.
I
my
know.
hand, then
That's
that's fine. You know.
Yeah, that's where they're at right now.
Looks is just opinion. That it's fine. But I mean, me,
yeah.
I don't.
So now I'm like,
I don't really like that.
I kind of feel like how you feel about, like how you what you just said about that is like when you said like lowering a Subaru and making it look good with the fitment. You could still appreciate it. That's
Yes,
kind of where I
yes.
feel with the raised cars and drifting. I'm like, yeah, I could see how it looks cool because number one, the driving is way better.
That's the thing. They have to be driving well, though. to put
Yeah.
the thing. It's one thing
Oh,
if
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
that and it looks like ass. You
Yeah.
know, like every time you see cars overbuilt with
Yeah.
crazy kits and all the shit, and he's like spinning out on every turn
Yeah.
and shit. It's kind of like that.
But, like-
if it's raised up, it has to show.
I wish we had a
Always.
photo of Josh's
I still
car.
just need to. It has to look good.
Yeah,
rolling
but
down
like,
the
you
highway.
know, like-
I'm still
Of
on
course.
that
Oh,
because
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Naoki's,
Look at that.
Naoki's car though. You know how it's taller.
It
Yeah.
looks-
But it's got vinyl and it looks sick. Like,
Yeah, but
Yes,
look, okay,
yes, yeah.
look right there. You see those?
they're
See that
low.
guy, the lead driver? A long time ago, there was this driver right there, Frankie Bovino.
Wait, so is that your car outside?
yeah,
That
the
was
one that's
yours, right?
sitting there for 3 years.
how,
yeah.
how long ago was that
That's all
photo?
right. No, it's all right.
That was 2015, I guess.
That's about to
16.
be almost 10 years soon. In a
So
couple
no,
years,
chill
that's going to
out,
be
dude.
almost 10 years ago that
Chill
photo
out.
was taken. Look how good it
No,
looks.
it hasn't been 10
That
years.
wasn't the last
It's
time I
fine, no
drove
way.
that.
It's
first of all,
so good looking because it's so, like, everything just looks sleek. That's
Well, look at the-
stylish
that's
to
that's
me.
the
other
newest
photo.
photo of my car. So that was when it was like
I like that. Yeah,
taller.
yeah,
It's a
that looks
little
cool.
It still looks slam there, but it's
It
like
looks very low. Yeah, it
Just
looks low.
just enough tire showing.
yeah.
Okay. not
but,
fully
like,
tucked.
I'm not even asking for slammed. Like even a little higher than that would
Yes.
still be fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's more than it.
I
looks
agree with
great.
that.
That's
yeah,
oh,
it looks
like,
great.
To a lot of people, that is on the ground.
And now that we're
Yeah.
talking about drifting, you dabbled in that a little bit.
yeah,
too,
I was
right?
gonna say that next.
I would
What
not-
if I would be so scared
I know.
to drift?
Guys,
How are you
I mean,
driving
I mean, look, it's been years since, and I don't ever say I drift anymore because I can't say it. I haven't done it in years. I would be a poser. But
That's like me.
when I did, yeah, I remember I would come up on the grid at Club Loose, and the guys are like,
you sure?
Dude,
Yeah,
take off the bumpers or something. Like, are you sure you want to go? I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah. It'll be good.
He could fix it if it breaks.
It's been, I'm like, dude, I know a guy. Dude,
Yeah.
I know a guy.
I know
He
a
could fix
guy.
it. I know a guy. He could fix it.
Did
But
you-
it's been years. Yeah, it's been years.
Did you
And
go off and break shit and stuff? And
Of course, yeah.
yeah.
Like, one of the last times I went out, I broke, I bent, I think the front rad support, the intercooler, cause like,
Oh my god.
yeah,
fuck.
like a bunch of stuff like fucked up, and
Yeah.
then I think that was one of the last times. But it's not that I stopped for any other reason. Then I just had to choose where my money went.
Yeah.
you know, and I was like, okay, of course I enjoyed going on the track, of course.
Yeah.
But I was like, longevity wise, where do I want to plant my money and time right now where I could see something? You
Yeah.
know? And not. I mean, some guys can do it. I cannot.
That was
do
cool
both
though
at
that you
once.
got to experience that.
Yeah,
you know?
dude. It was, and like some of the time I was, when I was drifting the car, it wasn't even manual swapped yet.
Oh shit.
Half of the time,
Yeah.
I just had a welded diff with like a hydro,
Oh okay.
and I would just swing it. Believe me, it looked very ugly, and the whole line was very weird. On
You just
which
pop it
line I
into
had to
two
follow.
or something, or
No. See, I feel we're gonna talk really lame right now about how we're gonna drift an automatic car.
No,
No,
people
no,
have
because
people have
I've
done
done it.
this.
I've done
Yeah,
it in
people
my
have done
car.
this.
So-
there was like dude a final bout in an automatic.
Yes,
Yeah.
he had the Mark II. No, he had the Mark II.
Yeah.
I think so,
The
yes.
older.
wait, what?
Yes.
This is his final bout 1.
Oh,
About-
okay, okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
He had a black Mark II.
and
I
we
remember.
they
He,
filled
he,
that
he,
thing.
he was like my hero. I was like, it's automatic.
Yeah.
Look at this shit. It's automatic. It's automatic. And then I was like, oh my god, look at this.
and they
shit.
filled that car with people too.
Yes, it was
Fuck
like
yeah.
4 people.
Hell
But
yeah.
It's weird because what I found was that you can't. God, I just feel so lame talking about that. But you can't drift in 2 because 2 is too high of a gear. It doesn't
yeah,
have
yeah.
that. It doesn't have that
Yeah.
kick. So you're really limited on speed because you could either go in 1 or you go in D. And 1 is sometimes you're going too slow, and for D sometimes it's too fast.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard. You kind of have to play back and forth, and and obviously the hydro helped a lot. But
It just locks the
so-
drivetrain
yeah,
up too,
yeah,
because you're
yeah.
still an automatic.
it's an automatic, and I
yeah.
have to lock it. And obviously the welded diff. I still have a welded diff, but the welded diff also helped a lot because I had an LSD. It was a factory LSD.
Yeah,
It was
factory LSDs.
trash.
Sometimes they're good,
Trash.
but
It
most of the
was-
time they're not.
It wasn't a VLSD like how it is on the S13s or S14s or
Yeah,
S15s,
S14s,
whatever. It was just like a weird one. So it wasn't really doing well.
Yeah.
And then I welded it, and it's just made it a whole lot easier.
and
But
you're still driving with the welded on it.
yes,
just
I
in,
am.
Just in case.
Just in case you want to, because
it actually got worse now because I used to have a lot of camber, so it would just skip really easy. But now, ever since I straightened everything
Now it's
out,
got a lot of grip.
now it's like,
Yep.
yeah. I just feel everything popping. But
That's-
after it got manual swapped, obviously it made it a whole lot easier. And I was like, wow, I should have done this to the car like from
Yeah.
the get. It was the best dollar I could have spent towards.
Dude,
the
I
car.
remember seeing his car. We were at Chicken and Rice one night, Halal guys. And I don't know who I was with, but yeah, I saw your car on the street. I was like, damn, dude, that thing looks sick. Just in New York City.
Thank you. Yes.
Where do you
yes.
live, by the way?
What do you mean?
Where do you live right now? Because you live in the city?
I live in Jersey.
You do live in
Yes,
Jersey.
yes.
Okay.
Because I went back and forth. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, but I
Okay.
was making the trip back and forth. Being I wanted to have my place here,
Yeah.
I moved to Jersey and I bought a house.
A
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
people do that. I mean, Josh moved here. Other Front Street guys thinking about moving to Jersey too.
Oh,
so.
listen, Jersey sucks, man.
Whoa,
Believe me.
whoa, those are fighting
Jersey
words.
Sucks.
Whoa.
I'm from Brooklyn, okay? I was always like Brooklyn till I die.
Mm.
Fuck Jersey, but
Malcolm, censor that part out.
the whole the whole thing about Jersey is it gives it's good for me in every way right now.
You know, all
Good
these
in
New
every
York
way.
City
That's
people,
all it
man.
is. It's good for me in every way.
Jersey sucks, but I live here.
I live here. I bought a house here.
I pay taxes
I
here.
rooted here. I rooted here. How stupid am I? I'm saying Jersey sucks and I invest.
I know, but
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You
But,
New
like,
Yorkers like Jersey.
It's good. And every time I go back to Brooklyn now, I'm like, God, this place sucks, man. What the hell? It sucks.
So now it's like the opposite.
So now it's the opposite. I like the open highways.
turning
I,
him.
I kind of like everything in Brooklyn. It takes half hour to
Yeah.
fucking drive 2 miles.
Yeah.
Here you drive 10 miles in 10 minutes. You know.
yeah,
so
that
it's
part is
just,
definitely better.
Yeah. It's just
And the
leaps
pizza.
and bounds better. You think the pizza's better in Jersey?
I'm fucking with you. I think the pizza is the
he was
same.
ready.
I think the pizza is relatively the same between kind of where we are right now, definitely Newark area and New York
it's
City.
definitely close. Yes, it's all close. I'm not one of those guys that's like,
Yeah, yeah,
Brooklyn
yeah.
pizza's the best. Anything,
I'm not a big pizza guy either, so.
No, it's fine. The only thing better about Jersey is they have fun with their slices. They have like shit on it, you know.
Yeah.
In like Brooklyn, it's all plain. Here, they're
sometimes-
throwing everything on it. They're throwing
I
fucking.
have
yogurt
a
and
mild
fucking
problem
whatever.
with that, dude. It's getting ridiculous. Somebody the other day.
M&M's. No, I'm kidding.
No.
Is that real?
Is that real?
I don't know.
Yes,
I
there
hope
is
not.
a place in Wayne
Oh,
called
no.
Bruno's. Or
That's
something.
No.
exactly the
They make
bullshit that I'm
dessert.
talking about. You're not gonna
It's
find
not-
that.
It's not like tomato sauce, cheese, and M&M's. It's dessert pizza.
Oh, that might
okay,
be
okay.
different.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Scratch the M&M idea. I mean, like in general, I'll walk into the other day. I walked into a pizzeria and I saw a piece of pizza. It had the sauce, but it had fucking tacos all over the top of it. What? Tacos. Full tacos. Not like a
Blasphemy,
taco
dude.
slice where it's like ground beef and all that shit, all the fucking
The
pizza.
tacos are the appetizer.
It was
dude.
tacos on top of a pizza. So I was like, so then what the fuck am I eating?
Listen,
What?
as bad as that sounds, I'd rather eat that over when we went to Final Bout and we ate that sorry
Thank
fucking
God.
excuse.
Oh, the casserole.
Yo.
Casserole.
That's what we call it.
It's a
fucking
it's a
sauce
pizza.
pie.
Yo, I was
hell
just
is
gonna
this
ask
shit?
you about that shit too.
And what's that place called?
Oh, fuck.
Pecodes?
Picardo.
Pecodes? Pecods?
Pequods or some
Alright.
shit?
Pequods.
Yeah, I don't fucking.
That
and
sounds hilarious.
And we were
I
hyped
hope
up.
someone from Proceeds in the
We
in
were
the
hyped
chat.
up. We're like, Chicago pizza wouldn't get it. It came in front of us. I was like,
Everyone
What is
was
this?
excited about it
this
because we
is
were like,
nonsense.
oh, it's
Get
different.
this thing away from. I'm trying to eat over here.
Okay,
It's gonna kill
wait.
my appetite.
Was
Yeah.
so I personally I can taste the difference. I like the sauce. I like tomato sauce on the pizza.
Yeah.
Was the sauce good though?
Nothing was good.
Oh, okay.
Nothing was good.
Then it's
Nothing
just
was good.
Then it's just
I would go.
What's good
like,
about it?
if I went again, I would not ever eat the pizza there in Chicago. Ever. I would eat Popeyes 10 times over.
Yeah.
10 times
He's
over.
a Popeyes guy.
I
Huge.
motherfucking love.
I
At
saw the
least-
little sticker on your car.
At least twice a week. Yes.
Little
Yes, I
sticker
even
says
have it on my car.
Popeyes.
Yes, I even have it on my car.
You love it that much.
Popeyes is the best, dude.
Yo,
I actually, one of my art pieces, I painted this battery like a Popeyes box. And then I actually have it up there. Yeah.
That's
and
awesome.
yeah, one of the pieces, because I just love it so much. I had this battery and I just had Popeyes. I'm like, yo, I could paint this box on this battery. And I was, yeah, I'm going to do it. I like it that much. I like it that much. I paint
Have
it.
you gone to Louisiana before?
No.
Dude, okay, if you ever do, the Popeyes there, since you know
Oh.
that's technically, you know,
shit.
is it
Yeah,
different?
Louisiana, yeah.
oh, dude,
It hits different.
it's way like the
Wow.
the breading and like the shit just tastes fucking.
Damn.
I like rice and beans. That's one of my favorite things from Popeyes
Rice
to
and
get.
beans.
Yeah, it's like my favorite side.
How do you go to Popeyes for rice and beans?
It's a side. It's a side. I get that on the side. Don't get me wrong. I'll still eat the chicken. I'll eat
Cajun
the sandwich.
fries as the
Yes,
side. What
the
are you
fries
talking
If
are
about?
anything, I'll get
good.
both and get them.
No,
But
the
I've
fries
had,
are good.
I've had
No.
Cajun fries from there so many times that just.
There's no such thing as so many times when it comes to Cajun fries.
Here's what I do like about the Cajun fries. You could still order it in a big box.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
for me.
yeah.
That's for me. I'll take the big
Dude,
box.
Those
fries are
Cajun
good.
fries with the ranch sauce. Ooh. Don't even give me anything else. I'm good. I'm good.
That spicy chicken
Nobody
sandwich, though,
give me
too.
food. I don't even eat the chicken sandwich. I just eat the basic chicken.
The basic chicken's better.
It's
Yeah.
great. It's great.
Yeah.
The biscuit.
Yes,
you
the
freaking put
biscuit.
the chicken on top. You put some ranch on it.
Oh.
I might go to Popeyes after this.
I'm
I'm getting
thinking
myself
the
worked
same
up.
shit right
Where the
now.
fuck is there? Is there one around here?
What was
There is
the-
one
what was
around
the-
here.
Worked up over
the
here.
Popeyes
I'm
meme?
hungry as
The Popeyes
shit.
biscuit meme?
Oh,
They're called the Choke Me Daddies.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
yeah.
Choke me, daddies.
The choke me daddy fucking biscuits.
Oh my God,
Here's-
the voice is so weird without
Here's
I know.
here's the thing. I have a huge fucking fight with the Popeyes by me, and I refuse to go there ever again.
Why? What'd they do to you?
Every time I go there, and I'm not saying I hate the fries, but I'm just saying there are days where I want the rice and fucking beans. And I've been there on 2 separate occasions, okay?
And they don't have the rice and beans.
No, they do have it. And the first time, they mistakenly maybe gave me fries.
Oh, he got mad.
And it was after I got home already.
Oh,
I'm-
shit.
And so the second time I go there, and the kid asked me, "Oh, fries?" After I said rice and beans. And I corrected him. I said, "No, rice and beans."
I said no.
I said rice and beans. But, like, like a dumbass, I go back to my car. I get the bag. I put it back in my car. I go home, and guess what's not in the fucking bag? Rice and beans.
The bean.
Never went back there ever again.
Bro.
Unbelievable.
How many times did that happen to you?
That was the second time.
Oh,
See? 2 times. Fool me once. You ain't gonna fool me again.
I don't know if you guys. I don't know how often you guys eat Popeyes, but they don't have the Cajun rice anymore.
that sounds delicious.
Cajun
What the hell
rice
am
was
I
my
eating?
jam.
Rice and beans, though. They're putting it in the beans.
No. There was rice and beans, but then there was also another option for Cajun rice.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
That sounds delicious.
That was my jam. They don't have it anymore. They
Here's the
stopped
thing with Popeyes.
Oh, what? Oh, are you gonna comment
it.
on the food
sodium-
itself?
The sodium,
The sodium
content.
levels, dude.
Shut the fuck!
I'm just
Who's
saying,
going
dude.
to Popeyes and reading the sodium content?
I'm
What's
just
wrong
saying,
with
man.
you?
I read it once by accident.
Oh well, that's where you fucked
And,
up. I've
I
never
was like,
read it in my entire
I was
life.
like, whoa.
I've never gone to Popeyes and read anything
all I-
nutritional.
Malcolm was here. I was like, whoa. You need to
we
read
still
this
got
shit.
it that day.
I know, dude.
Yeah.
And I
Dude.
don't want to break Kay's heart, so I don't want to fucking say it right now. Have you ever
This-
checked the
this guy
sodium levels in the Popeye
this guy's
meals?
talking about-
No, you
Don't-
don't do
don't
that.
look
You
at
don't
him.
do that.
I'm not looking at that.
What's wrong with you?
So I was on the menu, right?
Ignorance is bliss.
I was on the menu online, and it just, they like mandate it in
They have-
America because
you
everyone's
have-
900
Yeah.
pounds. Yeah. So I'm scrolling. I was like, whoa. I was like, that's more than your daily intake.
Wait, is it really?
I don't want to break your heart, man.
Why did you even tell me this?
Just
Yeah,
to-
I don't
I don't know. I don't know if it was
Yeah.
Malcolm. Do you remember if it was more or if it was like
No, it was-
extremely?
No, I think
It
it was
was
at the cap
more.
of your daily intake.
Dude, it was bad. And that was a 2-piece.
That's it.
I was like,
it's
I'll
that
eat
much?
4 of these fuckers right now.
Did you just pull out a fruit roll up?
Yeah, why?
Fruit by the foot
Yeah.
out of your pocket?
Yeah, what,
I
you
know,
guys
I'm
want?
okay, but
Oh.
that is.
That's
I love that.
amazing.
I love you.
That's
That is amazing.
Dude, it's snacks, bro. It's
The
good.
red one,
amazing.
though, the red one is the way.
The red one's good.
Because I feel like everyone wants the berry tie dye.
You guys want, man?
No, I'm good.
I mean,
man.
I just bit it, but
I'm good. Thank you.
want.
Oh, so you're the slow eater type. You don't ball it up and then chuck the
That's
rest
me.
in
God
your mouth?
damn.
yes, it's always
Oh
enticing,
my god.
but I want to savor it.
Yeah, yeah.
I
savor
agree.
it.
I
That's
agree.
that's
Savor
growth
it.
right there. That's,
know,
that's
I
you
was-
being an
yes,
adult.
Yes.
You know, I was thinking
I'm
about
trying.
too. We should have water and shit in the.
We
in
said
the
that
fridge.
3 months ago.
No,
I-
no, you said that for the
No.
customers.
No. I said at Jimmy Oaks' place, and if you're listening, Jimmy, you can quote me on this. I said it's in the video too. Oh, look, Frankie, food for the employees.
He had a kitchen, bro.
I didn't say. Ooh, look, they
This
have
is
a
what
kitchen.
actually happened. Carl turns around and goes, "Oh, look, somewhere to feed your employees." I'm like, "Yeah, it's a whole fucking kitchen that's bigger than our office."
No,
Yeah, I'm not installing
Wait.
that anytime soon.
Well,
Do you have a
little
fridge?
table?
We have a fridge.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
Microwave.
That's
I
all.
was like, "Look, we'll
Hey,
put
microwave,
water
fridge,
up.
that's it.
You
You're
know,
good.
maybe
little
some
basket,
coffee or
little
something."
basket here
Good.
with
You know?
with something sweet, something salty, something a little bit in the between.
Popeyes.
Some Altoids or some gum.
Yeah.
Not-
Boom, little basket.
Oh, you're in the
talking-
bathroom for this, but do you remember that Popeyes had Cajun rice?
No.
He's a
See?
fries guy only.
He's
Yeah,
a
yeah, I
Cajun
remember-
fry guy.
Okay, but back when I first started to eat Popeyes, I'm gonna sound like as if I'm the hipster of Popeyes. Right now.
Back in Brooklyn when I
back
started
when I
eating.
used to eat Popeyes, they had this one sauce. It was called this. It was this honey mustard sauce. God
Oh my
damn.
I
God!
think I know what
Wait,
you're
Oof,
talking
that
about.
was so good, man.
I think I know what you're talking
And then
about.
they took it off.
I just pulled it out.
Because I do love. Because I love it.
That would've been wild.
I'm a honey mustard person sometimes when it comes to chicken. I love honey mustard.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay, but see, General Honey Mustard
A little boring.
was like okay. Theirs was, oof, man.
Well,
Was
they
it
had
the
that
Mardi
other
Gras
sauce,
mustard?
too.
I could write an essay on it.
Which
It was amazing.
Oh, sorry, Malcolm just woke up.
It was the Mardi Gras mustard or some shit.
No. Wasn't,
That's something else.
Yes, that's different.
Wait, Malcolm liked what it. No,
That Mardi Gras mustard.
that shit burns my nose. That's how
Yeah, it
mustardy
I
does.
it
think
is.
Bussin'.
I think the Mardi Gras mustard is too spicy. They
It
have too
hurts
many
your
weird
nose?
things in there.
They
Yeah.
put wasabi in that
But
shit.
what sauce do you guys? Because when we get it, you guys get some other sauce.
Black and ranch. Or
I was
or
just about to say that's
Sweet
the worst
heat.
sauce they have there.
either
The
black
black
and
ranch.
ranch or
I was
sweet
just about to
heat.
bring that up.
Sweet,
Sweet
heat
heat
is
is
delicious.
okay.
Sweet heat is okay,
Yeah.
but it's good going in, bad coming
Oh,
out.
for sure.
Bad coming out.
I know Frankie.
believe
That
me,
name
we
is
know.
perfect.
Frankie
You know.
on that Frankie on that thotty sauce.
I mean, hey man, that shit's good.
Isn't that what it was? That was Megan the Stallion's thotty sauce
Oh,
or
was it?
whatever.
Oh shit.
Isn't that what it is?
I don't know, man.
Oh,
I don't even know what bussin'
They had
means.
something going on.
Bussin'?
Yeah.
That's what Josh does for work.
Bussin'.
He busts.
Who's that?
Josh who? Oh, bus because he drives a bus. I got it. Dad jokes,
Do the
but I got it.
That was a dad joke.
Yeah,
That was a
Bussin'.
very good dad joke.
But I mean,
didn't work.
what the fuck were we even talking about before all of that?
We just went into Popeyes because Popeyes is just.
Damn. Okay. Wait.
Oh, I know why. You talked about you painted a battery.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Wait.
Yes.
No, we're not done with Popeyes yet. Not
Whoa,
done with food yet.
whoa.
I have one more question because
right.
Popeyes Cajun fries are good, but I want to know: have you had Checkers fries though?
Checkers is not good.
Oh
What?
shit!
I fuck with Checkers fries. Their fries are good.
No.
I know.
You say it's good?
I actually don't think I've been to a Checkers yet.
You're not hood.
I know.
Yeah. Checkers are usually in bad areas.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
From what
yeah.
I remember.
Yeah,
yes. So a lot of Brooklyn did have Checkers. I went a while ago. When I went, I said, "What is this? This is not good."
Like every time we're around there, everyone's
This
like, "Oh,
is-
Checkers," and then it just never happened. And then we tried to get it for lunch once, but we were like, "We got to drive to Patterson," and that's a lot of
No,
time.
That's exactly
Look,
where I
you,
thought the
you
Checkers
want to
was
know
going to
what
be.
was very surprising as far as fries goes was Arby's.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yup. Yes, sir.
Arby's, I don't know what they have, but for some reason I was taking fries out of somebody's whatever, something. I was eating. I was like, "Yo, what fries these?" He was like,
Yeah.
"Arby's." I was like, "Who the fuck goes to Arby's?" and then he said something, but I was like, "Yo, these fries." I was like,
There is
"Wow,
still an Arby's by me,
wow."
and I think it's the only one I've ever seen left.
You go there for
No,
fries?
There's
And
one around
I
here.
haven't gone there, and I'm over here. I talk great about Arby's because I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, the fries, you got to give them a chance.
No.
But everyone writes it off immediately because they got roast beef commercials.
That's exactly why everyone writes that.
Is
Who wants
Arby's-
to- who wants to eat fast food roast beef? Who wants that?
Sign me up.
have the meats.
Isn't Arby's the same as Hardee's, or is that a different place?
Nah, that's different. I think.
What's Hardee's?
Carl's Jr.
Carl's Jr.
Hardee's is that Star
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
that's
at
my
Final
God,
Bout they have the Hardee's. That's the only place that's fucking
Dude.
open.
Okay, that day of
yeah.
work that we had at Final Bout, I went to, Frankie took me to my one and only Final
Which one?
Bout I've ever been to.
Probably
I-
4.
4.
Find about 4.
Yeah, they're on 4 now.
4. Oh, okay.
Fucking wild.
Okay.
So we went there and there was a Hardee's and I had a chicken biscuit first thing in the morning. The rest of the day, shot. I ate that whole thing and just wanted to sleep.
Really?
It was so good. It was
Oh,
so
good.
Yeah,
I thought
you were
It was
shitting
a
everywhere.
chicken. It was a
Yeah.
chicken biscuit, but the size of the
Yeah.
fucking chicken itself, it was literally like a Popeyes sandwich
I-
Wait,
size.
it was next to Final Bout?
Yeah, there was a
Yeah.
Carl's Jr.
I don't
No,
this
remember.
is the
next to Find About. It was next to our motel.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
the only
the
thing
mayor of
the
you.
only thing that was next to Final Bout was there was a Perkins.
Oh
I
God.
fuck
was
with
close.
Perkins heavy too.
Perkins, yeah,
Perkins
I know
was
where you're
close.
talking about. It's not very close, but there is a Perkins.
You have to go
somewhere,
down
right?
like when you came out the track, you have to turn left and go down that long.
Yeah.
Was there a
long,
Perkins
long,
on that
And
road?
then you turn left again where everyone got gas.
Yeah.
You go down a little bit more and the Perkins was on your left.
So I'm actually a big fan of Perkins, but
Oh
Yeah,
hell yeah! I knew
that was
I
the
fucked
first
with you.
time that I ever had it. I didn't even. I was like, "What is this? Is this new? Holy shit!
Biscuits
Wow,
and
look,
gravy,
it's crazy.
biscuits
the
and gravy.
problem
I
with
never heard of it.
the problem
before.
with Final Bout was always we would get out of there at like 8 or 9, and that entire road was closed except for like Taco Bell closed at like 9, and if you missed that, it was like Hardee's till 10, and then like, dude, it was so bad. So we
Well, at
would
least you
literally
get liquor though.
Final Bout.
I know
Like,
there's a
was-
Walmart.
Fire.
Yeah.
Final Bout, like the first one was wild. It was
Yeah.
like experimental and it was cool because there wasn't a lot of people yet.
Do you
Yeah.
remember
And the
anything? I want to
Two went
hear.
through the roof.
Well, I tell you what I remember. I remember seeing him at. We were at. You remember the first rest stop everyone went to on the drive up? Those like little. They call them Oasis.
yes.
What?
Yes.
They call them Oasis. Yeah, like you gotta stop at the Oasis.
at the Oasis, and that's
Yeah.
where everybody would meet.
That's
yes.
what they call it.
Yes. Yes.
It's basically like the
all
highway.
of the proceed guys were like, you got to meet at the Oasis.
Yeah, it's like the highway,
It's like it's like a rest stop in the middle.
and there's a bridge over. it.
yes.
And
Yeah.
like the food will be like in that sometimes, and like you
Yes.
could park on either side, but you can get to both sides. They call
Yes.
them Oasis.
It's called Oasis.
I can't do
That's
that in a
cool
plural
as
way,
fuck.
but
So it was, you know what was wild was Final Bout 1. I was like, I'm going. I don't give a shit. This is gonna be something big.
That's
this
what
is gonna
my
be something
mentality was.
That's
legendary.
literally what
So,
Frankie said.
Like I left from Brooklyn, right? And I'm like, okay, we're just gonna go. I leave. I'm in Staten Island driving. I just left. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got like how many hours? And I'm a bad person on the road. Like I stop every hour, 2 hours. It took me 5 days to
5
to get
days?
to Chicago.
What the
We
fuck?
just stopped everywhere. We're stopping at hotels. We're driving 2 hours. We're like, fuck this. We're stopping. I'm a bad road trip person.
All
right,
right, so that was a relaxing trip, I guess.
We like just got on the road and we're in Staten Island and we're just driving, and then I see Josh. driving on my left side, Josh from Front Street.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, "Hey," I'm like,
that
"Oh,
might
hey."
have been the second one then.
No,
right?
no, no. That was the first one.
But you just saw him in
I
Staten
just saw him in a
Island.
regular car. Yeah, he was just driving, and then he said, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going to Final Bout." He goes, "I wish I was going."
Yeah,
He
yeah,
didn't go
yeah.
at that time. I went, so I
Yeah.
saw him, and we took the whole trip out there, and then we went, and it was nice. But
I saw you at the Oasis.
at the Oasis, yes.
yeah, so we're all
because
walking around, and I'm
I
like,
saw
wait
you
a
there, too.
minute.
Yes.
I'm like, what the fuck? And then I was like, this dude drove here?
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
That was
we
a
just
rough ride.
we
It was a
caught a
rough ride.
ride with like the Bosstown dudes coming from Massachusetts.
Oh, okay.
That's how we went.
Wait, so you guys trailered your car?
We didn't drive that event. So it was me and a
Oh,
friend.
okay.
Yeah, we drove.
He's the
second
one who owns the Cressida, I think. You said
yeah,
Miyagi went.
Yeah,
with you.
Miyagi.
Oh,
It was
okay,
me and
okay.
him. We were like, I was like, yo, we have to go to this event.
Yeah, yeah.
And we were broke. And I was like, I don't care what we have to do. We have to go there. So I told the story on the podcast before, but like we fucking took his minivan he had at the time, and we just drove all the way up to Massachusetts. Met the Bosstown guys. I never met them before. I
Wow,
was like,
wow.
all right.
Was
and
it weird? Was it awkward taking a drive with strangers?
I would say no, but and maybe for him because he was in the back seat. I got lucky, man. I was in a good seat all the time for some reason.
Oh,
But he was in the
that's a
back
huge
of
one.
like my truck type shit. Like so it's like an extended cab.
Oh, okay.
But no, they were all cool. Like it was a good time. And so we must have been friends on Facebook or something because he put a post out. He's like, does anyone want to go to Final Bout? I got 2 seats.
Wow.
Meaning like, you pay.
yeah,
and
just like jump on. Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, fuck it, we're going. So that's how we got to the first
Wow.
one.
Okay, so you don't have your cars at the
No.
first. So you saw my car there, but you don't
Yes.
have your car.
Yeah.
there.
So that's why I was like, what the
Yeah, I
fuck?
drove like an idiot. I drove, and then the second year, I was like, I'm not doing this again.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
give a shit. This was dumb. Second year, I said, let's go. I said, yeah.
Wait,
So
wait,
we
wait!
did
You
it again.
drove the Aristo up there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
yeah.
Was
yeah.
it turboed? It's GTE.
It comes
It
factory
came
turbo, yes.
GTE.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
looked
yeah,
like
GTE.
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I drove. So it was wild because we're in the middle of it, wherever, Ohio, we're in Indiana.
Yeah.
Just driving on the
Yep.
road low, hitting all the bumps and shit, and we're just going. I think it was me and my friend. I think it was me and this dude Oz, and then we drove and we're like, yo, this was fucking dumb. And what was stupid was like it was so hot. So I was like, okay, I was like, I gotta hook up the shit. I gotta get my AC going. I get my AC going. We get on the road. We get into Pennsylvania. The car starts smoking.
Oh.
What the fuck happened? So I pull over. We realized that one of my lines for the AC started leaking, and the Freon was leaking out. It was smoking, whatever.
Bro, AC is always the hardest motherfucking thing to work, dude.
Yeah, right at the start of the trip. So we had to drive the whole thing with the windows down,
Yeah.
sweating, our whole back sweat, and just driving for hours. And that's probably also why we extended it to how many days. So it took us like how many days to get there, and then how many days to
Yeah.
to get
And
back.
then you went to the second one.
We went to the second one too.
That's
And
cool.
like it was stupid because like I don't want to say I'm friends with them, but I know the guys from Proceed and all
Yeah,
those
yeah,
teams
yeah.
and all that shit, right? So once we got there, he's like this dude Chob who drives
Yeah,
the
Chob. The GS.
yes,
Yeah.
he drives. He's like, dude, come out, hang out. And he was the only one I had the number 2.
Dude, how friendly are all those guys?
I don't even know. I didn't talk to any of them. I'm such an introvert. I didn't even go out. At the whole end of the day, everyone went out to the parties and the hangout and shit.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
went back to the to the room and
I get it.
watched TV
Yeah.
and walked outside, walked through
Trust me,
woods. and
trust me, I
shit.
wanna do the
we
same
didn't, We didn't go
shit.
to any of the parties. We didn't speak to anybody.
Yeah.
I look back. I kick myself because I'm looking at pictures. It looks like a blast.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm like,
But those
oh,
guys are so
God.
nice, man. Once you get away from this area, everyone
Dude,
just all of a
they're
sudden becomes
all
nice.
so nice.
Yeah.
They're all so nice. And there's no gatekeeping.
Yep.
There's no type of shit like that. They were all
Yeah.
extremely nice, extremely welcoming. And it was surprising that, I don't know, they were just so okay with
Everything.
just
Yeah.
everything. I said, yo, is it cool if I come? But I'm not going to drive. Is it? Yeah, come on. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a totally
Whatever.
different
And like the
experience.
first one was experimental. So like I said, it was very it was cool to see the first one happening. Kind
Yeah.
of like there wasn't a lot of teams yet. You know, there wasn't a
Yeah,
bunch
there
of
was like
things
a
that.
handful of them, and most of them didn't even show up. I feel like there was a bunch of them that didn't even come, but it was like the internet was all hanging out.
Yes, just
That's what it felt like.
That's what it was. And
now that's normal.
I'm so
it's
envious
normal.
of that.
It's normal. Everyone
Yeah.
Like,
everyone meets
That's how
up.
it felt.
Yes.
That's probably like so different of
It
a
felt
feeling.
It felt like the forums were hanging out.
Yes.
yeah, that's
yes.
see, that's
And then after Final Bout came all of the people that wanted to recreate
Yes.
Final Bout. So
Yeah.
now there's all these, I don't want to name
Yeah, yeah,
events.
yeah.
I'm going to look like an asshole, but there's people that are very imitating
Yeah.
the whole final bout team thing.
Which makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
I
mean,
still-
Of
it's a good
course,
time.
I don't
it's
think-
working. Do it.
Yeah.
I don't think anything will ever mimic it though. Like,
Well, you're never gonna get to that feeling that the first one was.
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
Maybe
it
the second was pretty good,
wild.
but it
was
started.
wild. Yeah.
Yeah.
I started missing it after. I think I went to 3 as well, and then after that, I think I went to 3.
Now
But
they got like 7
whatever
events
it
a
was.
year.
There's the Central, there's the East.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I went to East once.
Which one? Where was it?
The one in
Thompson. Not Thompson.
in Cannon.
Cannon. Yeah. I call it Cannon. I don't know what the fuck. the name
I don't
is.
know what it's called, but I went to that one and
It was not the same.
no.
Yeah.
It was all over the place. Who's doing what? Some
Yeah.
guys out on the track, some guys over here.
The
some
track
guys
was
doing
kind of
this.
cool. I'll give it that.
I mean, obviously, I didn't drive the track, but that long
Yep.
straightaway coming
Yeah,
into
that
into
really
big,
tight right turn. Yeah.
And there's a couple guys that went into the fence.
Yeah, it
I'm
was
not
me.
Sure oh, was you? Nice.
No, I didn't go into the
Nice.
fence, but we did fuck up that first turn.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
that. I mean, it was wild to watch. It wasn't as cool as the one at Shawano.
It's actually Shano.
How
It's
many
weird.
people corrected us over there?
Yeah.
Like, oh,
That's
they're,
what I told
they're,
them.
they're like, oh,
Yeah.
well, we're looking for Shawano. They're like,
Yeah.
Shano, you mean? I, was like, I
Yeah.
don't know. What the
It's
fuck?
like, yeah, well, it's got a W, so
Yeah.
Shawano.
Shawano.
it was the
Shawano.
vibe for not that's so fucking cheesy. It's the vibe there that I like. Like
Yeah, yeah.
literally, I was happy literally that whole weekend,
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
did you?
it's
Did,
except for when the car died.
you
it's
stopped in
phenomenal.
Chicago, obviously. I mean,
Yes,
it took you
yes.
5 days. You
To-
definitely stopped
yes,
there.
yes, we
So,
stopped there.
did you experience a car show or any gatherings that they had
No,
there?
no, I didn't go to anything. I
Dude.
was super not wanting to go to anything.
The fucking meets in Chicago changed my life.
Meaning
Like,
what?
the quality of the cars, the drift
Oh,
cars.
yeah, it looked amazing. I felt very bad after missing it because aside from the meetup,
Yeah.
I saw the crews on the highway
Yeah.
where all the cars were driving and shit.
Dude, it's so weird,
looked
man.
badass.
Chicago felt like Japan.
It looked
and I've never been
badass.
there, but I'm just saying, like, I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what the fuck is going on out here? And then, like,
but I have a feeling what you witnessed over there is not a traditional Chicago scene. That's
not like everyday thing.
Yeah, that's kind of like a guy coming to these Prime events that come over here and
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that New York or New Jersey is
It's
always
just like
this.
that. Yeah.
It's not. It's because Prime holds great events.
Yeah.
That's why it's that great. So being that final bout possibly had a hand in bringing the cars together.
But I
that's
will
probably
say,
why it was so nice.
Chicago's always the better drift cars as far as looks.
Oh yeah.
That's how it's always been in the
Really?
States. Yeah, dude. Oh my god.
well, I have a feeling that like
Now it's not really like that. Now it's starting to.
the whole
because
East
of the
Coast is trying
internet.
to look. Yes, it's trying to look a
Yeah.
little better. But as soon as I mean, just 5 years ago, 10 years ago, you went to East Coast Bash. These cars were looking they were
Horrible.
looking bad. you know?
Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like sure, the whole driving is cool, but
Yeah.
I mean, in my opinion, what makes it cooler is it looking
Yeah.
good as well.
The only
car,
teams that were
you know?
trying to make the cars look was literally us and Front Street at Club Loose, and then like of course you
Yes,
have the
yes.
like you would go there with your car
Yes,
occasionally.
yes.
So you have some people like that, but then the majority of it was just like people did LS1 swaps and
Yes,
the 240 that they
okay,
found in a
but
river.
I mean, in their defense, though,
They drive.
the whole
yeah.
Club Loose guys, they drive amazing.
Yeah, and the
So,
people that
they
run
drive
it, the
amazing.
Bloodmasters,
The
that whole
Bloodmasters,
group,
Bloodma-
those cars, they drive like
Wild.
that shit's crazy.
Wild, yeah. I mean, I love watching. Of course, I wish the cars looked a little better.
Yeah,
the wheels
yeah.
looked a little better.
You know, they have been
blah,
getting
blah,
a
blah.
lot better as far as looks though over the last few years.
See,
Yeah,
but like
well, the Bloodmasters cars, those cars look pretty good now.
everyone has this idea now that just because you match, it looks good. Sometimes
Yeah, yeah,
matching
yeah.
doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Just because it's matching colors doesn't always mean it looks good.
Like
There has
back
to
when
be
we
something to
we
it.
went, we had 3 matching cars with the paint and no stickers. And like after a few years after that, I was like, dude, can we never do that again? Because it's just boring. And I noticed it not because we
Oh,
did it. I
okay,
noticed
yeah.
it because I'd see other teams,
You
and I'd be like,
kind of lose the
individuality.
of
Yeah,
it. Yes,
completely.
You,
So
you know what car looked good of you guys was you had that car, and there was a Cressida, I think, right?
it's the third final bout.
Third.
The third final bout, we had a Cressida. Yeah,
What was the second one?
that's the second one, and the third car was a like that's the second final
Yeah.
bout, and the third
What was
car
the third
was a
car?
coupe on SSRs. What are Eurolines maybe? What are those wheels called? Yeah, and that thing was slammed. That car was real fucking low,
Oh,
it had like a-
yeah.
it had like
and had a
I
drag
thought
wing
there
on
was
the
a-
back of it.
That's the one. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. That one looked cool.
That's
I
Scott's
like-
car.
Yes,
So he moved to South Carolina or North Carolina kind of right after, maybe a year or two after that, and literally just put the car in his garage and never touched it. So it's literally the same
Oh
car.
wow! Is
Yeah.
it really?
When he showed us
like a
pictures
time
of it, it
capsule.
literally looks
Looks
exactly
Yeah.
the same.
It looked good though. I like that whole drag wing style. I
And
mean,
he had
it,
an RB20 in it,
could
which
be
was sick.
easily. It could be easily played out in like a bad way, but he played it off really, because there's a couple things like, for like a hot take, I don't want to say whatever, but these lowrider scheme roof and valve covers, as cool as it is, whack.
Well, it's definitely overplayed.
It's played out.
I feel like this was the past 2 years were the year of that.
Yeah, well, the thing is, if we're noticing that, that means all the originators of it are already.
Okay, see, like everyone has this idea where it's like, oh, it's cool. I'm gonna be the guy that does this because it's different. It's new edge. It's like a new style. It's edgy. Then you show up to the event and 10 other guys have the same thing.
Yeah.
It's not edgy and cool anymore. The work is cool. It looks good, but the fact of like so many people are doing it now
it's not very unique.
I just want to step away from it. Like that was the thing I was doing. I was doing a lot of roofs like the way I did. I was doing a lot of valve covers and lowrider style. I kind of changed my style of my art to not do lowrider flake style anymore and do other things because it's generic. There's shops, custom shops that are just only doing
They're just banging
that
those
type
out.
of work. It's just the same shit. And now the next edgy thing, it's like it has to be something else. We can't be doing the same shit. Like I was seeing everybody do this. Have you seen that? These guys are doing this manga style wrap paint on the car.
Yeah, Itasha.
With that is no. It's not Itasha because Itasha is like the anime characters.
Like
where it looks like cartoon.
They
drawings.
made it look like a cartoon.
It kind of looks like the initial D cars.
Yeah,
where it looks like pencil drawings and everything like that.
What the?
And
fuck?
it's animating something. that is
I think I know what the fuck you're talking about.
Everybody's doing it now.
They make the car actually look like it's in a cartoon.
Yes,
right? That's fucking weird, dude.
So like the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, this is cool, wow.
But then everybody did it.
And then again, everybody did it. So now I'm going to guess in about 2 years when everybody else catches up, all over the streets, you're going to see these anime style raps and all that.
That's what happens with the internet, right? It's like
everybody picks it up and then just does it.
It's not even the internet, dude. It's social media. That's what.
It's social media.
Yeah. The internet existed before and everyone was fine.
Yes.
It spreads.
It spreads like a cancer.
Faster. Yes.
Way faster than before, and like whereas let's say years ago, this is how I would picture this happening. You go somewhere, you go to fucking Texas or some shit, and you see a car with the roof done up like that, and you go back home to New Jersey, and you're like, I'm gonna do that.
I want to do that. Yes.
Yeah. And then no one knew about it for a while because you would just see like, yo, there's a lowrider roof on there, and that was like one of my favorite things is that the clash of cultures, right? Something always like. Whether it's big wheels like with James Carper's car and your car, you drift. When you're drifting, did you have the big dished wheels on it?
Yes.
See, those are not performance wheels.
Yeah.
They're not meant to be drifted.
No,
the GS,
even the lowrider style
cool.
stuff we're talking about before, that's a clash of stuff too. Because like putting this on these JDM cars, like a lot of people walk up to Miyagi's car and they're like, "What the fuck? This is like some lowrider shit." And we're like, "Yeah, the car's low."
Yes.
the GS and Aristo platform that wasn't originally a drifting platform, nor is like an S13 made to drift.
Yeah.
But like a lot of these clashing of cultures, something cool sometimes happens.
Yeah.
It's cool, and the original idea of it is cool. And when I'm gonna sound like a hipster, but when I years ago when I was doing and like, look, I'm calling it whack, and I have it, so this should say something. Yeah. I'm not just hating on a style. I generally think it's whack. I told you I want to hide my roof. I want to hide it. I don't want to show anybody. It's lame, but. Just seeing it now, like when I did pinstriping, I have pinstriping all over the car.
I was gonna ask.
I have on the hood, I have on the trunk, I have everything. I have on the pillars, and like back then I was like, oh wow, this is cool. I can't scroll through anymore without seeing some hot rod style.
Okay, but here's another thing too you gotta keep in mind. You're getting fed all that shit on Instagram. Because when you brought up that pinstriping thing, I was like, honestly, I don't really see too much pinstriping, but I'm not in the industry in the body shop industry.
Yeah. Okay, but maybe
don't say body shop, but
maybe you don't realize it though.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't realize it's there because it's such a small, minute thing. When I realize it because that's my thing.
Is it a possibility you're just being sent like every single like pinstripe car on Instagram?
It's possible.
Because it knows.
It's possible. And there's guys that go out of their way to like, I don't even know some of these people. They just send me work of other people's car. I'm like,
that's so weird though.
Okay, I don't know you, and you're just sending me other people's work. Like, okay, cool.
Oh man, don't even get me started on
fucking
fucking people sending DMs.
Here's another thing
the
too.
whole DM shit, man, is
and you don't answer, and they still send more of them.
No, I made it. I made it a personal rule that I said, no matter what level I get to, wherever I am, I'm gonna respond to every single
Oh
DM.
fuck.
I
Rest in
respond to everybody, mostly everybody, unless it's
Yeah.
nonsense. But I usually respond to everybody, and it's just it's a shit show. And
Yeah.
most of the time, I just had this a couple days ago too. I need to turn away probably 90% of the work.
Yeah, of course.
That comes in, not because
This would be a good thing to talk about on here
thing-wise,
too.
because I don't want to work on that.
Yeah.
My time is finite. I have 24 hours in a day, and what I want to spend my time on, I need to be picky and choosy about it because I have that luxury now.
And it's
I worked
kinda-
my ass off for 10 years to be able to choose.
Yeah.
And you're adding to your portfolio. in a way.
Exactly. I want to add to it right.
And
I
you want
wanna
to
add it
kind
good
of add to it every time you do a job.
every time.
Yeah.
And I want to pick something that I would think is cool, that I would want to add. And
So every time you got to fix a
It's-
quarter panel on a Subaru with WRX because the guy slapped the person at a takeover, that's taken away
it's taking
time
away every
from your
time,
portfolio.
effort, because I could be putting that into something else.
Yeah.
And I've done jobs where I'm not into at all, and they come out like shit.
Yeah,
Shit.
because the
I'm not
passion's
into
not
it.
there.
I'm not
Yeah,
into
yeah.
it. I just want to get it out. I just want to get paid. I just want to pay my bills, whatever it is, it's
Yeah.
fine. But then now, like, I need to turn people away. Aside from it's just being me now, but there's cars that are just whack. I just don't want to work on. But I'm not mean about it because
Yeah.
I say, Joe, you could send me an email, whatever it is. Tell me about your build. Worst case, I'll just say no.
Yeah.
But I'm not nice about it. Say, sorry, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
Best of luck on your build. Somebody just a couple days ago was like, he sent me a car. I don't want to say the car because if he's listening, he's gonna think I'm fucking talking about him. But he sends me this car, and I'm thinking to myself, this is a piece of shit. This is a piece of shit. I can't believe someone wants to put time and money into this.
I've had
right?
the same exact
This
thoughts,
is-
just for the record.
This is nonsense, right? And you just think to yourself,
Yeah.
who would work hard, wake up, go to work, come back, get a paycheck, and put it towards this piece of shit?
Yeah.
Who would do that, right?
Unless
Nonetheless,
they're gonna go all the way with it.
even then,
Some of them are-
sometimes I'm like, it's not worth it, you know.
Okay.
And if it's worth it for them, cool.
Yeah.
But I'm not seeing. I'm like, I just don't
Yeah.
see it. I don't see the vision, whatever. So I say, listen, I say I'm not interested. You know, I'm busy right now. Whatever it is. I say best of luck. Whatever. It's fine. The guy says no. He leaves me on red. The following day, and again, this is like last week. He sends me something the following day. He goes, you know, it was really fucked up how you turned me down. You know, he goes, you fucking think you're a big shot now because I'm not some high end client. You could turn me down. He goes, you know, it's fucked up. I was supporting you, but now he goes, I'm no longer a fan. I don't support you anymore. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna respond back. I wrote this whole long thing about how just like.
And this
You're
is
just a bad person.
And this is
You're a bad person.
this is where people get lost with the social media and the DMs because you didn't have a face-to-face conversation about it. Now he took it a certain way.
He took it a certain way. Yes.
And you did
Yes.
not mean it that way.
I didn't
you
mean
even
it at all.
said,
yes,
I'm not trying to be
said,
me.
Listen, this and this. I even best of luck on your build.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Thank you for the interest in my work.
Dude.
I always say thank you for the interest in my work because thank you. You could be contacting anyone else.
Yeah.
But you're contacting me. I appreciate that. Unfortunately, I don't want to invest into this.
Yeah.
It's all good. I only have a set amount of time. You know, it's really fucked up, man. It's you know, you really lost a fan. It is what it is. I'm like, dude, why are you bent out of
So
shape?
what was your response or your next move with something like that?
I forgot what it was. It went something along the lines of like, because he said something like, I was really a fan of you guys. I was like, first of all, you're a fan of me, not a team.
Yeah.
You're a fan of a man.
It's just me.
A man that has 24 hours in one day.
Yeah.
And when I stop working on something and I start working on this, only one thing is getting done at that time.
Yeah.
Meaning I need to be picky and choosy about what I do. I earned that luxury, I think, at least,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
to
yeah.
pick and choose what I want to put my time into. So it went something along those lines, and it went something like, you know, judging by how you responded, I'm happy I fucking turned away.
That's what I was gonna
'Cause
say.
Look at this customer. And what I see is that usually customers that are really difficult at the start, they ask all this bullshit. Oh God, how much? Just what's the day? How much time is it gonna take? When can I drop it off? When can I come?
Yeah.
Like bring it back. They're always the ones that never.
I mean,
pay up.
if you
They're
come
never
in
the
here,
ones that always are the worst.
yeah, if you come in
Worst.
into a shop with a project and the first thing you say is, so when do you think it's going to be done? I'm turning you out the door.
I have a firm rule. There's a set of 3 questions that if they ask within those 3 questions,
This is amazing.
I automatically turn it down. First one is price. I know it's fucked up, but I don't give a price.
Yeah.
It's my hours. I don't know how long it's going to take.
don't know how long it's gonna take.
And if you don't have the luxury to have an open wallet,
Then don't come here.
no problem. Go to someone else.
Yeah.
Go to Joe's Body Shop, whatever it is, you know?
Yeah.
So first one is price. Second one is time. And then time as far as when could it get in or out. And then the third one is more along the lines of when I have the car, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Dude,
Don't message me in the morning. How's it going?
Yeah.
Oh, what'd you do? What are you doing tomorrow? What'd you do
Yeah.
on the car now? What are you doing this? Like, I don't want it. Listen, as much as you want your car out of here, I want your car out of here way more than you do.
Yeah.
Way more than you do. Because it's sitting here, it's hurting me. So
Yeah.
why would I want to hold your car here?
It's funny, like
It doesn't make sense.
everything you're saying. I listen to no one's gonna really understand this, but I listen to a podcast called the Fast Life Garage or something like that, and it's a motorcycle podcast. And the guy that runs it is a painter. Everything you're saying is exactly what he says.
Oh, is
so
it
you are
really?
not the only one. I don't know if you
Good.
Yeah.
I don't
Dude,
want to sound like a psycho.
the
or
time
anything.
thing, the people contacting you over and over,
Yes,
like, oh,
yes.
is this? And he's very much like you. He is an artist. He's a custom motorcycle
Let's
painter.
not say artist, dude.
You're an artist, but
Pretentious.
Pretentious. I like to say fartist.
but
Fartist.
he's a fartist. But it's the same shit. It's like people always, so when is this gonna? I don't know. Everything he says is just it's bouncing back, so it's funny. But like even the things where
I'm glad it resonates the same, and I don't feel like I'm the only one.
oh
saying
no, it's
this crazy
exactly
shit.
the same. Yeah, and he has the same outlook.
Is this water thing?
Oh, you're good. Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was.
See, there you go.
if
First
it
guest
was
water
just
right there.
Yes,
decoration.
sir.
I'm not sure if
Hydrate.
it was decoration or
No, you're good.
Nice.
And then even like the things with like people reaching out via DM, like, oh, I kind of want things. I saw this car you did, so I want this to be the same way. Like, and then you're probably right off the bat, you're probably like, oh, fuck that.
It's like, oh man, like I could feel them out right from the start,
Yeah.
from the start, and sometimes it's just not worth it.
It's like you're not trying to do the same thing
See,
over
so-
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, hearing
It's not worth it.
this,
It's not worth it.
I'm the customer where the entire time I would ask if I'm doing something huge like that, I'd be a pain in the ass. Here's why: because the entire
There
time
he is, the pain in
I
the
have
ass
a
customer.
vision that I'm doing, and this is why when I asked earlier, I was like, I guess I'm just gonna fuck it and just do
Yeah,
it. I'm gonna
because-
have to do it myself because then if it's ugly and if it's all fucked up, it's on me and only me.
And
Yes,
the thing is
yes.
with artists
I
or
like that.
painters,
It's solo.
they even, I mean, I'm going to say artists, sorry, but painters, artists, tattoo artists, and they want to do what they want to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when you try to tunnel
Yes.
them into something, which is what I would do too, I agree with you, which is why I don't tend to go to people like you for anything because I'm like, I don't want to fucking like I know how it's gonna go. You know, they want to do what they want to
Yes. It's
Yeah.
it's kind of like when exactly how you said. Like, let's say a tattoo guy, right? When guys traditionally do tattoos, I don't know the world. I'm just saying,
yeah.
like, but if a guy specializes in, let's just say portraits, right?
Yeah.
And you say, hey, I want a picture of a donkey or something. Like, he does realistic portraits. That's what he does. You're going to him because he does realistic portraits,
Yeah.
not because you want a new age tattoo or something like that. This is what he's good at. Why
Yeah.
would you want to bring him out of his box? He specializes in this. Let him do this. Why would you want him to step out of his comfort area?
Yeah.
That's what he practiced for. That's what he invested his time into.
That's exactly correct.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, because
Tattoo. I feel bad for
I'm
tattooers.
I'm
dude.
gonna use the
I
tattoo
think about
thing
that all the time, man.
as
Oof.
as an example because like every time I've gone to get a tattoo twice, and every time I go in there I'm pretty much like, yeah, if you think, yeah, sure.
Oh, so
sure,
you're
sure,
taking
sure.
their feedback. And,
Yeah, because
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what they do.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
I have an idea of something that I want, and then they'll show it to me, and they give me their rendition
This
of
is
it.
the
and
reason
I
I
trust.
don't have any tattoos.
I trust their. I went to that person for
Yeah.
a reason, and I go to there for a reason. So
I'm a
what-
perfectionist.
Yes, you have to.
Let them do it.
Yes, you have to let them do their thing. But what I think about with those guys is kind of like I try to think about it in my craft is when I fuck up.
I'm the
I'll-
nightmare customer. For them.
I'll just do it over. When tattoo guys are getting
Oh,
to learn the
no.
craft, can you imagine how many people's skin they fuck up? And
I
they're just like,
know.
oh, I'm still on my learning curve.
But
me, if I fuck up paint, I'll sand it down and do it over.
You know what
there
they-
is no do over, dude. It's crazy.
It's funny though because
crazy.
like the way most of them learn is like they'll tattoo their mentor or like someone else in the shop,
Yes,
after they
yes.
move on from like fruits or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. They do like
fruits.
Yeah.
They'll be like
they do oranges.
like
They do
oranges and
It
shit.
is- no,
yeah.
they have sheets now. I think. that
Yes,
you can
they have
use.
things that imitate skin.
Yeah.
So then they'll move on to like their mentors and shit. I'm like, God damn, bro.
I've seen guys do their own
or
do their own thighs
leg,
and stuff because that's the place you can get
Yeah.
to fastest. But what a hard craft.
I know,
You know,
dude.
because
It's
I
crazy.
could just keep working on the same thing. And I have so much crippling guilt. If I do a bad job, like let's just say any job I do, I can't look at the job again. Like if it leaves, if it's at a show, I can't look at it. I'll walk right past it.
because you'll just pick.
I'll look at
everything out.
all the imperfections.
Yeah.
And it kills me. It cripples me. And like it sucks so much. So when I mess up something, it's temporary. It's not permanent.
Yeah.
When these guys are getting to be working in their craft and they mess up, the guilt I would have, like, oh my god, I just fucked up this
Yeah.
guy's skin. Oh my god, when he's 80 years old, he's still gonna have my fuck up on his arm.
We got to
or
get a
whatever it is.
tattoo artist in here because I want to hear those stories. Like,
If you get a
Oh,
tattoo artist in
man.
here, man, I'm about to be like, yo, tattoo me right now.
yeah,
Put something on
on
me
the
right now.
podcast.
I'd be down.
No, so when we were talking about tattooers, my thought went to like if someone like my psycho ass came in there for a tattoo, I'd be
Why?
like, okay, here. So I already drew everything out
Oh.
for you, buddy. So so this is how it's gonna
Oh,
go.
you would not. Yeah.
yeah,
they
and that's
wouldn't
why
like
I
that.
have no tattoos
Yeah.
because I'm not gonna put someone through that. Like
Yes,
fuck
yes,
that, dude.
yes. That is a lot of.
Because then you're like, yeah, I got it, and then you do it on my arm, and I'm like, I kind of want to cut my arm off.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god.
And
this is
I'd
so
be going
horrendous.
home like weighing the options. Do I need a left arm? Like that's because my perfectionist mind is fucking psycho. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's so annoying.
It would absolutely kill. Like it would kill me.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally, I love the look of it.
Oh, me too.
I
Yeah.
love it. I think it looks bad. I love when like it's up to the neck and shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
she looks badass. But it's not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. I think it just looks so fucking cool.
Maybe that-
Anytime I see guys with like full on tattoos, badass,
Yeah.
or holding a cigarette. I'm like, oh,
This is all Miyagi.
I wish I could smoke
literally.
a cigarette. Just,
Yeah.
like,
Literally
just for that.
Miyagi.
Yeah.
That looks
Like,
badass.
Miyagi
It
has so many tattoos and shit, and I'm like, damn.
And then he comes out of that car smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
Smoking a
At the
cigarette
track.
makes anything look cool.
I agree.
Anything you do,
And I'm straight
the
edge, too.
lamest thing you say. Yeah, I mean, I don't smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
I don't drink. But like smoking cigarettes, I just wish I had a fake cigarette that constantly like just
Yeah.
smoked, right? And I could just be like, yeah, I'm thinking about doing this or thinking about.
It
doing
really
that,
does
and
make
just hold
everything
it this.
cooler.
And I just want to hold it. I want to hold it when I'm talking.
Yeah. I was-
Especially Nakai-san when he's.
That's what I
working.
thought of
Yes,
too.
yes.
Yeah.
It was always. He was always smoking.
I always
That
tell my
shit
friends
burns
that
my eyes when I do that.
my friends that vape and stuff. I'm like, yo, put that shit away and get a real cigarette. You
Yes,
loser.
dude, kill yourself like a normal person, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
The hell,
whoa,
that's
whoa.
it.
Dude, this,
That's Chris, man.
Cigarettes,
The-
bro. That's it.
the-
That's it.
the cigarette thing. You know how they smoke it and it's in their mouth and they're able to use both hands.
That was
yes,
me.
and
That
then-
is
That
a
was me.
special
yes,
talent.
Yes.
Because let me.
They
I
have
used
it in
to
their
smoke.
mouth and they talk with
And
it.
they
Brr,
talk
brr,
with
brr,
it,
brr,
and that
yes,
shit is
yes.
not soaking, sopping wet.
No, it looks badass.
For me, if I used to smoke cigarettes and I would have it, and the moment that I'm fucking doing something, the smoke is blowing into my eye.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
fucking blind, and then I pull the cigarette out. That shit is wet as fuck, and because I don't. I have.
Wait, you smoke?
I used to.
Oh, okay.
Cigarettes.
Wow.
And then
That's amazing. I
and
mean,
then,
the
like-
fact that you quit.
I mean, I smoked vapes or mad long, and I think that's way worse.
Is it really?
It's just because it's way easier. You have
Yeah.
access to it all the time.
Like Chris will be smoking that thing all day at work.
All day?
And
All
like-
day. Yes.
and
I
like
can
bef-
imagine because it's so easy.
so easy
to hit,
Before, when you were
had
in
to
the
go out.
office,
Yeah.
when you're in the office and you used to have a cigarette, which by the way nobody fucking does, I guess anymore.
Yeah.
You would have to go outside, go to your spot, go to the smoking section or whatever, and
They made
that-
it. They made it a task.
and then
Yes,
there
yes.
there you can have your relief,
yeah.
Yes.
like that.
Yes.
You're like, fuck yeah.
I just
Now-
think of that photo of Ben Affleck outside the meme.
Oh,
Yeah.
where he's all the.
Now,
favorite meme.
now you can just rip that shit wherever.
Yeah.
Like and I don't know. Like
It's
it just
not
doesn't
good,
hit the
man.
same.
It's not good.
Like
Yeah.
one of my favorite things was like you go for a ride, a motorcycle ride, or you go for a drive, and you get out, and then you have a fucking cigarette.
Mm.
Yeah, cigarettes
That
were always
shit
like the
was-
thing you do after you like. I don't want to say accomplish, but you do something. You
Shit went
accomplish something.
hand in
Yes.
hand,
That's what it
dude.
seemed like.
Fuck, my dad used to look so cool doing that shit. We would be driving through Bear Mountain. He gets out of the 911. My dad had a really old 911
Oh, nice.
when I was in college and stuff. And he would get out, jean jacket, jeans, Converse, some sort of rock band tattoo,
That's badass.
Big Jay Leno fan.
pull out a cigarette and smoke a cigarette. Now he's on a Juul. Don't look as cool doing it.
No, definitely
that
not.
doesn't look as cool.
No,
definitely not.
It
No.
never does it.
Yeah.
I mean, just having that in your hand, I don't know. It just adds. I wish I had like a cool factor.
Yeah. No.
Oh
Something
yeah,
to
I
add
wish
to it.
I wish I had a cool factor as I make all my beautiful one-off parts and
Well, thank you. I'm really
Like,
not trying to fish for any
that
compliments.
that's
I'm
a
not
cool
fishing for
thing, dude.
compliments.
I
Oh,
don't
thank you.
think I don't think I've
Yeah,
aside
you don't.
from
You don't
David
need the
Bob,
cigarette.
aside from David Bob, I don't know anybody else who
Yeah.
works with
Dave's the only one
exterior-
around us. That
Yes,
does stuff
yes.
like that.
And David, he started working with me the first year
Yeah.
that I opened, and I just needed help. I just needed thing, and he said he was doing some stuff. He's coming up with some body kits and all that stuff. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, sure, all right, cool. And the first day that he worked, I was like, all right, you got to cut the bumper on my car. He was like, oh, I don't want to do that. Dude, don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. So he cut my bumper right in half the first day. Yeah, the
Oh,
first day. He's like, please don't make me do this. I was like, yo, don't worry about it. You got it.
I love
and
David. He's-
just took a whole body saw blade.
I remember when he
Cut the whole
got
thing.
that job. We were hanging out and he brought it up. He was so stoked, dude.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man. It was cool.
Yeah,
It
I
was
mean,
cool.
it was very evident that he liked coming
Oh,
into
yeah.
work, and he said it many times. It's not like it was a lie or whatever.
That's
But,
like his passion is just fiberglass and like building stuff like that.
passion is fiberglass.
His passion is fiberglass, straight up.
That-
like,
no, well, I mean, that's
dude, the
that's
shit
an
he
example.
did with that, I was like,
he
dude,
got
I
a
wouldn't-
vision. He
Listen,
got a vision. He was like, I want
let
that
me tell
shit
you
to have
something.
thing.
Yeah.
I'm saying it now, and it will happen. Dave is gonna be big.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yes, I know it. I'm saying it right now because just so I could have it out into the
Put
void.
it in the world.
'Cause
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna be right. He's gonna be big.
Yeah.
He's gonna be knocking on
gonna be
Kay's
big.
door. I'm better than you.
Look, when he left
I'm
me,
coming for you.
Yeah.
when he left with me, I said one of the last things. I was like, look, in 10 years, I plan to be at the top. I hope to see you there. If not beating me, you need to be better than me. He's like, what? I was like, be better than me. So he was like, all right, cool. And like I knew it. Like, I didn't even have to say it. He'll be there. Easy.
That's awesome.
Easy. Yeah.
It's
And-
one of those rare things where he had a vision. He
Yeah.
saw the shit. I remember when.
And he's not scared to do anything either.
yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
why I asked.
Yeah.
You just gotta fucking, I guess, go do it. Fuck it. But he had that vision for that kit and what he wanted to do with it, and then shit started getting made and being on cars and shit, and I'm like, holy
That's
fuck.
the hard
Yes,
part. The
look,
production is the hard part.
anyone has anyone could come up with ideas. Oh, I said that first. I came with it first. Fuck you, man. Who did it? Who actually did it?
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
sat there and did it? Like, it's one thing if he said he was gonna do it, and it's another to look now. This day, like, it's up for sale. People are buying
Yeah.
his kits. You're seeing it on cars. Like, to say it and to make it happen, that's man. I think I read says something once where the best trait you can work on is decreasing the time from idea to execution. That's the best thing you could work on, is just minimizing that time in between. Because having ideas is one thing, and people wait years. No, just if you can't wait for the perfect time.
I
Wait
like
for
that.
the perfect time. You're never gonna start.
You just inspired me.
Just do it. Just do it.
Because I'm the king of that.
Of what? Just
Ideas?
ideas.
I have ideas and I'll
Research.
research forever.
No, screw the research, man.
Forever.
Just
I'll
just
plan
do
it all
Just
out.
do
I'll
it.
be like,
just
and then
just cannonball it,
and then I'll have another thing, and I'll fucking not think about that for a month, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, we were gonna do that, and then I'll come back to it, and I'm like, dude,
No, like once an idea hits, like I recently had this idea. I wanted to paint this can. I want to make it look like an iced tea, right?
Mhm.
So like, I had the idea, and within 1 week, it was done. Not because I wanted to bring it out, because I couldn't live with myself saying, I have this idea. Why am I not doing anything about it?
wow,
So I had to do it. So I painted this can, and it looks like an Arizona thing. And,
Yeah.
And it's stupid. It didn't do anything. It was for me. It was for art. It was for
But-
whatever it was. But idea, execution.
Yeah.
1 week. One
That's
week.
good.
Yes, and it's someone else will be, oh, I got this idea for this. I'm gonna make a wing. And then 5 years later, whatever happened with that wing? Oh, I'm still thinking about it. I'm
Fuck.
seeing what
I
I'm
gotta
gonna do.
I gotta get on it.
I'm gonna
Fuck.
see what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna do all this stuff. It's just
well,
I
if
need
there's
to-
anything I took away from this conversation, it was that.
Well, no.
That's a big one for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to do that. I think that's
You're not bad at that, Carl.
What,
When you
get-
come up with ideas, you kind of go for it.
it's I
Ideas are
downplay
key, man.
ideas a lot because then
Yeah.
one
The only problem with Carl is he's got 14 billion ideas.
you do pros and cons of like each idea and like they're not all hits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then
of course
some
they're
of them
not all hits.
some of them have a
course.
large obstacle. And
Money.
then at that point you have to weigh it. No, it's man
Okay, but that obstacle is good because that's why other people didn't
aren't
get there.
doing it.
That's why if there was no obstacle, you and all your boys would have the idea and the
Yup.
execution.
That is
Yeah.
exactly
Obstacles are good. It keeps the losers away. It keeps the losers away. That's it. Everyone who's willing to go past the obstacle, they're winners. They're
Beams.
winners. And I'm not trying to sound like this motivational lecture podcast over here, but just fucking
No,
do it
no.
over
No, it's
here.
good, man.
Yeah, just
People need to hear this shit.
I'm not trying to
so-
sound like a pretentious sting over here. I'm
No, you
just
don't.
saying.
Here's the unfortunate
We
thing
would cut
is-
we would cut you down if you sounded that way.
Unfortunately, there is a market. The market for a lot of people is how to make getting over that obstacle easier. Those are the people that make money.
What do you mean?
Oh.
Like-
Example.
Like, wiring specialties. For a little while, people were having to make their own harnesses and do that.
Yeah.
Everything, forums are loaded with people like,
Yes,
what are
yes.
the pinouts of this?
Yes.
I remember doing that shit
Like-
on my floor in my room.
Oh.
And then wiring specialties were like, you know what? How the fuck we gonna make this shit easier?
They
Boom!
found the niche in the market.
They
Yeah.
made it. They
Yes.
bridged that gap,
Yes.
and now
that
everyone
section
has it.
of-
Yes.
Yeah, and now we won't do a swap without
Okay,
a
but-
wiring specialties harness.
Yep,
Yeah,
there you go.
literally.
Sometimes it doesn't even require a niche in the market. Sometimes it just requires something small, a good idea. Like
Yeah.
for instance, an example. I don't want to sound like I'm shitting on the thing, but I'm gonna shit on it a little bit. Have you ever seen those mirror visor things?
Yes.
By Wolf or whatever the
Yeah,
fuck it
yeah,
is?
yeah, yeah.
Arrow.
Oh
Oh,
my
yeah.
god, it's so cringe. It's so lame, and it's like these see-through neon colors.
But it is crazy because
Oh, and then they made these canards that come out the sides, canards, whatever the fuck it's
Yeah.
pronounced. And it's
so
just like,
many people have them.
that's
Oh, the
like,
colorful
Yeah.
ones.
yeah,
yeah,
like
yeah.
translucent color. And it was an okay idea, but it worked.
It
They
worked.
Killed it.
It
All
worked.
these cars have it. They're
Yeah.
selling those little mirror visors. Who am I to shit on something that's working?
I think he sent me some of those once for my car, and I was like, I want to like these.
It's a
but
good
I can't
idea.
Find the point.
Yeah, it's
that's what it
just-
was for me.
It's a good idea, but
yeah,
then just everyone having it, just put it over the edge.
yeah.
And I
Like it was cool. Like it's cool to see it, but my mind. You know what the problem is with me? My mind always goes to. As much as I like to say I like the exterior part of drifting, and I like that more than I like the style more than the purpose or the mechanical stuff. My mind still goes to that point where it's like, what function does this have?
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's a hard conversation to have because what's the point of a lot of things?
Yeah.
what's the point of having a bumper like this high off the ground? What's the point of having
Because it
paint
looks
skis
cool
and
while it
this and this?
drifts low to the ground.
So
that would
I
be my
get-
reasoning for
Feels
that.
good, looks cool.
But the
That's
little
it.
things, I'm always like, okay, what's the point of this? Of this item?
Okay, but what's the point of this? What's the point of anything we do? What's the point of there's no point to it at all, essentially. We're just doing it
guess.
because it's cool.
Well, you could take
It's
a
cool.
you could think of the
That's it.
mirror in
I
general.
was gonna say like,
what's
why
the
do you
point
like
of the mirror,
Ganondorfs?
right? Yeah.
Like, because they're fucking cool.
Because
Okay.
they're cool. That's
They're
it.
cool.
That's the only explanation.
So
That's
maybe I just
literally-
don't
it's
like
cool.
those little things.
You just don't like them. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
That's
I
fine.
think you're trying to figure out why you
Yeah,
don't like
yeah,
it, but I
yeah.
think you just don't like it.
Yeah, because it's like it's cool. It looks cool. It's almost like a rain guard for the mirror. You know what I mean? Like it. That's where my mind went. I
Well,
was like,
yes,
what is-
yes.
yeah,
I think it's another little accessory. For
yeah. It's an
people to put on their
accessory to
car.
stick on the car.
Yeah, yeah. That, I, mean,
I
that's
get
all
it.
is.
Yeah.
I always thought it was
Props though. He made it work.
I always
Oh,
thought it was
he's
because
killing it.
Yeah.
Good for him.
in the 2000s. I feel like when my parents were buying a car in like literally 2000, they made visors for fucking everything.
Oh, yeah.
Any and every piece of glass you
Yeah.
can. They made visors for the headlight. They made visors for the front, the bug deflector.
Oh, yeah.
and then they
yeah,
have
yeah.
the rain ones for the window. And I thought that I remember that
sunroof?
that being the sunroof one. My car had a sunroof one, but I remember seeing that
Oh,
idea
on the mirrors?
before. Yes,
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
no,
made by like somebody
it was
else.
definitely a previous idea.
Okay, good,
But
okay.
I think it wasn't an invention, but rather an innovation because
Yeah.
he just took something there, made it could apply to these type of mirrors, and he added that translucent looking
Yeah.
the color.
He
which is
hooked me up though. He
so-
sent me black ones. He knows.
Oh, okay, there you go. Because I see these green and pink and it's all
Yeah,
these-
yeah, yeah.
In the
things,
right
I'm like-
application, I understand the bright color thing.
Yeah, it could
It's
be
like
dependent.
just
But, yeah.
fucking.
I am
why
not,
not?
I'm not sold. And look, if anyone has another opinion, please call in. 1-800
stop.
Traction.
No.
Call in. Listen, let's just get some opinions, please.
So it's 8:30 right now. I'm realizing we could do this for another 14 hours. So I'm gonna ask you some stuff that I wanted to ask you.
Oh, yeah.
The first thing is about that GTR wagon. That you have in the
yeah,
shop right now.
that freaking Speedwagon.
We got to talk about that. Yeah, the speed wagon.
the Speedwagon.
Yeah, I have
I'm
a
just
question.
cracking up because of the body filler. Because I'm over
Dude.
here, I'm like,
Oh, it was wild.
shit,
It was
I
wild.
would have did that.
It was wild.
You guys
Okay,
gotta
look,
check this out.
First off,
if you could find a photo, Malcolm.
first off, okay, the build is very big, yes, but the part that's killing me the most, it's killing me,
Yeah.
is all these fucking people saying, "Why didn't you just get a Stagia? Why didn't you just get a Stagia? You should just gotten a Stagia." Oh my god!
You found
Like, that's the whole reason. It's a GTR wagon. If I wanted a Stagia, or
Yeah.
he wanted a Stagia, the client, we would have gotten a Stagia.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
sta-
yeah.
or
Stagia. We call it a Stagia.
Stagia?
Yeah, we call
Whatever
it a
it's
Stagia.
called. Whatever. We're here. We're saying it the way we
Yeah.
say.
Stagia.
So, like, people are like, just get a fucking Stagia. And I firmly believe these people are saying that just because they want to show off the fact that they know what a Stagia is. You fucking loser. You fuck. It gets me
Yeah.
so mad because like, just get a Stagia. It has the same engine trans. Okay, but what makes it cool is it's not a GTR wagon. At the end of the
The fact that these people are
it's a
following
Stagia.
you and they don't realize that you do unique
They're
shit.
ridiculous. And
I'd want a left-hand drive.
what
one.
makes it cool
Yeah.
is the VIN. BCNR. It's a GTR
Yeah.
wagon. It's a real GTR. So
So-
that's what makes it cool.
So you're ripping this thing apart. First of all, why are you ripping it apart? What was the client's?
Yeah, it was bad. So my clients, which is Inbound
Okay.
Motorsports, they have insane cars and inventory.
Yeah,
and
I
all
started
that shit.
diving into that.
Definitely check them out.
Yeah.
They got some wild stuff. So he reached out. He's like, dude, I bought this car
Yeah.
and I want you to do it. I'm like, okay. He's like, come check it out. I was, all right, cool. So I go to his warehouse. It's jaw dropping. The car's in there, jaw dropping. I could sit here and go through every car I
Yeah.
saw, whatever. And so I get there. I'm like, holy shit! I know this car. This is crazy. The one-off wagon. Like I know
Yeah.
this car, the Speedwagon. I read articles. I saw pictures. Whatever it is, this is the car. So he bought it on the auctions, and then he's like, let's do it over because when I'm looking at it, everything's cracking.
Okay.
Everything's cracking. All the body fillers cracking, and more than anything else, is just the rear section where they did all the welding work. So we can't just go over that, or
Yeah.
we can't just patch it up. You need to bring
No.
it down to the foundation.
That's
we,
a full
we have to get to
restoration.
the ocean floor.
Yeah.
So getting down, we could see what kind of problems we're gonna have and how we're gonna address it and move forward. So I had to get down because there was just too many cracks. So
Are you ever nervous before you like start
yeah,
cutting
yeah.
into a car,
Yes.
especially one of that
Yes, but
nature?
it makes me a little nervous, but nothing else in life makes me feel that way. So it makes me feel alive. I'm
Yeah,
never nervous
yeah.
for anything in life. Nothing makes me scared but that. So when I get started, even though it's a fear, it feels good.
Because it's
I
like,
feel
okay,
alive,
there's
man.
no
This is one of one. That's it.
Yeah.
Like the post blew up so much that the original builder reached out to me.
Whoa.
And he built the car back in 95 or 96. He found me, right?
That's sick.
So we're doing these we're using the Google
Translate.
Translate.
Yes. So we're going back and forth and I'm asking him all these questions. And I said, dude, what's the glass from? Like,
Yeah.
because we had to pull out the glass and we were like, yo, if this breaks, what are we going to use it from?
God, dude.
So he's like, that's not from a car. That's one off. Like we blew the glass. Like a glass person made the glass. That whole side glass, that's one off glass. The whole rear glass on the hatch, that's from a Land Cruiser. And then I asked him, I was like, dude, what'd you get the roof from? What car did you cut?
Yeah.
Because everyone's like, oh, they thought it was from a Nissan Pulsar.
Because it's got the
XXA.
sunroof, right?
Yes,
Evo
yes.
Yeah.
Evo wagon.
They thought everyone had all these ideas. They thought it was a Mark II Blit because of the wagon and the whole shape. So I can't find the shape. I'm looking. So me and Rami, we can't figure it out.
Yeah.
So finally the guy reached out to me. I'm like, dude, let me ask you.
Yeah.
what car did you use? So he was like, okay. He goes, hold on. I go, okay. He sends me a picture of the car when they bought it 20 years ago, right before they chopped it up. In a million years, you would never guess what car it fucking came off of.
Is it a? Hold on. CB7 Honda Accord.
It's a Honda, though.
Okay.
Oh shit, Carl.
It's a
Okay.
Honda. It's a Honda.
Because I'm thinking
No,
of
no, no.
wagon.
You're never gonna guess. We could be here
Accord
for,
coupe wagon.
You're never gonna guess.
Fuck. Okay,
First,
go.
okay, the car was never made here. If,
Okay.
If that makes it anything. So,
Is this public knowledge at this point?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I think it's public knowledge. Well, now
Now it is.
Be. Now it'll be. It's from a Honda. Today.
Today.
Honda Today. Yes.
And what is this? Like a sedan?
It's a small little K car looking Honda thing. Yes.
What the
A Honda Today Turbo. Yes. It's some weird looking car.
Okay.
And they cut it off of that and they made all the pieces meet and they welded everything up. So seeing after taking everything off, I'm seeing all the weld marks and everything.
Yeah.
And it's bad. It's all rotting away.
So-
Everything's rotting away.
Yeah. So I see you taking the Bondo off and everything, and then you find the real car underneath.
Oh yeah.
So, I guess how much body filler did they have to do to make it? I mean, I saw your one post. I don't know if you did it today, but it was recent, and you said they actually shaped that whole roof. Kind of out of Bondo, right?
Yes. That whole roof was shaped. It wasn't everything wasn't Bondo or body filler as it is, but it was. They used a lot of short strand fiberglass, which is kind
To
of
build it up.
Yes, it's kind of like filler. It's mixed in the same way,
Yeah.
but it's waterproof. It's a little stronger. It's a little
Yeah,
bit more
yeah.
resilient. So they use that.
Is that similar to
Not
that?
to say it's good, but
Yeah.
they could have made the shape out of metal or something else, anything else, because it's just too much built up shit.
Yeah.
Like the shape of the rear quarter was so off because it's like the whole line was off, and the way they had to make everything was just way off. So much to the point that the original thing that they welded on had no purpose because they reshaped
I
it
know.
completely
That's
anyway.
what I was thinking.
It was just the bottom foundation, and then they shaped everything
Yeah.
over it. So because of that, my original plan was just to redo the metal. But
Yeah.
no, the whole plan is just thrown out the window, and it's so much bigger now.
God.
Yeah, because I want the shape there without using all that filler.
So your plan is basically you're gonna remove what they did.
I removed everything already, and my original plan was to cut the bad sections of the metal and just fix it and
Fix it.
replace it. Cutting all the exterior metal out.
Okay.
Right before I cut it out, I'm gonna shape everything first out of foam. I might use clay, might use whatever.
Yeah.
Get the shape going. Make a plug, transfer it to fiberglass, so it'll be like a big skin. And I'm gonna put a big
Okay.
fiberglass skin over it, and that's gonna be the original shape, but with no weight. It is gonna be
So you're not
everything
gonna
there.
use metal underneath?
no.
It's gonna be fiberglass.
No, yeah, because it's just too much work. The metal's already shot.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of gonna be like you ever see those trucks with those big cabs?
Yeah.
And they have like the fiberglass.
Yeah, like
the
a
whole
cap.
and like the whole tonneau cover
Yeah.
is fiberglass or something.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fiberglass, but it's gonna be solid, obviously, and not as heavy because the car was built for a speed challenge. It was built by the guy who owns Option 2, and it was built to go 300, and it never made it. And there's videos of it on YouTube on the track,
wow.
but it never made it. And my hunch is that
sick.
it's just too heavy. It was too heavy. They made it a speed wagon, but
Like
they just too much
fucking
weight.
200 pounds of Bondo
Yeah,
on
it's
the
too
roof.
much. Dude, like you had to see, like when I scraped everything off and I put it inside the garbage pail was heavy. It was
I believe that
insane.
shit. Yeah,
and like, the way it was falling off.
That's
it's
my
just-
front bumper right now. It's got
crazy.
20 pounds of Bondo on it. Because I just rebuild it every
But
time.
you know what? A bumper is better than having the whole car
Yeah,
coated.
dude, that's
than having the
crazy.
whole car coated. So it's very much, it is long term, and he has no issues with wanting to do the car over because it is a very important car.
Yeah.
And it's a one-of-one car. The car is built for a video game, actually, and he wants to do it. So
That's a really
yeah.
interesting project, dude.
Yeah, we're doing it. So it's wild because I had the car outside for a little while because I pushed it outside. I was doing some work, and some guy was passing by. He was like, and he rang the bell. He's like,
It's like, what the fuck is this?
he goes, I know cars. I
Yeah.
know 33s. I know Rs. I know everything. Wagon? He
I
goes,
would have
what
did the
is this?
same thing.
I'm like, yo, actually, yes, it's a one-of-one wagon. Yeah. He was
Yeah.
like, holy shit. So for people who know what it is, and for people that do come in, they go, what is this? I go, yes, that's a one-of-one
That's a
wagon.
one-of-one
Yeah.
wagon.
Yeah, yeah.
And the trunk is cool too, like the whole
It
side.
actually functions. It actually opens
Yeah.
up and everything. They put 4 bucket seats
Oh wow.
inside because the roof line goes straight now.
Yeah.
So they're able to actually put. The
It does
seats
remind me of the Evo, like you were saying.
the Evo wagon.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Because
I
it has a
thought it
very
was-
straight back. But
But if you take, that's too big. That's too big.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
after
yeah, right.
seeing the Honda today and then thinking about how big an R33 is, you don't want an actual wagon booty on that. Because
Yeah.
that is the wagon, like an actual wagon, like I'm thinking of an Accord wagon right away because
It's like a little
the
round.
it's a little round but if you chop that off, it's gonna literally cover the body line of an R33.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
not gonna have the curves that
Props
an
to
R33 has.
the dude that thought this up.
Yeah, like
what?
Yeah,
they had
yeah,
to
yeah,
they
wild,
had to
wild.
think that a Honda today is small enough where width-wise it won't ruin the shape of it. It won't take
Yeah.
away from the R33. But man, that's fucking awesome.
I mean, the work wasn't that great
Yeah.
as expected. I mean, for anyone who knows imported cars, the quality of work is not that great. But
Yeah.
that's not what they're known for, is the quality of work. It's the
It's the
styling
vision.
and the ideas.
It's
the
the
idea.
vision.
Yeah, exactly.
So sure, it wasn't done right, but it was meant to be a temporary build for a temporary time.
Yeah.
It wasn't. They didn't think 20 years from now
Someone's gonna get
there's
this.
going to be some idiot in Maplewood just chipping off all the freaking
I
body
mean,
filler. You know.
Yeah.
You also not technology, but like, knowledge and stuff and what was right and what was wrong. Like that back then more, it was like, yo, let's get this
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck it, let's
It
do
was,
it.
it was very old school too.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. Their techniques were different. They might have not had the resources.
I mean, in Japan in
to do it.
general, I feel like a lot of those shops are kind of just the tools they have, the way they're doing things is so like compared to the shops are in the United
Yes,
States, it's like
yes.
fucking ancient.
Yes, I'm seeing guys. They're freaking working with like Crocs and flip flops
Yeah.
and shit, and like they got these bullshit tools.
Yep.
And they make
Yeah.
it work.
I
And
heard
see the
people
shops,
actually-
The shops are disgusting.
People, yeah, that's
Yeah.
Which
I
is
saw
like,
it personally firsthand. I'm like, dude, this is like, a cat would
Yeah, I
lose
know.
its kitten over here.
but they
This
look
is
so
crazy.
cool.
This is
But I don't want
crazy.
it.
yeah,
cramped.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's cramped.
Yeah, like the shops look so cool.
Very much, yes,
But I don't
yes.
want that.
Yes, yes, exactly. It looks cool. but
Yeah.
you could have it.
Yeah,
You could
like they'll
have-
have shelves just in the middle of the shop because they
Yeah,
have no room.
yeah.
Which I mean,
Yeah.
people have compared this shop to a Japanese style shop, but they're not saying it in that way. I know what they're getting at because of the size and everything, and, like, the
Oh,
drift
okay.
cars and everything.
Yeah, but yours is a lot more open and clean
Open,
compared
yeah.
to like you could actually fit many cars in here as opposed
Yeah.
to them fitting one or two.
It's like super
'cause-
tight and like
yeah,
shelves
yeah.
everywhere, stuff
Yeah.
stacked.
It's like a very condensed place to
Yeah.
be. Unless
Yes.
you're like going like far out and then they have a barn.
Yeah,
Dude,
Yes,
there's-
yes.
There's even shops out there that they have a lift outside with just a steel.
Yep.
Yeah,
roof.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
Yes.
dude, there was one at Nissan Hackensack. Do you remember that?
What?
They had a lift outside. I was like, where the fuck are we? We're not in California. Who's
I'd
working
fuck
on the
with
car
it.
Oh, yeah,
out
I
here?
think
I
So-
fuck with it. I would take it.
They
was
they
like,
had
what?
that in Brooklyn. They would have lifts
Oh
outside.
yeah, New York City has a lot
Yes,
of
so
them.
lifts
yeah.
outside because it's just freaking space.
Yeah.
So it's like raining and pouring. It's hailing. Some guys changing the oil.
Yeah.
Pulling down the alternator.
It's
like,
nuts,
what,
dude.
what are you doing?
I know in
man? It's
California they
crazy.
have a lot of those because it's like it's not really a big
It's
deal.
different. Yeah, it's nice weather.
Yeah,
I mean,
like, it's not
Yeah.
Crazy out. But another build you're doing currently was I think it was a Veilside RX-7. right?
Oh yeah.
And I was
the
watching
rest
one of
it.
those videos today, and I noticed something pretty awesome that we could relate to. You're doing work. So someone already built this car, put the Veilside kit on it,
Yeah.
and you went under the over fender, and you noticed that they didn't really seal anything
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
So they just cut it in there,
They just cut it. It's just open.
and it's
I mean,
open.
That was bad, right? But that was one of the reasons why he wanted to kind of come in and do it. Then as we started going in the car, we're just going to do the whole car over.
And you're just
'Cause
fixing things.
We're fixing things, gonna paint the whole car over,
Yeah.
everything like that. But while I'm taking apart yesterday, I'm taking apart the right side on the door. There's like a top door panel that I took off.
Oh, I saw that too.
Yes, I'm taking it
Yeah,
because
there's a whole panel that
'cause
goes on the door
it
skin.
wa-
It's like a
it
door
was-
skin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
kind of like just door skin that goes on top. And every time the door would open, it was hit, it would bind. So the person who did it didn't align it right, and they used double-sided tape, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So while I took that off, I took off the side skirts too. The side skirts weren't even bolted to the car; they were just hanging there.
Yeah.
It was
like
wild.
like a drift car.
They were just hanging there. And then I take that off. The whole quarter isn't mounted on. It's just hanging there. It's just hanging there. This is a $30,000 kit. It's hanging. Like,
Oh my
like,
God,
like they
dude.
just slid it in the quarter, they slid it around, they closed and they bolted everything up. It's not mounted on.
This is
Everything
literally
is
like-
hanging off the car.
This is like when Abu Moon came to the States, and I'm like, oh, how do you have your side skirt mounted? And he just opens both doors and it falls off.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's what's up. That's real easy to take off. Except this is a fucking veil side body kit.
And like
on
it's
an
real.
FD.
Like obviously, I'm looking at all the tags and everything. It's real, but it's just it's a shame that somebody rushed it and just could have done a lot better. Like even the back because the back hatch is a fiberglass hatch, and the glass they used is styled after a split window, so it's two pieces of glass, and they used Lexan instead of poly, and they couldn't get the shape right.
Yeah.
So they just screwed in the glass. It's cracked. The hatch is all like they just hacked up a bunch of stuff on that car for what it is and what it could be. Well, that's why I'm doing it though.
Yeah.
You just get it to the next
to get it to the next level.
level.
But
Yeah.
so if a car came like that in here with, let's say they threw over fenders on it, we're talking totally different drift cars.
Yeah.
Throwing over fenders on it, and we go under there, and it's cut.
And it's open.
We would take it off, and we'd be like, look, first of all, I hope you got your pocketbook ready, because we're gonna seal this up, and depending on how much you cut out already, it's gonna get expensive.
Exactly.
So
So
then
what do you
we
do?
would just we would weld it shut. Maybe if we have to put a piece of metal in there, weld it shut, whatever, grind it, make it look okay, paint it, throw the over fender on. This guy came up with a whole other way to do it. Did
That
you
was
see
just
the
me being
video?
stubborn though. Yeah.
Nah,
yeah.
you made a
me.
filler for it, a panel to
I
essentially
made a
bridge the
fiberglass
gap.
panel
Yeah,
for it. Yes.
very
yes.
interesting thing.
Yes.
Interesting way to do that, man. I have to say, I was even when I was watching it, I was like, this ain't gonna fucking work.
Nah.
I'm like, this ain't gonna work. And then like halfway through, you convinced me, and I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like, that's just pretty
There's
unique,
even
man.
there's even like a little tab that you made, and I'm gonna call it a tab, but there's a little
Yeah, like
divot
the
or like a
corner of it,
tab,
right?
where it lined up in there, and I was like,
Yeah,
ooh.
the way it just falls in and it clicks.
Yeah.
I love that.
I was
That's,
like,
satisfying.
yeah.
So it basically
Yes.
just has a fiberglass panel. Now, are you gonna mount the other end of it to the quarter?
Yes. So the whole idea was I wanted to make that piece go farther than the quarter and go into the
Wheel
wheel
well.
side over fender.
Oh, yeah.
So I wanted that to kind of touch. And the idea was, I said in the video, it was obvious. I could have welded a piece in there, but
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So I had this idea where I'm like, oh, okay, what if Veilside offered this with their
Yeah,
kit? It's like
yeah.
a fiberglass panel.
So
that,
you
that
just
closes
cut
the hole.
this, and then you put this
Yeah,
in.
so you cut this and this fits, and then
Yeah.
that's it. It's good. And obviously, I'm gonna seal it afterwards. It's just primed now.
Yeah.
But that was the idea, and I kind of wanted to make it a separate panel. I don't know why I had it because when he approached me with it, it was just the first thing that hit, and it was like the long way around.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? It'll be
Very
cool.
unique.
It'll be
Nah,
cool.
I like it.
I
You
want
gotta
to
check
hold
that
it.
out.
I want to hold this panel. you
Yeah.
know?
So
I
I
like it.
He put riv nuts, right? Is that what it
Yes,
was? Yeah.
yes,
Put
yes.
riv nuts in the metal. That way, when he put the panel up, it'll bolt.
It just
to
bolts right up. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I made the original piece out of metal first, just so I could get the basic shape.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't want to leave it in steel because it's going to be exposed to elements, whatever it is,
Yeah.
could potentially rust. Plus weight wise.
Weight,
Plus I
yep.
just want to match the theme of fiberglass throughout the whole
Fiberglass.
car.
Yeah.
Just so I made it
Love
out of
that.
metal first, and I transferred it over. But yeah, it weighs like a pound, and it just bolts
Yeah.
right up.
To
and I want it
me-
like dummy proof, no aligning, screw tight. That's it. Walk away.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, just
To
walk
me,
away.
I see a function there because one thing I hate when you're the way that over fenders on the S chassis or any drift car for that matter is that when people do that and they don't have, for example, that little panel that you got in there,
Dirt.
shit
Yep.
flies in there, dude.
Right
And then
before-
you ever see when they take off a panel
Dude,
and it looks like
mine
dog
right now.
shit?
Yes.
Like if
yes.
you go up to my over fender, and people say I did mine pretty good. That's what they say, even though it's really,
Really?
not.
Oh,
it's
oh.
rivets holding it on. But for some
Oh, okay,
reason,
I gotta check it out. Yeah.
you know what it is? Most people in the drift community, they don't.
They don't care.
Take any time.
Yeah, yeah.
So I
yeah.
took a little time.
Yes.
The rivets are painted. You can't really tell, right? I pulled the gas door out and matched it to the
Ah,
same, you know,
nice,
shit like
nice.
that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you would say mine are okay. Did you go up to the panel after you do like one lap? If you hit it, rocks just start falling out.
I
Oh,
hate that.
really?
I hate
Dude, and then there's rocks in between the metal and the fiberglass, and you can almost see it like pushing it out. So I was always thinking like, oh, how can I like make a panel in here? And you basically did it.
Basically, like yes, exactly like that. Kind of like a liner.
Yes.
Kind of made like a liner on the
Yeah.
inside.
So it's a great idea. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wish you could make it like a universal thing, but it's pretty much that's
yes,
a-
exactly. And because right after I was done, obviously I broke the mold and I threw it in the garbage.
Yeah.
You know, whatever it is, it is. Not that another car is gonna come in like that,
Yeah.
but one of one made the piece. That's it.
Yeah, I gotta figure
that's
something like that out.
That's just again back to the thing. It was just I don't know why I had the idea to make it that.
You know how
hard.
ghetto I got with my
hard.
car when that was going on? So you take some duct tape, right? You roll it in a reverse circle. And you shove it in between. So here's the wheel well. Here's the front of the car. You just put it right here. So the rocks stop going in there.
There you go.
Yeah, but then you see the duct tape fly out while you're drifting.
I'm already thinking in my head. I'm like, what other material can I use for that? And then
I know, right? Like
guys use
foam.
foam. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys
but
use
then,
foam.
But then at Jimmy Oaks' garage, he used something on his door panels, like a sheet of ABS plastic
That
you could
shit
get on
was nice.
Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Flexible. I would cut it up, put it in there, find a way to mount it.
Yeah.
Boom, slap.
Yeah,
Yes,
me.
yes.
Jimmy's like showing us his shop, and I'm just sitting in the car, like, no, but where did you get this plastic from? He's like, yeah, but this car over here. I'm like, no.
That-
But where? What's the link?
Where did you get?
That's the
Yeah.
kind of interaction, and even right now, like the whole clay thing, and then earlier you mentioned how you can, on a grand scale, you use foam and then shape that down, and then you can move to clay. I'm over here like
Scheming.
All right, I gotta go buy
Yeah.
some of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just get the regular expandable foam, man. Just freaking spray it on.
My bumper's
That's it.
trash. I want to fuck around and see if like I can. It's easy for somebody to go like,
Dude, if
yeah, you could just make that.
If you just
shit.
start, I'm telling you, just don't think about it.
Yeah.
Just don't think about it.
I
Just
have an
start.
idea
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
want
just
to
start.
make it look like. Fuck, I'm gonna when the weather gets a little. I work outside. I don't really have.
I worked outside
space.
for
Yep.
5 years.
And-
yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah, now that was
I worked with 2 jackets on.
That's the inspiration
outside,
for
little
me. I'm like,
flashlight.
fuck, he did it. I can probably fucking try.
You could do it. Just do it better.
I'm going to. When I get the product, we'll run into each other.
Please
and
do.
I'll be
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
check
yeah,
it
yeah,
out,
I know.
man.
I
I'm
did
coming
it.
for you.
I did it.
I'm going through my little notes here. I think we pretty much covered everything, but I guess
Dude, we had questions on the
Yeah, we're
Instagram.
definitely gonna do that too.
Yeah.
That's why I'm just trying to get through this because I know we probably have a shit ton of questions. So,
Watch.
the-
It's gonna be like,
this
can
time
you
I'm
fit.
I'm ciphering through. I'm not reading all of them
All right.
because it's getting ridiculous now.
I
Like,
can
pe-
imagine some of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's getting a little ridiculous. But
Wait,
do you have any
people are-
goals for 2023?
Oh, good question.
Goals for 23.
Yeah.
Make it to 24.
Or is it pretty much just an endless struggle? Like I just gotta get better. Just keep building.
Yeah, no, I mean not even. Yes, I mean to get better is obvious.
Yeah.
Sure, because that's why I'm doing this. I hope to get better. I don't want to stay the same. I want to be good at what I do. But the goal for 23 is to maybe just be a little happier because this work is keeping me so crazy that
Yeah.
I want to be able to not make it so important to the point where I can still chill and relax and it not consume my whole life.
I was gonna say, is there like an end goal for you as far as your career? Like what you wanna see?
The end
this
goal,
as?
no, I don't really think too long term because it's worked this far of me winging it. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna think that, that it
Ha
just keeps
Thank you.
going.
I like that.
There's hope
it
for
just
me.
I like
keeps
that
going.
thought
I don't
pattern,
want to think too long. So many things have changed along the way to where I am right now. If I planned this 10 years ago, it would have never worked out this way, and it might have altered me because I said, "Oh, I want to do it this way, so fuck this
Yeah,
way."
yeah.
So I just let it
Okay.
ride.
That's
I'm,
true.
I'm at a
too.
point
Let it
right
ride.
now where I'm still on the younger side and I have a lot of things to see and shit that I want to do, but something that for some reason I feel like you would appreciate is if I was you and I made all of and I my resume of cars are cars that you can be proud of, which is also something to be admirable of, is that down the line when you're old as fuck and you look back and you're like, yep, that was pretty fucking cool. That would be an end goal for me
Yeah,
in that
yeah.
space.
And yes, okay, I would say that is a good end goal because the legacy is everything.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to get fucking dark or some shit, but when I
That's fine. Frankie's
that's
here.
my legacy. Like I don't want to get dark, but
We're going there.
when I'm not here anymore and I'm dead, I want people to still be talking of my name.
Yeah.
I want that to
Yeah,
never die.
exactly. The
I
kinda
might be gone,
impact.
but I want that to never die. Look, it might not be so. I mean, it's really not that deep. I don't want to make it sound so wild right now, but a legacy is very important. That's a good end goal, but I figured that's expected. That
Yeah.
was from the start. I wanted the whole SUPRLIFE name to be kind of forever.
yeah.
Yeah.
type
No,
thing.
I'm all
yeah,
for that.
yeah.
That's like the kind of impact that
The
you made
legacy.
and
Legacy.
like
Legacy's everything.
the kind of you inspire other people as well. People see your stuff, not people just like me where I'm just like, damn, if he did that, I can try to do that.
Want to
And-
inspire people to be better
and
than
that's
me.
that's a that's a feat in its own.
Yeah.
Like that's progressing
to-
that art that you still
Yes.
appreciate.
To inspire people, that was never the goal from the start, but it happening has been amazing. Like some of these strangers from across the world writing the nicest things of how work I'm doing is inspiring them to try something or whatever. Fucking amazing, man. I love all of it. And to give some type of a positive influence for, and not even just car shit, just to risk it all and do something you want to do.
Yeah.
That's it. Regardless what it is, if I had a 1% of that helping you and inspire in any way, I love it. I love it. Amazing. Amazing.
Can't wait to get in contact with you when I get this
Beautiful.
bumper going.
Most people are just here for the end of the race, but the real part is the race.
The race.
The race is the part you want to be enjoying.
The journey.
Yeah.
Where'd you read that?
Someone said it.
Oh.
I don't know where I heard it,
Yeah,
but that
you-
really is the easiest way to put that into words
Yes,
because
yes.
most people are like, I just got to get my career going and this and that, and then eventually it's like, yeah, but eventually you're going to be 60.
Yes, yes.
Like-
There was this one older guy. He was this car guy or something. And he was talking and he said this really amazing thing. And he goes, "You have to love the journey
Yeah.
way more than accomplishing the goals. Because
Yeah.
when you accomplish the goals, it happens far in between. You might enjoy one day out of 6 months.
Yeah.
But when you enjoy the journey, you enjoy every day." Rather than the one time you accomplish the goal. Oh, I finished this in 6 months. You have such happiness far and in between.
Yeah.
Rather than the journey of like, oh, dude, this is cool. I'm really enjoying this. I'm enjoying waking up. I'm enjoying everything in between. Obviously, way easier said than done. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm fucking
And
driving-
that's
I'm
why I
driving
enjoy
myself
credit
nuts over
cards
there.
because I can just buy what I got to buy now.
Christ. Christ.
Sorry, but that's what I did when I was younger,
I guess, Frankie.
Oh,
No.
believe me, I know my fair share of that.
Yeah.
all that.
All right, I'm going to start going through these questions. There are a lot of them
Questions from people?
from people.
People care?
Yes.
Oh my God! Wow.
Yep.
All right.
I'm going to pick and choose, but there's some
Well,
good
pick
ones in
and
here. What's a dream project you love to work on? I feel like this is a decent one. Maybe a dream car. Maybe you have something in your mind already.
I want to do a Lambo.
A Lambo.
Really bad.
Okay.
That's funny. I was gonna guess that.
Yes,
Yeah.
I want
Something,
to do
something
because
break
I,
into the exotic realm.
yes, I kind of want to break into that realm because I want, like, that's a personal goal of mine within the next couple of years. I want a Lamborghini. I want a Gallardo so bad. I want to chop it up so bad. So being that's the case,
Buy it, immediately
I kind
chop
of want
it
to get
up.
into that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I kind of want to.
That would be cool to be able
yeah.
to
to get into the exotic realm.
buy it, bring it back, and cut it up.
Cut the fenders.
Actually, maybe I feel like I read somewhere once that's what you said. You're like, I'm gonna get that Lamborghini.
I'm gonna get.
right?
Like,
Yeah,
actually,
I
it's
read that
funny
before.
when I sit in my office, on my desk, like on my monitor, says, "Don't forget about that Lamborghini."
That's what I saw.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't forget about that Lamborghini.
That's amazing.
And funny enough, I wanted it so bad, but recently I just got a 34 instead. So the Lamborghini's gonna have
shit.
to the Lamborghini's gonna have to wait
Yeah.
a little bit longer. And I'm in the process of buying my building out, so I want to do that first.
we were
rather
we
than
were
do
talking
that.
about goals before, and I was gonna bring it up. But
Yes,
I
like-
realized this wasn't my podcast. This was yours. But I was like, that's one of my only goals I have
Is
right
what?
now is getting a building
Yes.
as the forever shop. If
I
you
want to
will.
buy and like my landlord is my savior. He got me the place. He talked me into it. He's absolutely amazing, and he's willing to sell me
That's amazing.
that property. He's my saving grace. So because of him, he gave me the opportunity too. So I want to buy the building, but eventually get into a Lambo. Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
This person's name, man, I'm so bad at this. But I guess everyone's bad at this, right? Because people, their Instagram names are crazy.
Yeah.
Seher Tabaru. Do you know this person?
Yes.
Okay, thank God.
That's my younger. That's my sister.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yes.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
funny how she.
Well, she has another one for you too. Has your family supported your dreams and goals?
Yes, very much so. Yes,
That's
yes, Very
amazing.
much. When I told my dad that I didn't want to be a cop and I want to do this instead, he almost cried. But that was just the that was the worst of it. Other than that, once we passed, he's been supportive the whole way. My mom the whole way, my sister the whole way,
Yeah.
my wife, everything. Yeah.
Well, that was another question from her. Who are your biggest supporters?
My
I thought
wife
we
is
had a
number
lot
one.
of questions here, but it's
My
just
wife
her.
is number one.
Yeah,
Yes,
Of
yes,
course.
Yes.
that's amazing. Advice for a 23-year-old looking to open a similar business focusing on custom JDM work.
Nice.
Okay. You got any advice for this guy?
Go out there and do it, I guess.
I mean, I think we had enough advice.
Yeah, right. Like
Yeah,
that's
this
what I
whole-
got from it.
Yeah,
It's like
this whole episode.
I gotta go to the store.
Yeah.
Like
This whole episode is your
It's
advice for sure.
Just look, I'm a perfect example of not doing anything else but just work. I'm not a social guy. I don't
Yeah.
go to events. I don't talk to anybody. Just put out good work and people will find you.
Yeah.
Just that's it. Good work and people will find you. If you want it enough, put out some shit, build your portfolio, build your resume. When you're asking for a certain price for a certain job you want to do, you can do that because you say, I did this, I did this, I did this, I did this, and you have
Yeah.
something to show for it. If you don't have anything to show for it, you're not going to get anywhere. And the first couple of jobs are going to be complete losses. You're
Yeah.
going to make no money on it, but just build your portfolio.
Yeah. So don't
That's
be
it.
scared about losing money in the beginning.
Lose it. You're not going to make money for a long time. If you're in this for money,
Get out.
oh, dude, get out quick. Get
Yeah.
out quick. All of my friends were making way more cash than I was 10 years ago at the start.
Yeah.
It's never going to be about the money. Yeah, it's never going to be about that.
Dave Bob, tell us about your professional Turkish oil wrestling career prior to starting SUPRLIFE. Okay, I know what he's talking about. There was a video or some shit, wasn't there, or something?
Well, no, he's talking about because obviously I'm half Turkish, so they have a sport.
they have a real sport?
Yes, and it's borderline, like it's pretty gay, but it's yes, it's very much so. But like what? Okay, so I'm gonna explain it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Two guys.
Okay.
They don't wear any clothes but these weird little shorts, right? And you don't wear anything inside the shorts, okay?
Okay. Malcolm's already interested.
And and like the shorts are baggy because you're supposed to get your hands.
Whoa.
I didn't even start yet. Okay.
Okay.
So the two men rub the. I think it's. I don't know.
Rub the lotion
I
on
think
the
it's
skin?
olive oil. It's whatever. It's oil, right? They rub the oil.
ah.
They rub oil on shorts. So these guys are shining, right? And then what they do, they wrestle, right?
Uh-huh.
They're wrestling, whatever. But here's the part that's fucked up: is
Okay.
the way you get a point.
Oh, no, dude.
The way you get a point is you need to take your hands,
No.
put it in the other guy's pants, grab his shit, and then you tackle him and give him a little power bomb or whatever it is.
This is in
So-
Turkey?
This is Turkish. Yes, proud.
Yes, proud to be.
What
Yes,
the fuck?
Yes.
All right,
Turkish
well,
wrestling. Okay, so
What in the fuck?
after this, whoever's listening, whatever it is, just go online.
It's gonna
look
be
up
Carl.
Turkish wrestling. Turkish wrestling. Dude, it is.
that
it's
is
funny.
amazing.
Yes,
Well, we
yes,
learned something today.
Yes.
Thanks, David Bob. Curtis Fowler. Why did they choose an R33 over other Skyline platforms? I feel like this question could go on for hours. But
I don't know, honestly.
Yeah, I think it was just-
I think it was just what was there, or
Yeah.
whatever.
Or
it
at the
was.
time, maybe the
Yeah,
34
yeah.
wasn't. Maybe the 34 just came out and they didn't have money for a 34, so they got a
It looked-
33.
no,
I think it was before, right?
It was before because it was 96 and 97.
Wait a
But-
minute. Didn't they make a wagon 34?
No.
That's
No?
the stage.
Oh,
unit.
that would be the stage
That's-
with
that's
with
the-
an R34
That's-
front.
Yes,
Okay,
exactly.
now I see
Yeah,
why people
yes,
are saying
yes.
that.
Yeah.
So it could have been for that case, but that 33 that they used was a very low mileage car. It still has very low miles, so I'm sure it was just there, whatever they
Yeah.
had. Yeah.
And they wanted a fast car and
They wanted
GTR.
fast, and it was newer at the time because the 32 was already old. The 33 just came out,
Yeah.
so I'm pretty sure that's why. Yeah.
You know Twitch Drift, Laurent?
Yes. Yeah. Laurent.
Yeah,
goes-
Laurent's been in here the whole time.
He's our
Oh,
biggest.
yeah?
He is our biggest supporter for the podcast.
Laurent's the fucking.
Yeah,
He
dude.
was. Laurent, listen. Let me tell you something about Laurent. He was the first person to support SUPRLIFE. He was the first person to put a SUPRLIFE sticker on the car without me saying like, "Please put the sticker on the car" or anything like. He was like, "Bro, let me get one." Proud.
Yeah,
He put
dude.
one on the windshield. I fucking almost like shed like a tear. You know, I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is amazing."
He's
so
the man.
At like the start of it, he was number one
So
supporter.
he says no questions, but we need the Aristo drifting again.
Oh, there you go. I know. We were just
Oh
talking
shit!
No, call me a bitch because I don't think it's gonna happen anytime.
I think it is going to happen again, though. Personally, I think
might.
I think you're going to get out there just for
It
fun.
might, just for fun.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
Nice,
Every
like
time I've
little-
went, it's been small time shit.
Set up a little faction,
Little
SUPRLIFE
private day, just a
you know what I'm
hangout
saying?
day.
That wouldn't be so bad if it
Yeah.
was something like that. Not as
Yeah.
much pressure.
No
you know,
pressure.
everybody
Just come out.
watching,
You can hang out. You can watch, or you could.
That's not bad. That's not
Yeah.
bad. It just if you guys ever do anything like that,
Yeah,
please.
you'll get the
Please.
call. Don't
Yup,
worry.
here's another
Yeah,
one.
yeah, please.
Yes, sir.
Reel them in.
I would definitely be interested.
Our buddy Lewis, he says, "Where's the ball of Bondo? You have
Oh,
you
my-
have one
yes,
at the shop,
yes.
right?
Every time I'm done, I put it on this thing. So it started to not get big after a while because now it got so big that now putting small amounts isn't doing any like really anything to it.
Is it literally just a
But it's
ball
like-
of Bondo?
Yes, it's like about this big. So when Dave started with me back in 2020, he was like, "Yo, we're always just throwing away filler." He goes, "Let's put it in a ball and let's make it into a big ball." I was like, "That's one of the fucking best ideas you've ever had, dude. Fuck the body kits, fuck whatever. This is the best idea you've ever had." So he started it. It was a small thing, and I just keep adding to it. I gotta say, it's at least 60 pounds right now, 70 pounds easy.
Holy
Yeah,
fuck.
like we picked it up and we threw it down. And it makes a sound. I went on top of my roof and I threw it off the roof. And it's like a big drop. I gotta say, at least
It didn't break?
30 feet. No, it just went boom and it bounced and it just landed back
Holy
again.
shit.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
sick.
Yeah,
We
so
need-
it's like it's about 60
Yo,
pounds.
we need to come to your shop, do a little tour
Oh,
for
please.
YouTube.
Yeah. Anytime.
Yo, we're gonna
Please.
see the Bondo ball.
Please. Come by. You
Oh
would be
yeah,
amazing.
not like the studio or anything. Yeah. Where's the Bondo ball at?
The Bondo, go straight
Like
to the Bondo.
I want to like I
Go
like
straight to the
seeing a
Bondo
person
ball.
of their craft. You know, you see that. Like,
Yeah.
But no, give me the Bondo ball.
Yes, it's pretty big now.
Ask about the custom GTR. We already did that. This is Ness from Long Island, a buddy of mine, a true OG. I want to say he was part of the old Flushing Meadow Park drift days as well.
Oh man, Flushing Meadows drift
Yep,
days.
the Queens drifting.
Ooh.
that we were talking
Zombie
about.
drift?
Yeah,
What a
drift
time.
zombie.
Yeah, drift
What
zombies.
a time.
That was the best time of my drifting
What
career.
a time, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It was the Wild West
Yep.
of drifting. And like cops wouldn't show up hours and hours and
Yep.
guys are setting up layouts and
Yeah,
tracks
there's like
in a
legit
parking lot.
layouts.
And,
And,
like-
and we were good about it. They were good. Like they would be like, all right,
They
you
were
go.
good. Yes, exactly.
And then,
It was like
all right, you go.
It felt like sanctions kind of.
Yep.
And there was like this one time I went out and like
I know what you're gonna say.
and like
already.
back then we had this group called Brooklyn Drift or something like that. So I rolled with them, and it was my time to go out. So it was one of the first couple times I'm freaking going out, whatever. And I went out. I did okay, but right after I got done, you know, there's like that big overpass.
Yes.
Yep.
Everybody's on top and everyone's
Yep.
clapping and shit. I'm like, yo, I feel like Tokyo Drift. or
Dude,
some
you
shit.
really do.
This is fucking crazy.
Yo,
Oh
we
my
all
God.
suck too. There
Yes.
was like 2 people there that killed shit.
Yes,
out of like 300.
Yes, everyone was just spinning out. Everyone's
Yeah.
doing 180s.
Yeah.
Everyone's not following. People are just doing circles
But
around
dude,
the light pole.
Everyone there was like, "Yo,
Yeah,
yeah, shit's
yeah.
sick." And everyone's like behind like the fence. Remember the wooden fence?
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
Justin came out when we trailered Justin's car out once.
Yo, people were trailing their cars.
He's
It was
unloading the car like
crazy.
we're at a fucking Club Loose event. And then he just goes out. He's fucking killing shit. But he backs it into the fucking fence, breaks the fence, and then the cops come, and we're all like, "Oh fuck!" I remember we like tied a shoelace around the exhaust to hold it up because it was all like
Oh,
cracked up
nice,
and shit.
nice.
Dude, what amazing nights, man, out there.
Flushing Meadows was a different time, man. It
Yeah.
was, and like it wasn't close to Brooklyn, but it was close enough where it was like a random thing. Oh, okay, like they said, today it's happening,
Yep.
tomorrow it's happening.
Yep.
Let's just go. And we just went, and it was like maybe like a half-hour drive or whatever it was, but it was a wild place, and it was off the highway. You would
Yeah.
think it would be a little bit more hot.
Yeah, it was
wasn't-
weird.
It wasn't hot,
And not
Cops
to
just
mention,
let
it was
go.
almost every fucking weekend.
Yes, yes,
But-
it was.
So I used to work a valet job, and we would, me and my buddy Jesse, we had 240s, and we'd be like, yo, we gotta get out of here later. So we worked till like 1 in the morning, 12 at night, and then we would just book it
Go over
to
there?
Queens. Yeah.
Wait, you were in Jersey?
Yep.
You were to Queens?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, we just go right over the GWB, just take that highway all the way.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
we had to
yeah.
go obviously 2 bridges because you
Two
got to cross
bridges.
the other one. Yeah,
Yes.
dude. But it was worth it. It was
Oh,
worth it just to hang
worth
out.
it. And there was times I didn't even go out, but just seeing how wild it was.
Yeah,
It was wild. And like everybody was just nice about it. There wasn't
Yeah.
assholes. There was nobody playing loud music.
and I wish these
It was
takeover
cool.
kids could take some fucking notes because holy shit, man, it was so like organized, peaceful. No one was doing dumb shit. No one
Yes,
ever got
yes.
hurt, as far as
Okay.
I'm concerned.
Speaking about takeovers, like I don't want to sound like an asshole or anything. You're telling me you wouldn't want to see a takeover live?
So you're playing devil's advocate right now. Like, you're saying it.
You wouldn't want to see one live?
If I knew someone was gonna get hit by a car, I would go watch.
That's what I'm saying. You wouldn't want to see. Yo, I'm seeing the craziest shit. Of course, I don't want to participate.
Yeah.
Of course, it's lame.
Yeah.
Of course, all the shit, whatever, right?
But when they take out the flamethrower,
But when
I'm there for it.
when people are throwing Roman candles out of a Mustang that's 180 into the crowd, I'm like, I want to see this shit in
Yeah.
person. Not that I have the balls to go because
I've been given plenty of opportunities because we actually know one of the organizers. He's a young kid, dude. It's so funny, but he brought us a 240 to build, and we built engine swap, and then like we find out we're like, wait a minute, you're the fucking guy that's doing this shit.
Oh my god! Yeah,
He's like, yeah, and you would never have thought, dude.
So what'd you do? Did you not?
I never went to one, no.
Oh.
And this is when my car was running too. He's like, yeah, come out. We were thinking about it back when they weren't such a big deal. We were like, we should come roll out with the Front Street guys.
Oh, you can't go now, dude.
No,
You'll
now,
get canceled
no.
instantly. They spot you there.
Yeah,
and
it's
they're
a
gonna,
wrap.
They're gonna come over here with torches.
Yeah,
They're
but
gonna-
the only thing that really bothers me is I was like, dude, I can't even roll up there and like just make an appearance because these motherfuckers be touching people's cars and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I'm like, they got these kids
No,
have zero respect.
I would go in someone else's car,
Yeah, and just hang out.
roll up in a hoodie,
Yeah.
tighten my shit up,
Yeah.
right? Just have my eyes open, and just watched recklessness.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I win
Uber.
the worst raffles, and I'm the most unlucky person ever. And my worst fear is that I'll be in my car at an intersection. I don't know how these things start, but I'm just picturing one like a loud like
oh, that's what
sound.
that's the
What the
noise
hell
they
is
make.
that?
and then they
the hell is
assemble.
that?
And then
What
they
the hell is that
assemble.
sound?
I don't know.
I know what you're
noise.
thinking of. He's
Oh.
thinking of that scene in Too Fast and Furious.
Ah,
when they
yeah,
go to
that is
the,
the sound.
when the garage closes and the cops pull up and all he hears, and then the garage is open and it's just
and then all the
my
fucking
God.
trunks come out. Woo.
And then your shit just gets whacked
Yep,
by a
then
fucking
I'm walloped.
G37.
And there is the bumper that I worked so hard. I didn't even get to show it to Kay.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck. Like,
It's gone. That's
it's
it.
gone.
It's gone.
And then I'm just going to have to sit there because what am I going to be like, hey, yeah, excuse
And like you
me.
can't
like,
do anything when anything happens over there. There's no insurance.
How are
there's
you
no
gonna get
cops.
out?
No. And if you
There's
even say
nothing.
anything like that, they're just gonna light your car
The
on
people
fire.
at the
Yeah.
traffic light, man, I'm always just wondering. I'm like, are they just going to sit there and
Yeah.
wait?
Yeah.
I
Like,
think
you
I
have
was
no
almost.
choice.
I think I was almost caught in one. I was out in Arizona on a trip, and all of a sudden it was middle of the night, and all of a sudden there was just traffic, and we were in Phoenix, and I was like, "Am I in a takeover right now?" And like I started like getting out of the car, I'm like looking, I'm like, and I heard some shit, but I couldn't see it. And it was over before it even started, and I was like, "Dude, I think we were just in a takeover by accident." Like it was just like someone.
See, that's not so bad. It's accident. You
Yeah.
didn't try to go, but you got to witness some of the action.
Yeah,
that's not
dude.
so bad.
I don't
God
know,
damn
man.
it,
But I
it's
miss
takeovers.
those old days, dude. That was fun,
Yes,
dude, for
Fleshy
sure.
Meadows.
If
Wow.
Quan was hearing this, bro,
Flushing
which is
Meadows.
our friend we play Car X with, I'm over there in the video game. I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, Quan, check out this roll bag.
Oh yeah, the
And he'll always be like, yo, you're giving me takeover vibes. I'm telling Frankie.
Yeah.
You're the takeover guy, Frankie.
I know we bring it up too much, but it happens.
Yeah,
so,
it
it's
does.
part of the scene right now.
Oh, it
Unfortunately,
is. It is.
Did we
Yeah.
get that question from that kid that always?
I'll look. But that was from my boy Ryan Ness out in Long Island. Thanks, dude. Thanks for the good question. Are you guys ever gonna do YouTube? Well, I don't know if they're
Oh,
talking
I
about
get that
you. I guess
question
they're
all the
talking about
time.
you. Are you guys? When I see "Are you
You
guys,"
guys.
I'm like, well,
That's gonna be another. So
Yeah.
that to me,
Everyone's
is-
asking.
It's
Everyone's
gonna
asking.
okay. But I
load
will
you up.
say, I know you probably don't want to do it because it's fucking
No, I don't
annoying.
want to do it. No, I don't want to
But
do
I
it.
will say, I very much enjoy your long form videos you're putting up, the reels.
Oh, the
or
reels.
whatever.
Oh,
I
yes.
really enjoy
Thank
that.
you, thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like that's the most anybody wants to hear me talk is a minute and a half.
And that's the
Believe me,
move,
nobody,
dude.
Yeah, that's it. Just quick, easy. Sure, the YouTube thing can bring the money. It's obvious. It's the
Yeah.
elephant in the room. We all know it. But I've tried it a couple times.
It's you got to dedicate your life
Yeah,
to
it's
it, dude.
it's hard. And
But I will-
I'm a one guy team.
Yeah.
I can't do that too.
We
I'm
would
already
not be doing
everything else.
YouTube if I didn't have Malcolm. I always tell
You
everyone
got the
that.
team.
I'm like,
man.
we would not
Yes,
be doing that
you got
shit.
it set up and everything. Sure,
But
I
will.
can't do it.
I will say something. If Malcolm can give you some advice here too. So YouTube has this shorts thing now, where it's like basically a reel.
Yes.
Save your reels, post them on that. Done.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, like easy. You know what I
But
mean?
here's the thing: people want the longer video.
Of course they
not
do.
just the video on
Yeah.
YouTube, but they're like, "Oh, can you go more in depth?
Of course they do.
Can you explain why you're doing this, or
Well,
or
if
whatever?"
If you
whatever.
ever run into someone who can edit, because for me that would be the thing that I don't want to do. Even if you did a fucking, all right, we're at the end of the project. I'm gonna do a walk around.
but then that involves me having to talk with someone. Ugh.
Or-
I gotta talk
or-
with an editor
or
now.
you
I gotta
just-
sit there telling whatever. Like,
yeah.
it's-
It's just
sucks.
too much of a headache.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
hard, and maybe it might.
I'm being
get
selfish
to one
because I'm
point.
like, I just want to watch them.
it might get to one point when someone does say, "Listen, let me be that guy," and
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
like the guy, and I'm so big to the point where I can easily transfer all of my audience to YouTube. I feel like if I did YouTube right now, I'm gonna put up a video. It's gonna get 9 views, and it's not gonna do anything. I'm gonna put it up into the void. Nothing's gonna happen. It's gonna fucking break my heart.
I don't
like,
agree
fuck
with
this
that
shit.
one.
Fuck
You
this
gotta,
shit.
you gotta start, like you said.
I just gotta start. Yes.
But I know
that's
what you're
true.
saying.
But it's very.
It's like, is it a waste of time or is it not?
I tried a bunch of times and it never worked out. I just feel like people don't care.
Yeah, the thing with YouTube is like it takes so much time, man, to build that.
To build,
audience.
yes. But when it does, it's obviously.
Yeah, I was talking to Malcolm about it the
return
other
is amazing.
day. I was like, why is it so hard to get subscribers on YouTube? It's like crazy.
And
like,
it's used like I'm on YouTube every
Yeah.
day. But
and the
you would
algorithm
figure-
seems pretty fucking amazing.
Yeah, you would figure it'd be a little easier, but
Yeah.
is it possible to let me just pee again
Yeah.
real
Go
quick?
for it, and then we'll finish this up.
Yes.
You know what it is? It's because any media platform is oversaturated now.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. Oh, I know what it is. What the fuck am I saying? How many times you watch a YouTube video and you don't subscribe to them?
All the time.
A lot.
A lot.
All the
So
time.
YouTube has to make that feature a little bit more like in your face, I would say. Because Instagram, it's like you go to the account, boom, it's already there. That's the first thing you're seeing, a big blue thing.
Yeah, but like that's up to the content maker to encourage people to subscribe.
As it is right now.
You're asking for a handout.
You know, now that you
But if it
mention
was
that,
just boom, right on the screen, like right when it starts, no matter what, and then it fades.
It does. It's on the bottom right corner.
No
No matter
Subscribe.
what.
Yeah, of your video. It's a little ghost, and you can subscribe right then and there.
I don't
It's
know
up
what
to the
tell you then.
content maker to produce something that's worthwhile to subscribe for. Me as a viewer, I'm not just going to automatically subscribe because I watch one of your videos. The amount of shitty ass videos I see where it's like one good video and you go to their channel because you want to see more cool shit about this thing that you just saw, and the rest of the videos are so shitty that I can't sit there for more than 30 seconds. Like, yo, you lost me.
I would agree. It would depend on the content of the YouTube
Yeah.
channel.
I'd say our content's pretty good.
Your guys' content is pretty good. I gave you guys a sub.
Thanks, Carl.
You guys, that's funny.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to get us out of here. Dude, we could talk to him for fucking decades.
I just
bro.
want to ask him how to make when I get the foam and I spray the bumper.
He is one of the best guests we've ever
How
had.
do I make the
I
bottom?
had to leave 2 hours ago.
How do
I
I
know,
I
and
said-
you stayed.
I said,
How do
"Fuck
I
it."
make
Yeah.
the bottom of the bumper flat as possible?
If you
so
ask
when
him
I
another
get the
technical
foam
question on this goddamn podcast, I swear to God.
on the foam,
I can't wait for him to hear this section.
When
I'm
I-
trying to eat, man.
when I get the foam on the bumper, because I know I could shape it.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
how do
yeah.
I make the bottom of it flat, perfectly flat? I don't
That
need a-
actually is one of my questions too.
How do you do that?
That,
But here's my idea: is that I would prop the bumper up in some sort of jig. I'd have to make a jig, or leave it on the car, and then I would make a splitter, quote unquote, for the car where I'd want the bumper to end, and I'd spray the foam until it was, and then that would make it flat, and I'd pull the fucking thing off.
I don't think it was the flat part, but it was something. I remember I always would, when people would talk about constructing fiberglass bumpers, I'd be like, nope, impossible. And there was always like,
Impossible.
nope, impossible. And there's always this one section, but I haven't been working on fiberglass in so long, I don't even remember what the fuck it was. But,
Yeah.
but it maybe had, you know what it probably was? Making like, you know how some bumpers, front bumpers will have like the, the part that flares out, and then below it will be like this straight, nice straight,
Yes,
straight
exactly.
line
Yes,
that goes
yes,
around.
yes.
That's probably the part where I'm like, how the fuck are you going to make that look?
No.
perfect?
It's the
yes.
bottom. It's the bottom for me. Like
And
how,
he's talking about the actual
how do you
bottom
make
of
the
it, but
how do you get the bottom to be so flat like that? Are you making like a jig or something?
sit on the floor.
What are you talking about?
Like-
As far as on the bumper goes?
on a bumper, right? Like you know how when it goes down and then there's that part that scoops under
Under it.
just a little bit.
Kind of
for-
like
for
that,
structure.
like that under tray style
Under tray
thing?
sort of
Okay,
thing.
Yeah.
How are you getting that flat like that?
What do you mean? How are you getting it flat?
Like
I
like
mean,
during the forming process, during you
because-
making it
because
the way you want.
when you made the original plug, you made that straight. When you're transferring over to fiberglass, the fiberglass is curing on the shape.
No. I mean
that
like
you have done.
the plug itself then.
Oh, make it out of whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. So
That
I mean,
is up to the
yeah, exactly. I've seen some guys use wood.
Ha! That's
Yeah,
exactly what I
yeah,
said I was
seen
gonna
some
do.
guys use wood because you just use the whole bottom wood and you're just using it as a shape. It's not like you're gonna run it on the car.
Uh-huh.
But you just have something long and straight that you could use
Aha.
as the shape. Yeah.
I said that when you were
Yeah,
gone.
yeah. I've seen plywood.
This is one of my favorite podcasts, but I'm getting scared the ideas you're giving him right now.
That
Fuck,
dude.
man.
Yeah,
Frankie.
I was telling them earlier. I had to leave 2 hours ago, and I said, "Fuck it, this is so much information." Soaking in.
Well, no, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All right, let's get to some more
Let's
questions
see. Let's
here.
see what other questions we have because I did also have to go home.
Jack Simon. Jack R. Simon, were you born in Turkey or in the States? And have you ever been to Japan? Well, Japan, yes.
Japan, yes, but no, I was born here.
You were born in
Brooklyn.
America?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Brooklyn.
Setup needed. Setup. Let's skip that question. Any difference working on metal from Japan cars, German cars? You know, something like that. I guess is the metal different between
Like the ease,
countries
I guess, to work on?
I mean, the only thing I've seen difference is not so much as far as the in between manufacturers. It's so much about time more than anything else. The older you get, the thicker the metal is, and the newer you get, the thinner it is.
Because my thought is always like Japanese metal is like shitty thin metal.
It is very thin, but generally around that time, most of it was that
okay.
thin. Yeah, so mostly across the board, time frame wise, of course, there could be some things that are subject to change. But usually on older cars, like older American cars, sometimes you would see metal like 16 gauge, sometimes and that's fairly thick. You know, sometimes 18 gauge on newer cars goes all the way up to a 20 gauge, which is fairly thin. Yeah. Which I remember, I forgot whose car it was. We were feeling the metal on a fender. I'm like, oh my God, look at this thing. This is thin.
Yeah.
So I think it's more so it has to do with time.
I've also noticed that like Toyotas, the way they're made are so, because we're used to Nissans.
Oh, Toyota's a big difference.
Dude,
oh
so
God.
strong, man.
Dude,
Yes, sir.
The freaking quarters are like 4 layers of steel.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like just the front of the front, like where the fender mounts.
Yes,
I'm just
sir.
like, God damn, what are they trying to build this for?
Oh, yeah.
Fucking war?
Well,
And then-
it's a big time. Like obviously I work on Toyotas, I work on Nissans, and
Nissan's like a joke. It's like playing with Play-Doh.
yes. There's
Yeah.
a big difference, and for some reason, whatever it is, Toyotas don't rust as fast.
Okay.
But whatever
something they do to their
Nissan-
steel or
yeah,
something?
whatever it is, coating, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I feel like, especially because most of the cars I do are within the 90s, and every time
Yeah.
Skylines come, most of the time I do Skylines, most of the time they come in. 99% of the time, they're rotted out somewhere, rusting somewhere.
Is there any Japanese brand that you could say is the most rusty?
Oof. It has to be between Subaru
Okay.
and Nissan.
Fuck. I was gonna say Mitsubishi.
Not to.
Mitsubishi is pretty bad, but I don't want to say Mitsubishi because I don't have enough experience in
Okay.
Mitsubishi to
Yeah.
have a good opinion.
Yeah.
I only seen a couple, like those Evos, those old Evos. I saw, my God, they're rotting really
Yeah.
bad. And what I'm seeing now is, back when the Evo 8s and 9s came out, they were still kind of new. The Evo 8s and 9s are aging. They're old right now.
Yeah.
They're rotting.
I've seen them rotted.
Oh my God, the
Yeah.
Evos are rotting away. So even the new ones are rotting away. But I would probably say Subaru and
Oh yeah,
Nissan.
Subaru
whose
is
car?
pretty good.
Johnny's car. It's
It-
Evo 10, and I'm doing an alignment on it, and you walk under that thing, you think it was like 20 years old.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait. It has Evo 10. You said?
Evo 10.
Yeah,
Oh,
Evo
there you
10.
go. Look at that. That's
Yeah.
wild.
I mean, he drops
Wow.
the shit out of that car, but yeah.
It does, but yeah.
Like he'll be
Still-
up there in the mountain right now when it's snowing or some shit.
Still, I mean,
probably
look,
there as we speak.
my Toyota. If you look underneath, it's like it doesn't look like it's rotting away.
Yeah.
Sure, there are some areas that I scraped that it is rotting.
Yeah.
But most of the pieces are. It still looks like the way it's
Mine
supposed
is
to
not.
look.
I have an IS300. Mine is not a great example, and yet it's.
Is yours manual or
it's strong? Yeah,
or is it automatic?
mine is a 6-speed. It's a CD. Trans.
6-speed.
I
Oh,
put a
CD.
CD.
Okay.
trans.
Yeah.
He
But
drifts
yeah,
it,
no,
yeah.
it's not rotting fully. Like, in fact, I would beg to differ and say that it's not really rotting from anywhere. It's got like little surface rust and stuff, and that is not a great example.
Mm.
And yet it's still fucking fine.
It could be a lot worse.
It's still
A lot
fine.
worse,
Like,
yes.
yeah, they know how to make a car.
Yes.
I'm just thinking about my rockers right now.
Here's a good one. Setup needed for a garage paint job. LOL. In parentheses, very serious.
You don't need anything. You don't need anything.
No.
Nothing at all. The only thing
Spray
you
the
need
floor a little or something.
is a compressor, a big compressor enough where you don't have to keep just waiting for it to charge up. You know.
Maybe an air
So-
water separator or whatever the fuck. What are they called? I don't even know. what they're called.
we
have something in here.
filters, separators, all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
but
yeah.
most of the time, if you have a decent fan, if you want to wet the floor, sure,
Yeah.
whatever, it's fine. But most of the time, you really don't. My first couple, like I remember doing a job for a customer, and I did it in his garage because I just didn't have a place. I painted it in his garage.
Yeah.
And if you wet sand and buff your cars, what does it matter where you paint
That's-
it?
that's what
if
I
you
was
get
gonna
dust
say,
and
yeah.
shit on it, you're sanding it out anyways. If you're sanding out the whole car, what does it matter?
The most important part is probably
As long as it's
the
not
base
raining and
the
shit.
clear, like putting the clear over the like if you got anything in the base.
Of course.
Then
Yeah,
it's
I mean
like-
that's where experience comes in. You know,
Yeah.
you got to look at it, you got to make sure. Sometimes you got to go in and tack it. You know, you got to see, you got to sand it, whatever it
Yeah.
is. But you could get away with it, especially if it's not like a concourse paint job style thing. If you got a garage, you got a compressor, you have a Harbor Freight gun,
Yeah.
$15.
You heard it. You heard it here first, guys.
Good.
Yeah, I'm
It's
writing
good.
this down.
Just
Speaking
do
about
it.
wet
Paint your
sanding
shit.
and buffing, that you posted a reel or video of a tip of taking out runs in the clear,
Oh yes.
putting body filler
Yes,
over it,
yes,
and then
yes.
sanding it out.
Yes.
So, you're not-
I remember that.
so you don't sand out the clear around.
Yes,
the
yes,
run. That's,
yes.
that's amazing.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm not sure where I learned that from, but thank you. There was a lot of people that were like, well, this guy's a fucking idiot. He could just use this or use this. Like, dude, yes, I'm sure I could use this or this, but in this application, I wanted to
This is-
do this. But there's many ways to do it. There's the body filler way. There's the razor blade way.
Yeah, yeah.
There's
mean,
just so many different ways.
This is what happens when you have like 80-something thousand followers on Instagram. You're gonna get those people that are, you know.
I
But
don't
the
want to
thing is
talk
that-
numbers on
that
on
method
followers.
would probably resonate to people who are doing DIY stuff.
Yes,
that could
yes,
try that.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I love that video. Yeah, like I said, I love the video content.
Oh,
so
thank you, man. I really
it's
appreciate
great.
it.
Let's see what we're doing here. Well, one's from Carl. Do you think I can fit an S13 racing line bumper on my IS300?
I already
Okay.
asked that.
Yeah, I think
3
we already
hours
got
ago.
through that. He said yes.
He
Yes,
said,
of
"Just go
course.
do
Yeah.
it." I'm gonna
Just
go fucking do it now.
Don't even think about it.
I'm just gonna go-
fucking start
actually-
cutting.
Well, racing line bumpers are kind of expensive to chop up. I think I have an idea.
Why would you buy that over a Duraflex bumper?
I would. Well, no, because I would just make it myself. I wouldn't even get a racing.
Oh,
line
you want to
bumper.
go that far?
I would just. That's why I asked about the clay and stuff.
Oh no, I don't think you should do that at all. That's not a good move. Dude. That's very, yes. As far as the other way, getting something that's made and fusing them together and doing the work to make it look seamless.
Yeah,
is a lot better than starting from scratch.
Yeah, how
and
hard is that?
From thin air, creating a product. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
It's very difficult.
Maybe something smaller scale.
I mean, I don't want to crush your dreams, but I don't think you should do that. I think you should find something that's cool, cut it in half, and then fuse it.
You could always modify from something too.
Yeah,
yeah,
And then
exactly.
start.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just gonna troll the classifieds and see body kit from a Pontiac Sunfire. but like that's what I mean. Like you have to, you're able to like look at something and go, that would work there. Like roll-offs, dude.
Yeah.
Before E46 and click tuning and all of that stuff, like the BMW bumpers and stuff, his was an S14 bumper that he put on an E46. And
Oh yeah, that was cool.
And-
Same thing.
he just winged it.
This guy Josh Roloff.
Josh
Oh,
Roloff.
okay.
Yeah.
He winged it. He was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I mean, I just fucking did it.
That, you probably remember that car. It was a gray E46 E46 four-door sedan with it looked like a BN Sports body kit, and he would drift at Club Loose.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
before
Wait,
that was a
wait.
mass thing.
What's his name again?
Josh Roloff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I was
there's
gonna
a
say
Miata.
it was probably around the same
I
time.
think I spoke with him recently.
Oh yeah.
He was like, "Oh, I didn't know you were in Jersey or something like that." But yeah, he had that, and it looked very good.
It
Yes,
did,
it looked
dude.
good.
It
yeah.
looked
he,
sick,
he,
man.
he winged that.
He
It
did.
looked good.
Yeah.
It looked
Josh
good.
seems to be one of those guys that's just like, yeah, fuck it, I'm just gonna.
He makes a
make it.
lot of cool shit.
Yeah.
Love you, Josh. I always just
Yeah, all
randomly
the
talk to him.
brackets I see him making.
I
on
know,
the
right?
stories,
Even
I'm
the
like,
brackets he's making for little shit in the Subaru he got, and it's just, damn, dude.
Oh, it's cool.
Spent a lot of time on
I
that.
saw that. I was
cool.
like, me and this guy could be best friends.
Yeah.
I love making brackets.
This is a funny question, just because what we already talked about. How is he going to match the body on the Skyline wagon? Has he 3D scanned it yet?
3D scanned it.
No 3D scanners here. All
wing
right.
it.
Last question. How to reach out for a quote? What's the proper way to go about that?
Either an email or via Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Send
Okay.
me a message. Yeah. A DM. I have my phone number on the thing for the office, but I'm never in the office.
Yeah.
I never pick up.
I always say email for us. 'Cause I'm
Email.
just like DM. I
Email's the
feel like-
best. Yeah. Email's the best. I'll
And
respond.
just know you might get rejected.
But
Oh, yeah, of
I'll be
course.
very nice about. I will entertain
Yeah.
your idea.
You
I will,
never know.
I will read it. I will look at the pictures. I will think about it.
Yeah.
Reach out. I mean, the worst thing I'm gonna say is no. But all it is, if I think it's cool, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it's something more like something Mako could do real quick, then
And then if if it's lame, I'm gonna say I'm sorry.
yeah, like we're not coming here for repair work on your
Yes.
Mazda 3 quarter panel.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
we're just
On your freaking.
Yeah. I get what you're going for, and hopefully this podcast helps a little bit. You get the word out there.
Definitely.
That,
No, of course.
That's
of
the
course.
kind of
Thank
work
you.
you're doing.
Yes.
You know.
I really appreciate it.
Anything in the chat? Anything you want to last words?
No. One thing I want to talk about, one thing that I'm going to bring up is that we will be on the West Coast next week.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
next week, Frankie.
Yeah, I know.
Can you imagine that? We're
Yeah.
going to California, me and Frankie.
Oh, no way.
Just
Nice.
this is
Yeah.
our first trip together as a couple. We're going to go out there and try to see some cool stuff. If you have stuff that you would recommend for us to see,
Oh yeah, any shops?
or shops, I want to go to. I've never been
Yeah.
to like shops out there. I know I reached out to one. It was like where Ken Gucci does his stuff.
It would be a
Racing.
lot better if anyone listening could introduce us or make the connection for us, not
Yeah,
just
we don't-
point us in a direction.
We don't know anybody. out
Yeah.
there. Or well, I
Well, we
don't.
have a couple people we're trying to hit up, but
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, you guys have a large reach. I'm sure if you put the thing out there would be many people willing to.
yeah, you know what? We should do that too tomorrow, Malcolm. Maybe
willing to take you somewhere, show
Yeah.
you whatever the hell.
I
or
mean,
events, whatever.
What I'm kind of here's what I'm expecting, because for some reason Faction I heard is somewhat popular on the West Coast.
Yeah, when we went out there for drifting like a few years ago, people were like, "Oh, I love your merch and this and that." I was like,
Oh,
"Dude,
cool.
this is sick."
Yeah. Look
Like-
at that on the opposite side.
I know.
Of the country.
It's
when
like,
you
what?
have people that are.
It wasn't
into
even
your
me.
stuff.
It was like
Well-
the girls doing the booth would be like, "People like the stuff that we have."
Well,
It's
Yeah,
crazy."
I'm
And they were
saying
shocked.
like for
Wow,
for
that's
our
amazing.
listeners and stuff, if you are on the West Coast and if you are going to be at this event at the Black Dudes Drift event at Apple Valley Speedway, hosted
Yeah.
there on I believe it's the 18th and 19th. If you find me or Frankie,
We'll be there Thursday, Friday, so we have limited time, obviously, depending on what happens. But if you got something, if you got a shop you want us to see, or I mean,
If
even
you
better, if
see
you got
us,
a podcast you'd want us to do.
I'm saying if you see us at the track, I'm going to steal a stack of stickers from the shop, and I will give you a sticker. If you
Yeah.
just come up to us, say hi. I'm always down to meet new people, and again with the podcast, okay. I fucking love you, man. Like I love the
Thank
stuff
you for
that you
having
do.
Yeah,
me.
you are definitely
This
coming back.
conversation
Thank
was
you for having
helpful
me.
for
I'm-
me in more ways
Yeah.
than one.
I'm surprised that anyone wanted to hear me say anything. So believe me,
Dude,
no,
I
no.
never would have thought in a million years we'd be talking here about
No.
your shop, and I can ask you questions,
No, thank
Yeah.
you.
and
I
people
appreciate
can see that there is more stuff going on than oh yeah, he's a custom guy. He only works on high end jobs. No,
we're
there's
trying
more
to break
to
the
it.
Yes,
trying to break the
yes.
veil of Instagram.
Yeah,
Yes,
there's more
yes.
to it that makes Super Life Super Life.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
No,
I think we're closing this
No, thank you, man.
this
Yeah.
one out.
Thanks,
Thank you
guys.
so much for
Appreciate
coming
it.
on.
And you're
Yeah.
coming back.
Anytime.
All right.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm right here. I'm 30 minutes away.
I know that's perfect.
Anytime. Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, we're starting the podcast.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for listening. This has been Faction After Hours.
See ya, Popeyes. That was fun.
Thank you.
I appreciate you coming on.
Of course.